Huh. If memory serves me right.
Their stand is quite a popular food stand. I went there to check it out, only to find no one there. 2 hours later, I went back, and the rumor was true. The food stand was indeed there. Believe it or not, people are not here for Chinese noodles, but for Italian pasta. Quite mysterious, this fact.
Food stands, in my view, are the origin of food service, I believe. To become big in this business, I wanted to start there.
Talk about confidences. Then let's have you pull your cart all the way to my kitchen stadium. Today's challenger, the first ever food stand chef we welcome. From Nihiro, Aoyama, Chef Kensuke Sakai. Originally, he wanted to be an architect, so designing the food stand was no problem. He started in Nishiata, but continually moved around. Police gave him numerous tickets for illegal parking. After a long game of hide and seek with the police, he met a monk who wanted to help him. Thus, he found a place to settle down. Sakai's works are a harmony between Italian and Japanese flavors. His free-flowing imagination seems boundless. In this battle, Sakai wants Iron Chef Italian Kobe, who is about the same age. A food stand owner aiming to take down a top-notch chef. You will see an interesting battle today. So now, Sakai, use your free imagination and show us the raw power.
Use your
and
free
secret
imagination
sauce of
and
a
show us the
popular
raw
food stand.
imagination and bullshit.
I'm going to show you my old style ad-lib cooking in the stadium.
And look at this, pulling his food cart into Kitchen Stadium. We've never seen anything like this. And Sakai doesn't prepare the usual noodle fare of the typical food stall. No, it's pasta. And despite being busted
No,
several
it's
times by
pasta.
police and forced to move about the city, he's got legions of dedicated customers who love his cooking. This ought to be wild.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. I'm just happy being here. Thank you.
それではあなたの他にイタリアンのペンギンを
Yes.
一人だけ蘇るアイアンシェフ
You new chef?
Making his ascent into Kitchen Stadium, Iron Chef Italian Masahiko Kobe. The Prince of Pasta was trained at one of the top restaurants in Italy. His cooking has delighted Italian cuisine fans from around the world. But his last match, he lost to a sommelier. He can't afford to lose today, especially to a street stall
Pasta.
chef.
Oh no, we can always turn up the game capture.
それでは発表します今日のテーマはこれです
filter.
가보자.
If memory serves me right, today's challenger, Kensuke Sakai, is an Italian cuisine chef running a food stand. He has heightened his skills on the grounds of a temple. A food stand chef versus Iron Chef
Same
Italian.
thing.
No doubt there will never be a matchup like this again.
And then we
On
will
the
make
face
it
of it, it looks like a mismatch. Sakai, a chef who pulls his own food cart against Iron Chef Italian Kobe. The challenger who cooks Italian fare, but in the open air without a roof over his head, how can he compete against the Iron Chef? All right, opening battle underway, and Kobe not acting like it's a mismatch, racing again to the ingredient stand to get a hold of the best pumpkins.
Okay, hopefully that looks a little bit better.
In this battle in which you
Making
will be
the,
served, both young promising chefs, the theme pumpkin, and
like
stating the
brightness
obvious,
and
yes, Sakai's the
saturation
first
of the
food stall,
stream
food
just a little
stand,
bit better.
Thai and Japanese. He's the first food stall chef we've ever had in here.
Uh-oh,
Yes, go
what
ahead,
does that sound?
I interviewed challenger Sakai before the start on what it
some
felt like when he
BS.
first invaded Kitchen Stadium with his food stand. He said invaded,
That's
that's
great.
not the word I would have chosen. I'm just thrilled and honored to be here doing battle against an Iron Chef. I'll do my best today to make the most of today.
All right, a golden opportunity for him to get quickly back to his side, slicing open pumpkins and youth. Yes, Sakai's 27, the Iron Chef 29. And Kobe now on his side, scooping
Okay,
out the
I'll be
seeds
back.
of pumpkin
Give me just a minute.
quarters. And Sakai, whoa, hey, did you see that? With the knife like he was holstering his gun. We got a new sheriff in town, maybe he's saying. And there's a look at his food cart right there. And by the way, no, Sakai's not related to our Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai. Okay, and with that, let's introduce our guests for this pumpkin battle. First, next to me, if he'd been able to see the baseball coming to the plate as big as a pumpkin, perhaps he'd still be playing. Now a fellow sportscaster, Kazushige Nagashima. Thanks for coming in today, Junior. Nice to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
Say, Junior,
Yeah,
Sakai's food stand?
yeah,
Right around where you played college ball.
yeah.
Did you ever go there?
I've never been there.
Never, not at all.
No. On the temple grounds.
Okay, right. It's near the grounds at Baishuin Temple. Junior, come clean now. Have you ever eaten at food stalls?
Me? Never.
It's beneath you, right?
No, it's not that.
Okay, you're off the hook now, but check them out sometime.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, and we've also got actress Kayoko Kishimoto. Thanks for coming in today.
Nice to be here, thanks.
You like food stands?
Oh, I like them.
Yeah, great.
They're especially nice in the winter.
I know what you mean, especially with warm sake on a cold night.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
And how about pumpkin?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, and two young Italian chefs, so enjoy it today.
I sure will.
And of course, don't forget Dr. Yukio Hattori, our commentator.
Always a pleasure.
Okay.
Squeeze-on?
Yes, take it.
I asked the Iron Chef about his feelings being challenged by a chef pulling his own food stand. He said, hey, I myself don't have a restaurant of my own yet.
Right.
So I'm kind of in the same boat if you look at it that way. In a sense, we both have little to lose, and he's so young.
Yes, but Kobe gets to cook inside, and Sakai at 27, I think this is the first time Kobe's battled a challenger younger than he is.
Squeeze-on?
Yes.
Yeah, let me just tell you what Iron Chef Kobe is doing here. Inside this pot, he has sliced pumpkin and granulated sugar.
Okay. That's
And
what's burning.
Squeeze-on?
Go
Yes.
ahead.
On the other side, the challenger is working on 3 different pots going 3 different directions. In this first one that you see here, he has milk, eggs, and sugar. And next to
Okay.
that, he has a pot with rice and olive oil. And he's also added kelp broth to that second one.
Yeah, I noticed the kelp broth going in there.
Yes, that's right.
For challenger Sakai.
Yes,
So Kensuke Sakai going with kelp broth, the Japanese broth for one of his creations, and so this risotto will have a touch of a Japanese flavor to it.
And for Cuisin?
Yes.
Yeah, finally, in the back, he has another pot with content jelly in it.
Okay, yes, we see that there.
So a total of 3 for the challenger.
Already 3 going in early action on his side.
And for Cuisin?
All right, staying on top of it, big fella.
Sorry,
Go.
there's a lot to cover. On the Iron Chef side, he's taken the granulated sugar and sliced pumpkin we saw earlier and poured it into his blender and added a little milk.
What do we have with this?
Well, looking at the sheer volume, I'd say dolce.
Dolce. Okay.
Yeah, dessert.
Making dessert first.
Yeah, something sweet.
All right, now, hey, take a look at this. The challenger side, he's got some lobster there that he's
Squeeze on.
slicing up. Yes, go ahead.
I asked Challenger Sakai how he feels with his food stand sitting there while he's cooking.
Okay.
And he said, that food stand means everything to me. It's like my wife. I don't know what I would do without it. I'm much more relaxed with it here.
His better half, he started operating around Nishiazabu with Nigiro, often cited by Tokyo's finest, played a cat and mouse game with them, shuffling around 9 different locations around town. But now he has his own little piece of the outdoors inside a temple compound. It's all on the up and up, has an agreement. And as I said before, cited, he was cited more than 30 times by the cops. Illegal parking, no permit, etc. Yes, abalone. Sliced abalone on kelp, and the kelp has been soaked in sake, I believe.
Well, abalone feeds on kelp, so this is a good match.
Great, and more kelp going on top now.
Okay, what's he gonna do? He's choosing to steam them, it looks like.
Okay, yes, the steamer being employed for initial preparation of a kelp and abalone creation now by the challenger. Go ahead.
I see the Iron Chef using a lot of pumpkin skins in some of his dishes, and he told me that the skins or the peels have a bit of a bitter taste to them, but he says they'll make a perfect balance if he adds the right amount.
All right, but no skins to this one right now, and with 2 large frying pans.
Okay, now what's he got working here? Is this pancetta or bacon? Which is on?
Yes, go ahead.
In the Iron Chef's pans, he is frying red chili, garlic, bacon, and pumpkin slices in olive oil.
Oh, okay, so it's bacon then.
Bacon, pumpkin, and garlic in that one.
Yes,
now
and
here.
these are deep-fried pumpkin skins.
Okay, this is where they are.
Oh, will they actually be crispy?
Well, maybe sprinkle on something else later for texture. Use some
Okay.
of those lines.
Fukuisan,
Yes, Ota.
I asked Challenger Sakai why he stayed in the business pulling his food stand from place to place, knowing that he'd be getting all those tickets wherever he went. And he said, as long as I have customers coming to me, I'm committed.
All right, thanks, Ota. Man aims to satisfy Challenger Sakai in Kitchen Stadium, but not far from his cart.
You know, looking at the food stand here, it's pretty hip, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
Now, how many people could sit around that, you'd say?
Probably 7 or 8.
And they'd get a great look at the food being prepared?
Yeah, it's not a huge table, but you can make it work.
And with the inherent limitation on the kitchen size, though, he'd not be able to prepare many different dishes.
Yeah, you have a point there.
Okay, now the Iron Chef here, this is what he had in the mixer, I believe, and looks very rich. A pumpkin sauce. Doc, you're going to call this one a dessert?
That's my guess, yeah, just because it looks like it's going to be quite sweet.
Okay.
Fukuisan,
Yes.
here's the latest on this dessert. Pumpkin, granulated sugar, and milk cooked together in a pot. He later added honey to that mix and strained it. Now he has added gelatin to it, poured it into glasses, and now it's going into the fridge.
All right, I tell you, that could work as a pumpkin pie filling. All right, now back to the
That's
challenge.
like at the end of the
Working
day.
on a risotto, a Japanese
Thank
flavored
you.
risotto, and
There's
right
enough
now,
going on.
looks
Oh
like
my
he's ready
god,
to
my
add
fan's
something
on. I'm
else to
sorry.
it here.
Fukuisan,
Yes, go ahead, Ota.
the challenger had some interesting comments when I asked him why he is using kelp and many other Japanese ingredients. in
There's
his
no reason to
Italian
have
dishes.
the fan
He
be
said, "Hey,
on."
if I like it, I'll use it. That's my policy. I think it's meaningless to have boundaries in cuisine or ingredients.
Well, that's the right spirit for this place, and miso went in there. And Kishimoto-san, what do you think?
Yes. Oh, I just wonder what it'll taste like.
Okay.
Seems like a Japanese-style rice
Yeah,
porridge.
it could be good, maybe, I think.
Wonder how that one will turn out.
Well, it depends on how much pumpkin he adds to this, I think.
Okay, and now he's still working on the frying pan. Let's check in with the Iron Chef now. Yes, go ahead.
God
Something
damn.
new from the Iron Chef containing garlic, red chili, bacon, pumpkin, olive oil, zucchini,
Wow.
eggplant,
Yeah, he says
mushrooms,
wow.
rice wine, salt, consomme, cumin, and tomato puree.
Wow, cumin, Indian spice.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
Fukuisan?
Yes, go ahead.
Something new from the Iron Chef containing garlic, red chili, bacon, pumpkin, olive oil, zucchini, eggplant, cooked porcini mushrooms, white wine, salt, consomme, cumin, and tomato puree.
Oh, with cumin and Indian spice.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
And Fukuisan?
Yes.
Yeah, when I asked the name of this dish, the Iron Chef called it caponata, a specialty from Sicily with tomatoes, pumpkin, zucchini, bacon, porcini, all the favorites of the Italian people.
Yes.
A popular dish in Italian home cooking.
All right, caponata.
Actually, it's caponata.
Okay, caponata.
Yeah, it means vegetable stew in Italian cooking language.
Which means,
And in French, it would
vegetable
be-
stew.
Well, actually, let's don't get into that.
No, let's not, Doc. Just one new word to show, please, okay?
Sorry, fine.
So, caponata.
Sorry,
homemade
sorry.
Vegetable stew. Yes, take it.
I asked the challenger whether
Yes,
the
take it.
miso-flavored risotto he just created was an original.
Oh, actually,
He said,
we had to
"This
pull
is a
back over.
specialty of my food stand.
What do we have? We have a bunch of like building materials and shit. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go over to our base. We're having a little fun. We're not gonna fucking building shit.
And
the food
this
stand
inventive
outside.
dish is
Look
on
at
the
him.
menu.
Very
Ooh,
interesting dish.
doesn't that look yummy?
Risotto, okay? How about that?
No, I'm not a risotto guy.
Japanese flavored risotto. Now, Kobe's side. Has he finished this one?
Yes, yes, the caponata.
Caponata, yes.
The one, yeah. yeah.
The Italian vegetable stew, the caponata, is a done deal, and boy, that is looking fine from here.
Yeah, I think it'll taste great, mainly because it has bacon in it.
Rotate video player.
Champagne.
Champagne.
Whoa, Sakai for what?
The risotto he was preparing.
He did
right?
what?
Yeah, into the risotto.
If I'm
Right
not
here?
mistaken, he did.
Right
Champagne
here.
and miso together.
Miso and champagne.
30 minutes gone.
There we
Dom,
go.
champagne and
Little bit
risotto?
bigger,
Well, actually,
so
I don't
it's
think that's
like.
necessarily a bad thing.
No?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a type of wine after all, so.
Okay, we'll see how it turns out.
Okay, here's that item he was working
Oh,
on.
here comes the pasta on the Iron Chef side.
Oh, here comes the pasta on the
Yes,
Iron
the
Chef
dough
side.
has been sitting in a bowl just
Oh, I keep
waiting to be
forgetting what I was
rolled,
planning
and
on
now the
doing.
Prince of pasta in his element, and the long sheet of it there. Question is, what form will the pasta take for Kobe? Last time we saw a pasta grill.
Yeah, I wanted to
remember?
turn it up a little bit
he
more
often
because
makes
it's like,
ravioli or the
sure, I
ones you
want to be
flip inside
louder
out.
than
Okay,
Iron
maybe
Chef,
that's
but I
what
want
he's
Iron
doing
Chef to
right
also
here.
be
Now
like the main
challenger
like source
will
of
go up
entertainment.
close in the bowl. What do we have
I'm
here?
just
What
doing
is that? Is that
stuff.
ricotta cheese?
Now let's get a
Squeeze on.
report. Go ahead.
Yeah, in this bowl being mixed by
Yeah,
Chef,
in
the
this
challenger has
bowl,
olive oil, pumpkin, ground pork, ground
I
beef,
have
salt, pepper, and some
marrow-
salted cheese.
All right. Yes, it is cheese.
And I forgot to mention
A
dried
tobacco
tomatoes.
product that is legal to smoke.
Okay, and now the
But I don't
challenger
endorse
looking at
smoking,
mix, and he still
because
hasn't
of course
prepared
that
any
is its
coffee as
own
well.
bag of
Yes, they
worms that
have.
you need
One
to be
of his
careful
assistants right
about.
there rolling it out, and we need to find out how they will finish the pasta too on that side.
Alright,
Now,
here's
Iron
my
Chef side
tobacco,
with his
water
pastas
pipe.
and folding.
Oh, yeah, this is like gyoza. It's called tortelli.
Yeah, the ingredients that the Iron Chef is stuffing into these noodle shells is strained pumpkin, crushed amaretti, salt, and milk all mixed together.
Sounds tasty.
Oh, and then what's he going to do with it? Boil them?
That would be my guess, yeah. Boil them. This is like gyoza, Italian style.
And Cuisin,
Yes.
commenting on this dish, the Iron Chef says it's very popular in Italy. The pasta,
Work
which looks like a
tomorrow.
hat,
Not
is
excited
called
for it.
tortelli and is the most popular among pumpkin pasta dishes. The crispy texture of the amaretti is very nice.
All right, and very
Pumpkin
attractive
pasta
looking, too.
dishes.
Now, something smaller than tortelli is called tortellini.
Okay, so this is the kind of the mini version, you might say.
Yeah,
They all chuckle.
that right now.
Okay.
Yes, we saw Steve creating a similar dish earlier using olive oil, pumpkin, salt and pepper, ricotta cheese, dried tomatoes, and ground pork and beef all mixed together. That's this mixture here.
Oh, he was cooking those together earlier.
So this is also a gyoza type thing.
Gyoza
so
type
is this also a
beat.
tortellini then?
Well, yeah, because of the size being small, it's a tortellini.
Okay, now let's move over to the Iron Chef side down into the pan.
I'm watching it through my phone.
Yes.
Yeah, here in one of his walks, the Iron Chef has fresh cream and gorgonzola cheese.
I like it. Fresh
Gorgonzola
okay, fresh
cheese.
cream and gorgonzola cheese together. 20 minutes left.
I don't think I've ever tried gorgonzola. I'm a stinky cheese type of guy, but
Now this
Oh, they look like meatballs.
on the challenger's side, putting it together.
The lobsters from before, right?
Right, the stir-fried ground beef lobster.
Yummy.
I'm guessing he'll fry this.
The strained pumpkin from earlier.
Alright, so we're going back to our
What
base.
happened to my abalone?
Go ahead.
A complete list of the ingredients for this
Which
dish
is-
are as follows: mashed and strained potatoes and pumpkin, which he made into a dough. Then he added cooked lobster and
fuck
ground
is
chicken
it?
to that, and is rolling it into little balls.
He's got mashed taters with the pumpkin.
Rolling it
mashed
into
potatoes as
little
well.
balls.
All right, got it. Not just pumpkin, but also mashed potatoes, a consistency component right there.
Okay, well, if this was a tad smaller, it could pass for a gnocchi, but there's some other ingredients inside you were talking about. So did somebody say lobster?
Hey, now we've got to look here at the Iron Chef side. His pasta dish.
Squeeze on.
Go ahead.
This is the tortelli item that he was stuffing before, which he added to the fresh cream and gorgonzola cheese. We saw a minute ago, he
Gorgonzola
also added
cheese.
fontina cheese to this.
Okay, this is a very traditional dish.
Traditional looking, quite thick
Uh-oh.
sauce there, and also very mouthwatering.
Now, it
And
should be
Daka,
over
Where
here.
would he want to put this one in order in his meal?
I'm guessing probably the very first dish.
Uh-oh, me not playing in a couple days, my base is all destroyed and shit.
Quite a mouthful out of the gate.
True, but by custom, these dishes are one of the first served.
Or what happened was somebody fucking came by and then took all the shit out of my
Now, the Iron
thing and
Chef
just
is,
let it
putting
fry.
different amounts of tortelli down in into those pumpkin halves.
So it should
Yeah,
be
it's
there.
different numbers here. 3 per taster? That doesn't make
What's
any
that all
sense.
about?
I don't know.
Squeeze on.
Yes.
The larger portion is for nuggets.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
The fact that I can't see my thing actually makes me a little nervous and upset.
Iron Chef being extra nice to you, you're gonna leave here stuffed. All right, now a little more cooking on this one, you think?
Maybe into the oven, huh?
Usually they don't, but in this case, yeah, it might help.
Especially with that cheese that's being sprinkled on top. Okay, 15 minutes left, fourth quarter action. A street stall
Yo,
operator against the
careful,
Iron
only
Chef in
15
Kitchen
minutes
Stadium.
left.
Tomatoes a minute ago.
What's he got now?
Fukusan.
Yes.
The Challenger has a couple of sauces here, a green colored sauce and a red one. Starting with the green sauce, it contains stir-fried spinach and basil chicken soup and fresh cream. And next to it, the red one, so far he only has tomatoes and fresh cream in that one.
Okay.
But both are back on the stove and simmering as we speak.
All right, there are the tomatoes doubling down with color-coordinated sauces simmering away right now.
Okay, I got it. He's going to combine these with the white tortellini to make the flag of Italy.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Yeah, the Italian flag will be laid out in front of you.
Sakai already onto the game plan of the presentation of his dishes in the fourth quarter here.
I still want to find out about my abalone.
Right, abalone?
Fukusan.
Yeah, right, he did have some.
Yes.
The item that the Challenger, or sorry, the Iron Chef rather, prepared using cheese has now gone into the oven.
Right, the one on top here.
The one with the Parmesan cheese on top.
Okay, in the oven, in the Iron Chef. What do we see here? Some onion is mixed in there with the deep-fried pumpkin skins, I think.
Fukusan.
Ooh.
Lemon juice has been added to this dish.
See, every time I
These
go
are
to look,
shallots
it's
and
like
pumpkin
I'm
skins, which
driving
were,
off the road.
thinly sliced and deep-fried,
It's not a good
now
look.
flavored with lemon juice.
Shouldn't be drinking and driving. Shouldn't be distracted driving. Shouldn't be smoking and driving. I'm a fool.
Yes.
The item that the Challenger, sorry, the Iron
I
Chef
am
rather
worried
prepared
about
using
not seeing my
cheese
little
has now
base
gone into the
there.
oven.
Okay, the one on top here.
Yes, the one
I
with Parmesan
vividly
cheese on top.
remember
Okay, in the
not
oven,
putting
and the
in
Iron
all the
Chef. What
supplies
do we see
because
here?
it
Some
takes
onion
like
and-
time
yeah,
to
the
assemble and
deep-fried
put them all
pumpkin
in.
skins right here.
Fukusan.
Yes.
So
Lemon juice has been added to this dish. These are shallots and pumpkin skins, which were thinly sliced and deep fried, and now flavored with lemon juice.
Shallots, onion rings, and fried pumpkin skins there.
Right, yeah.
Okay, and now we'll go over to the Challenger.
Okay, it
What's
looks like
he got?
he's frying it up there.
Frying them like a croquette or something.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I'll be because it's only
That's
been like a
exactly
day.
right. What you're looking at are croquettes, and the big one in the center there is for Nagashima Jr.
Not that big much of a eater.
Come again?
on.
Huh?
I was a big eater in junior high school and high school, but not anymore.
Still more than the average guy, right?
Maybe, but I do feel lucky today. I promise I'll finish every single piece on the plate, okay?
All right, and here they are coming out of the oven, the Iron Chef's pasta on pumpkin.
Boy, that looks good, doesn't it?
Or to be precise, is tortelli on pumpkin, right?
Yeah, a blue cheese flavor.
Oh, it looks
Wow.
so good.
Yummy.
You are right about that. And you know, it even looks like a gratin with the crispy surface
Yeah,
there.
it does.
And this ought to be very nice for sure.
All gratin.
And now, scanning his side of the kitchen, there's his Italian vegetable stew, the caponata, and right now you'd have to surmise that two of Iron Chef Kobe's dishes are finished with plenty of time to spare.
Fukusan?
Yes, go ahead.
I mentioned to the Iron Chef that he appears to be making a lot of rather thick and heavy items today.
Right.
He responded by saying, well, pumpkin to begin with is rather heavy, that's why it appears so. But the soup, one of Enoteca's specialties, will be simple, light, and clear.
Well, the thing is like I want to do
Soup, that's the
tank,
specialty of Enoteca Pinky Odi.
That's right.
Okay, and had that planned all along.
and I want like
did
an
Kobe.
actual
And
fucking
it's very
tank.
light and
And it's like the
delicate in
tank
flavor.
shell's not that
Okay,
bad.
10-minute
It's like you
call,
can make
less than 10 minutes
those
left
like,
in this
oh,
pumpkin
I'm not gonna
battle.
cry.
Both are youthful combatants. Neither one is
The tank
their
itself
Italian
is a
cuisine skills
goddamn
against each other. The
like
challenger getting the cheer from his
difficulty.
contingent up in the royal box.
I was looking
Still
at the
continues to
time
work on
it
his
makes,
risotto,
the time it takes to make
using the reins to
one of
shape
the
his
super
risotto,
battle
and
tanks
my
in this
guess
game.
here to measure out
One of the
individual
top times is
servings, I believe
48
you'll
hours.
fry 'em up
48
and then,
real
deep
life
ring 'em and put 'em
hours.
straight down onto the plates. Yes.
Yeah, as to whether
Now,
you'll
the
make it on
catch
time,
is
the Challenger
like,
says, "No problemo, I do this
it
every
should
day,
be
my
very
food stand, expecting the
devastating. If
unexpected
someone
seems
has to
second
wait
nature to me."
48 real life hours to use something, it's like, it should be devastating against enemy
The
team.
Iron Chef has now added
It is a
octopus to one of
6-man
his dishes, and
tank.
if you're wondering
It
what
is
that
a
goes
super
with
battle
pumpkin,
tank.
there's an old Japanese
So it's
saying
like I'm
that
just sitting
women
here like,
potatoes, octopus, and
huh.
pumpkin. Here are two of them. This
You think
is
that
from
would take a
Kishimoto-san.
long time to
I hope she
destroy?
likes it.
You like octopus?
Yes, I do.
I'm concerned about that because it's like, you know, there's a thin line between being overpowered and not overpowered. And I want it to get as close as possible to overpowered because there's a 48-hour time limit before you're able to use the gosh darn thing.
They're almost like a salad.
It's
I
not
guess
the end of
that'll
the
be an hors
world, but,
d'oeuvre.
like,
And this one here, the second item, his tortelli on pumpkin.
That'd be the
Gotcha.
second one. I think you're right on
And
the mark
the
there,
main
yeah.
dish would have to be the
Ooh, that looks yummy.
caponata.
Right. Yeah.
I had a
so
good
now the
dinner
Iron Chef's
tonight.
lineup
I had
is
really good
becoming
dinner.
clearer
It was
now. Take it over.
like
Do you
a
remember the grill the
churrascaria.
Challenger has been working
So it's like
on,
all you can eat
using
meat.
miso
I
and
definitely
rice
filled up
risotto?
on
I
all
asked him
kinds of
what
goofy
exactly that
stuff
was, and he said, "This is going to
before
be
I
a
should have
rice bowl that I can
actually
serve
eaten
at
what I
light
was
food
supposed to
stands on
eat.
cold evening."
Well, that'd be a hit with customers.
And then even
Something
then,
nice
it's
and
like
hot to warm
my
you up on a
stomach
cold
doesn't stretch as well as it used to.
The risotto with miso
So I
served
ate a
in
bunch of
rice bowl
food.
form.
Okay, we can look at the Iron Chef here.
But I didn't feel like
These
eating as
are
much as I
white
could have,
truffles.
or should have.
Oh, how
White
luxurious.
truffles. This is new. Haven't seen that
White
before.
They're
truffles,
about
god
3
damn.
times the price of the black ones.
Unbelievable. We spare no expense here in Kitchen Stadium.
Money's
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say.
runs up the tab here. Now, what are these? We see dumplings.
It's funny.
That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Okay, challenger side.
And they don't look Italian at all.
Now, are these already fried?
No, they haven't been fried yet. No.
Huh.
No? Okay.
But he'll probably fry them.
And the scary thing is like,
He had something
I
else in
had
the frying pan, but
a
these-
couple buildings up, nothing that didn't like, you know, what, nothing that won't take me 4 minutes to redo. You know, it's nothing that I'm gonna like cry
Here comes
about.
the soup.
Okay, what? Iron Chef side?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Iron Chef.
yeah,
Pumpkin-based
that's it.
soup.
Okay, right. Well, this is one of the specialties
5
from
minutes to
Enoteca
go.
Pink Yodi.
5 minutes left now. The Iron Chef with the soup, the specialty of
Okay.
Enoteca Pink Yodi in Italy, where he was trained. Now here's the Dolce. Here.
I just like watching this show because it's such a spectacle. It's like seeing everything they do. Also, the voice actors are great.
You're working hard. Go ahead.
I don't know if you noticed it or not, but the Iron Chef just spooned some
Big
British
fella, you
fruit
working
in his
hard.
Dolce. It's
Go
a mixture
ahead.
of honey, red wine, and diced
Oh,
pears.
shit.
These were chilled for quite a while before being
That
added.
kills me.
Okay.
And the Iron Chef soup that you mentioned a moment ago is
Yes.
blended and strained shallots, olive oil, pumpkin, ginger, consomme, salt, more consomme, and
More
I asked the Iron Chef
consomme.
about this dish, and he told me that thinning pumpkin puree
Shit.
with consomme is a popular technique.
Okay, you
use
can lean
milk or
back a
fresh
little
cream, it
bit.
tends to get too
Microphone,
thick.
go over
Okay, so
there.
it won't be like a cream of pumpkin soup.
If I yell
there,
again,
and
you
I
don't
think
wanna
now
be
we've got
upset
Kobe
with
with
me.
5 items: an hors d'oeuvre,
Ah,
the soup, the
shit.
tortelli, right, the caponata, and dessert. So we've got a pretty good idea right now as to what Iron Chef Italian Kobe
I will
be
drive
presenting for
around
his
because if
full
it's
course meal.
not
Now
there,
the other
it's
side,
well,
food stall operator
it's
Challenger
saying it's
Sakai
not
laying
there,
down
so
the
that
green
means
and
it's
yellow
not there,
sauces
right?
around some tortelli-looking pasta of his own.
Well, actually, it's tortellini.
Okay, tortellini, the smaller one, the gyoza-style pasta item. Tell you what, I'm ready to wolf.
Does the
one
fact
myself.
that someone
Yes, go
made
ahead.
like an actual bunker base over there, does that constitute? Well, I guess you could actually spawn from there, right?
I have succeeded in enhancing the natural
A
sweetness
bunker
of the
base
pumpkin.
is like that's spawnable. Well, I see there's bunker bases
Now on
over
the
here
challenger
too.
side, abalone right
the
there.
abalone.
Kishimoto-san, what you've been waiting for.
That's right.
You look so happy. How's he going to use this one, Doc?
Well, this will be for
Some fun
an
stuff in
antipasto, like
here.
a
An hors d'oeuvre,
yeah.
okay, but will he have time to finish it?
Boy, what's the time?
Less than
running
2 minutes left. Going to be tight. The Iron Chef appears done with all his dishes, but here he is cutting into another pumpkin, perhaps for some decorative purposes, while challenger Sakai on his side, less than a
so
minute to go,
scared.
pouring some sauce onto his risotto/rice ball.
This is going to be tight.
Oh, I hope he finishes the
This is a
abalone.
wine
Tight.
sauce being poured on, the hybrid effort.
You got that
boy,
right,
that's
Chief.
Finished this way.
Yeah, right on top. Look
Smack dab on top.
Yeah, raw ham and red snapper.
at that. The red snapper there.
Yes,
Raw
it was
ham.
Red Snapper, another of his specialties, and today in Kitchen Stadium, for the first time, a chef who owns and operates a food stall, food stand, whatever you want to call it, battling an Iron Chef in this pumpkin battle. 30 seconds left now. Challenger Sakai, for a time he had to make his living on the sly, away from the watchful eyes of the authorities. Now a whole nation looks on. He's legal and making his own creative dishes, holding his own against the Prince of Pasta, Iron Chef Kobe.
Okay.
And for Halloween, the pumpkin livens up the scene. Win or lose, both men have acquitted themselves well today. The final seconds ticking down,
Huh.
and yes, that's it. The cooking's done. The pumpkin battle is over.
Well done in there.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
How do you feel?
Thanks.
I did okay, I think.
Okay. Were you able to work,
Yeah.
just like you do every day?
Not exactly, actually. A little
The
difficult.
railroad is new.
Not used to this kitchen.
And that was difficult. Did you beat the Iron Chef?
Motherfuckers.
How was it?
Well, pumpkins, each one of them has a different water content, so it's difficult cooking them. Keep an eye on that. Maybe this was the hardest thing so far for me.
And the dishes?
I think they're quite good.
Okay.
Some are very light, and some accentuate the natural flavors of the pumpkin, I also managed to make a light dessert for
Infuriating.
today. I'm satisfied with the outcome.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that means?
I'll win for sure.
Okay, thanks.
Challenger Sakai.
Okay,
is
not
offering
the end of the
5
world.
dishes.
I shouldn't be
First, 5
here
pumpkin bowls
anyways.
containing
We
lobster
should be
meat,
closer
sautéed
to like
ground beef
a
and lobsters are
refinery. So
inside the
let's go
balls made
build
from
near
straight pumpkin.
Foxcatcher.
The sweetness of lobster harmonizes with that of pumpkin. Second, pumpkin and abalone salad. A pleasant, interesting texture created by a mix of white sesame seed paste and mayonnaise, poured on pumpkin and abalone. Third, pumpkin ravioli, a nicely done homemade style
Yeah, I was
pasta.
like, something's
The
wrong
colors
here.
of the spinach and basil
Okay,
sauce, tomato
so we'll
sauce,
go
and white
over to
ravioli represent the
Foxcatcher
flag of Italy.
because that has a refinery, and just for
Fourth is
stuff like
sautéed
building.
snapper and
Ooh,
pumpkin, combining two of his specialties. Underneath the sautéed snapper, tasters will find a grilled
it's a
Japanese
bummer.
flavored risotto
Makes
with
me a little
miso mixed in.
cross, but you know, I'm not gonna
Last
cry
is
about
pumpkin
it.
yokon, a
It's
fantastic
my
dessert,
stupidity
the natural
for thinking
sweetness
that
of
it's gonna
pumpkin
hang out.
enjoyed with coconut milk ice cream. Simplicity,
Ooh,
the key
coconut
word
milk
for
ice
Sakai's approach. The Iron Chef counters with 5 dishes as well. First, pumpkin croton soup, a recreation of an Enoteca Pinchiori specialty. But the Iron Chef adds his own unique touch with the sautéed foie
It'll
gras
also
and
allow
fried
me to
crispy
be
pumpkin.
able to.
Second, marinated octopus and vegetables. He fried pumpkin skin shoestrings and laid them around the main item.
further.
The texture of the octopus and sweetness of pumpkin offer a surprisingly good match.
Coalfield.
Third, pumpkin tortilla
So that's cool.
gratin served on a pumpkin plate. The gorgonzola sauce matches perfectly
Damn,
with
that
the
sounds so
pumpkin,
yummy.
and the aroma of truffles further heightens the tasting experience. Fourth, pumpkin
Got that
caponata.
chocolates.
The tomato sauce, absorbing the sweetness of
Ooh.
the pumpkin, is something out of this world. And porcini, mushrooms, and zucchini dance hand in hand with the pumpkin, accentuated by a dash of red chili. Last is pumpkin cappuccino. The caramel's bitterness enhances pumpkin's natural flavor, orchestrating a nice harmony and texture in this superb dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling his own food cart into Kitchen Stadium comes today's challenger, an open-air food stand operator, chef of Italian dishes, Kensuke Sakai. An unusual challenger, to say the least, going against Iron Chef Italian Masahiko Kobe. Chairman
God damn it,
Kanda,
another milk
unveiling
chocolate.
theme
I hate the milk
ingredient, provides
chocolates.
a cushion of comfort to both
They're not
young
bad,
chefs,
they're just
with pumpkin, popular in Italian fare.
not good.
With an expanded kitchen and resources, Sakai fashions a set of 5 dishes. The Iron Chef holds nothing back in producing his collection of 5. And now, the moment of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today are Lower House member Shinichiro Kurimoto, actress Kayoko Kishimoto, sportscaster Kazushige Nagashima, and culinary critic Asako Kishi. First, the dishes of challenger Sakai.
屋台でやってらっしゃるっていうのはやっぱりこの、まあ自由にやりたい。
Yes, that's right. And I think food stands are the origin of any food service, so I wanted to start there.
一つ質問ですけど、なんで一茂さんだけでかいの？
He always says he wants a bigger portion on this show, so it's a bit bigger.
Okay, here we go.
Pumpkin is sweet, as we know, and it does match well with lobster.
So upset.
This is good.
I guess we don't need the
This looks like a
encampment, do we?
confection almost, but has lobster inside. It's a surprise. And by using a bit of balsamic vinegar, the flavor really changes. The pumpkin
go.
is accented.
There's some good shit right there.
I call this sesames. Sesame seeds and mayonnaise.
The firm texture of the pumpkin and the sesame seeds and mayonnaise, it's sour, sweet, and good. It's a nice package for serving pumpkin.
The sesame seeds add a nice touch to this. But for me, the pumpkin is a bit too hard. Really.
これいつも屋台
I'll show you hard, bitch.
Yes, I serve homemade pasta. Yes.
The sauces are very different in flavor.
Yes.
We can't mix them together?
Oh, please, as you like.
Yeah? Okay. Let's go for it. Just as I thought.
Better mixed? The pumpkin in this dish
These people
is
are
quite
crazy.
wonderful. But to make it perfect, I wish
God
the
damn it, I'm done with
pumpkin was
those.
just a bit thinner.
It's a bold homemade pasta, and one might say it should be
It's
a
a
little bit
bold
less
homemade
chewy.
pasta.
But I think this is okay too.
まあスタジオじゃなくて、本当この屋台でね。
Yeah, I'd be in heaven with this.
ちょっと入れますか。
If it was served like this at a food stand, really.
The snapper and the risotto are both still watery, and they don't match. And I don't see the pumpkin, and I don't think this is so good.
Hey, but I finished it.
Huh?
Good stuff.
I think young people
Good
would like
stuff.
this eating at food stands. His dishes are healthy and surprising in some ways.
Maybe his dishes are not for formal settings, and I think he tried to be too formal today for this. Next time, I'm going to your place in gym clothes. You can bet on that.
And now the dishes of Iron Chef Kobe.
This time, I rearranged various recipes. Some served at restaurants, traditional
Was that a
ones, and
poke or an
little home-style
insult?
cooking as well.
Next time, I'm going to your place in gym clothes.
It has good body.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
I think this is very good.
You added fried pumpkin strips.
Yeah, we're gonna need to turn on autoclick.
The foie gras is a bit overcooked.
I hope you enjoy the overall texture with the octopus mixed in. Mix them up real well first.
The octopus has a bit of a fishy smell, and this is missing the flavor of pumpkin. Knowing Kobe-san, I have to say,
Perfect.
this is one of his rare failures.
When you look at it, you see the glossy olive oil, and you think it might be greasy, but it's not at all.
The Challenger had a similar one, pumpkin tortelli. This is the real stuff.
Interesting.
So tactful after the previous bad one. This is wonderful.
I'm filling up my
The pumpkin isn't overpowering, rather its
make my
sweetness
fucking shit
complements the
smell good
cheese.
This
thing.
just makes me want to never stop eating pumpkin. It's a great dish. That's what I think.
Kobe serves his pumpkin caponata.
Well, it's a bold home-style cooking type of dish. I wanted the boldness of that dish to speak up. That's why I use this as my main dish.
Speak up.
Using pumpkin in this dish is very interesting. It's very warm and fluffy with a nice use of red chili.
The pumpkin combined
Oh,
with
listen,
this
I'm peeing
tomato
really hard
sauce
in
adds
here.
a special kind of sweetness.
The pumpkin is absorbed in
Oh,
the sauce.
fuck.
and
Oh,
it's
shit.
key to this. And the saltiness of the bacon and the spicy red chili. There are many other flavors here, but the pumpkin is the center. This is a great pumpkin dish.
The sourness and the caramel slight bitterness. This is very well calculated. He was very serious in cooking today. Am I right?
I just can't lose this one.
Right, or maybe he'll be sent out to cook on the streets. We'll know the verdict in a few moments.
WW.
かぼちゃ対決。料理人にとって最も大切なものは何か。それを教えてくれたような気がします。それでは。
I forget the
Today's pumpkin battle, youthful gladiators from opposite sides of the tracks.
On
One from the
the-
streets, cooking on the run to stay a step ahead of the law. Challenger Sakai, no pedigree, but no impediment to quality cooking. Iron Chef Kobe in a seemingly no-win situation, but he must. To avoid a second straight loss, pressure all the more. Can he pull through? Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
who takes it?
鉄人神戸正弘。
The Iron Chef Kobe gets the nod and takes it, coming back after that devastating loss to the sommelier, winning this battle against a chef who had nothing to lose, sometimes the most dangerous opponent, as Kobe discovered last time, and goodwill between the two chefs, an uplifting scene there. These guys, maybe they have a lot more in common than we all realize. Okay, let's check the scores. Kurimoto, 1917, the Iron Chef. Kishimoto, 20-19, Iron Chef. Nagashima 20-19 Iron Chef. Kishi 19-17 Iron Chef. Yes, a sweep for Kobe. The Iron Chef bringing home the W with pumpkin. It'll
Bringing
be a happy
home the
Halloween
W.
indeed for Iron Chef Italian Masahiko Kobe.
It's 50, right? Maybe that's acceptable. I don't know. We'll find out. And here's my atomizer. Cool. Oh, that smells terrible. God, I'll smoke a bong about it. Next episode, please. I want to go grab some Doritos, honestly. That actually sounds like the best. What time is it? It's like an hour and a half. Yeah, I'll go grab a thing of Doritos here.
5 years ago, a man's fantasy became
I'll
reality.
get this bowl real
In a
quick.
form never seen before, a giant cooking arena, Kitchen Stadium. The motivation
we got
for spending
that.
his fortune to create Kitchen Stadium was to encounter new original cuisines, which could be called
Gonna lock
true
it as
artistic
well.
creations.
Cuisine.
To realize his dream, he first secretly started selecting the top chefs of various styles of cooking. And he named his men the Iron Chefs, the invincible men of culinary skills. Iron Chef Japanese is Masaharu Morimoto. Iron Chef French is Hiroyuki Sakai. Iron Chef Chinese is Chen Kenichi. And Masahiko Kobe is Iron Chef Italian. The Kitchen Stadium is the arena where Iron Chefs await the challenges of master chefs from around the world. Both the Iron Chef and Challenger have 1 hour to tackle the theme ingredient of the day. Using all their senses, skills, creativity, they're to prepare artistic dishes never tasted before. And if ever a challenger wins over the Iron Chef, he or she will gain the people's ovation and fame forever. Kitchen Stadium is the arena where you will meet the master chefs from around the world and their artistic creations. What inspiration will today's challenger bring?
Oh, I'm in the wrong seat. I'm like, here we go, here we go, here we go. So there's salvage right there. That's exactly what we need. Damn, people are taking that up. Hongo District in Tokyo.
This campus area of Tokyo
We're gonna start with some coal, baby.
In Hongo, there is a
Actually,
restaurant nicknamed
let's see
the
if,
Kitchen of Tokyo University.
See if this fucker is unlocked. It's locked.
Established
Grab
in
a wrench,
1925,
wrench it open.
survived many
You
turbulent
could.
days, catering
I don't
to
see
many
why not.
VIPs of Japan, including the presidents of the
I may.
university.
I just may.
We enjoyed so much business.
There's a storage
in
depot
the
here,
heydays.
and
Now I think our business is about
there's nothing
half,
cool. Some
or
gravel.
maybe less than half these days. It's very tough for a restaurant.
There's one of those
like
load
this.
luggers.
But Shochiku is quite unordinary. They have started a project to reclaim
Submit
their
this
status.
vehicle. We'll get the load lugger out.
They dropped the
Get the load
formality of
lugger
Japanese
out.
cuisine and built a counter-style corner in the restaurant with a modern touch. The owner scouted this man as head chef, Kazumi Nagayama.
I thought this new chef, who's not bound by tradition, could do many new things for us while preserving the good features of this old restaurant of ours.
Ooh.
Harmony between old and new. The restaurant has been reborn.
Harmony
Let's
between
check it out.
old and new. Let's see
Today's
what we got in there
challenger, a
finally.
man
That's where we
in
had some.
charge of
Holy
reclaiming the
shit.
status of a restaurant with a long
So we got all the
tradition.
BM we need.
From Shochiku in Hongo, Tokyo,
We just need to get that
Master
gravel.
Chef Kazumi Nagayama.
Yeah, we got lots and lots of fun stuff.
He
So let's go
has
get the
seen it
gravel,
all
baby.
at top Japanese restaurants across the country.
You got a sledgehammer
At age
in there
34,
for
he
me?
headed the kitchen of Shochiku, a bold move for the restaurant.
No sledgehammer.
Nagayama's
First rate.
creations are a blend of old and new.
Factory.
He constantly proposes
Factory.
new menus with his perfected
We got one in the town base. Boop.
So now, Nagayama,
We'll
use
try
your
this.
senses and skills and show us flashbacks of the heyday of your restaurant.
I'm committed to do my best.
He said something, orgaranimas. No, we will need that. Ooh, I want to wrench that open pretty bad, actually. Did we see what food it was yet? This is good shit. Just good TV. Oh no, I forgot to put gas in here.
文豪が集い古くから食文化が栄えてきた町本郷その本郷で赤門の台所と呼ばれてきた老舗料亭が和食界に新たな息吹を吹き込むべく動き出しました
Oh, that's convenient. Haha. We probably don't need that much.
Entering Kitchen Stadium challenger
Yeah,
Nagayama,
let's see
led
if
by
we can get up in
Fumito Take,
this
manager of
bitch.
one of the longest running traditional Japanese restaurants in Tokyo's Hongo district. Japan's elites, the power brokers in business and government, graduates of nearby Tokyo University, dine there frequently. It's Nagayama who's responsible
Dying
for
there
restoring
frequently.
Tokyo's reputation.
Damn. I'm stuck here. Can't get out there.
Thank you for inviting us.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
赤門の台所
Fuck you.
どのように変化する非常に楽しみですそれでは料理界では
He goes,
東大
yeah.
だと思うんですが
What am I looking at? Oh yeah, nothing good over there.
よみがえるべきアイアンシェフ
Yeah, we're just gonna make a fuckload of gravel, and then we'll make our
Top notch
base.
they are, the three Iron Chefs, Japan's culinary
New
kings.
facility
Iron
being
Chef
built
Chinese
soon.
Chen Kenichi,
I don't
Iron
believe
Chef French
it.
Hiroyuki Sakai, and Iron Chef
If we're
Japanese
lucky, we can just fill
Masahiro
this bitch
Morimoto.
up.
All three always
Yes,
striving
we
to break
can.
new ground.
さあ伺いましょう誰と戦いますか
Sakai-san, please.
The challenger goes for Sakai.
Sakai-san,
Japanese versus
please.
French cuisine it'll be. Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai.
Yeah, I gotta
a
give these
pioneer
things
in
a
fusing
reason
Japanese
to
techniques
use,
with
you know what
French
I mean?
cuisine. He's the Delacroix of French cuisine for his artistic use of color, but he lost last time. Now has to come back against a chef steeped in tradition who works in the hub of academia, where everything's taken seriously.
この秋のキッチンスタジアムにふさわしいテーマといえばあれしかありません目黒からではなく三陸沖から
That was easy.
それでは発表します今日のテーマはこれです
What is this? Ooh, what do they got? Sardinia. Is it sardines? No, that's sorry.
Here we go, a battle between
That was a
challenger
good face.
Nagayama,
You
who
can
works
make
the
a good
kitchen at
emote
the
out of that.
unofficial restaurant for Tokyo University
Oh,
grads, and
motherfucker.
Iron Chef French Sakai, two seasoned chefs, but you'd have to say the challenger starts with the upper hand. The theme Saori, not used in French cuisine. What'll Sakai do to get out of this one?
Shit, piss, and also cum.
Opening gong, the battle begins. Entourage in the royal box looking on for
Yeah,
challenger Nagayama.
these are big things. I don't
Chef
think I
Sus
need
at
to
the
build
ingredient
all
stand. It's
that
been a while for
bullshit.
Sakai to be in a battle with the Japanese
Ow.
cuisine chef. The theme ingredients,
Excuse
Pacific
me,
Saori,
sorry.
a very popular fish here in the fall. In Japanese, it's sanma, always
Go
grilled.
back to
And
Foxcatcher.
80 fish up there, cotton waters off Tohoku up north. And Hattori,
Easy.
they don't
Wow.
have any experience with this fish in France, do they?
Well, no, as the name
Nope.
suggests, it's a Pacific fish, but it could be looked at like a sardine, similar in flavor.
All right, but thinking this through once again with Nagayama coming from a pretty exclusive restaurant,
okay.
this is not something normally served in the high-class places.
Well, no, not as a rule, it's not.
All right, so maybe instead of the upper hand, we'll call it a slight advantage for the challenger. And now, checking in on the Iron Chef side, Sakai has already got some fish sliced up there.
Squeeze on.
Go ahead, Ota.
What does Iron Chef Sakai
Go ahead,
think about
Ota.
Pacific Saori? He says it's not used in French cuisine at all. Why do you keep giving me these difficult themes? It's just like lobster last time.
Take it up with the chairman. Sakai's last battle, Lobster and Ron Siegel from San Francisco, the victor in a sweep, snapping Sakai's sixth battle winning streak. Yes, go ahead.
Challenger Nagayama, commenting on the sluggish business conditions of Japanese restaurants, told me everything is because of the economic downturn, but he says I'm not just complaining about it, I'm trying everything I can to get out of this mode, and one approach is to gear our dishes toward young people, especially women.
Well, that's what all the restaurants are doing these days. They've got the disposable income, and you know, the high-class places for us regular folk, prices are a little steep. Nagayama says he'd
Creative
like to see a
explosion.
little lowering of the prices.
Okay,
We
sir.
could go for that.
Actually, that is becoming the trend now. I've noticed a lot of high-class Japanese restaurants are offering lunchtime specials now.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure that
Ooh.
they do it
What?
at his restaurant, though.
They use foie gras in their
They
lunch
just got
deals?
tanks up in this
No, not
bitch.
as a rule, but they could be using it at dinner time, though.
Sick, actually.
Okay, and now we're
There's
gonna
a construction
go
rig in there
upstairs,
too, so I
second
don't
floor
even need to
into the
build
royal box.
it.
The gentleman to the left, that's the president of Shochiku Restaurant, Hiroshi Takei. And of course, the lady to the right, she came in with Nagayama Fumiko Takei, the manager of the place, and also the waitresses and the kitchen help.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
all
we'll
in the
grab,
row behind them. So Chef Nagayama has
we'll
a
go
lot of
perform
supporters in the
a
royal
small
box today
duty.
for this battle
Oh, fuck, I
as he
forgot
goes
to.
against Iron Chef French Sakai. Okay, and now with that, let's get on to the business of introducing our guests for this battle today. First, next
I
to me,
forgot
singer
to
Joji
get
Yamamoto.
the
Nice
shit
to have you
out.
in here today.
Pleasure to be here.
It's been about a year and a half for you since you were here last.
Yes, that's right.
But celebrating your 25th year in the music
Neato,
biz
actually.
and your new single "I'm Your Man" on the charts.
Right.
Okay. Guess the
Yes.
challenger feels the same way. Wants to be our man too. Well, last time you were
Right.
in here, it was bell peppers. This time, Saori. Which do you
Yes.
like better?
Saori, of course.
This is better.
Yeah, I live in Meguro too.
Okay,
Hank?
so I bet as a
Or
Meguro
something
man,
along
you
some
like it grilled
buildings?
with salt, huh?
Yes, I love it.
Grilled Saori. We'll
Yeah.
probably get some today, but not the usual style.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to
This
it.
is, yeah.
Okay, thanks for coming in. And last time she was here for the unisex salmon battle, we've got actress Kuniko Asagi. Thanks for coming in.
Hello, it's nice to be back.
Asagi-san is a housewife. You should like this fish. Easy on the budget.
Oh, yeah, I do. It's inexpensive, and it's also easy to cook. It's very good just by grilling it with salt.
Well, that's the only way I know it's cooked.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you're right. But, you know, today, if each chef makes 5, that'll be 10 different dishes with Saori. And that's
Can't
what
really
I'm looking
do
forward
anything
to in
there,
this
buddy.
battle.
And should be a lot of help for the housewives out there. Okay, thanks for coming
wow.
in.
Thank you.
And we've got Dr. Yukio Hattori.
Well,
Doc,
fuck
Nice
yeah,
to be here.
huh?
I just noticed the challenger over here is smoking something.
challenger side here.
Squeeze on.
Nagayama, go ahead, Ota.
Talking about this smoking technique the challenger is employing here, he's not using the usual cherry wood chips, etc. He's using a combination of pine needles, ginkgo leaves, Japanese maple leaves, persimmon leaves, sprinkled with sugar.
Wow, that is unusual right there.
Very interesting.
He's burning all the fall-colored leaves in there, and Japanese maple too.
Yeah, it's almost like the little fire you have in your backyard after
upsetting.
you've done raking.
A scent of autumn.
I wonder what kind of aroma that'll give to the fish, though.
We'll find
Look at
out.
that one
Yes.
instead.
I mentioned to Iron Chef Sakai that today's challenger is trying to make changes in Japanese cuisine by
We do
catering
need
more
those
to
for
younger
the
women.
thing,
And I
so
asked him
I
how
will
he would
go
approach
accomplish that
and he said,
task.
the dishes have to be healthy, diet conscious, and have good balance between ingredients, but the most important ingredient is love is all you need. Well, actually, you need the other 3, but love helps.
Beetles and Sakai.
Laugh. This is getting heavy right from the beginning. Why are you looking at me?
Don't worry, they know
This is
everything's
getting
okay at the
heavy
moment.
right from the beginning.
yes.
See, yeah, that's why I love fucking all
Okay,
the
now this may look Italian at first
judges
glance, but it's actually
in
more of a
Iron Chef
province
because they're
style,
just
by that I
random
mean southern
celebrities.
All right.
They're not necessarily like nobodies per se, but like they have the most like
Boy, tough question, but that is an option.
they're,
Yeah.
they're pretty genuine for the most part. Like you know if they don't like something, it's like they'll voice exactly why. And like sometimes they say like stupid shit, but it's like I appreciate the fact that they say stupid shit because it's like they're like normal-ish people in that regard. It's hard to find that level of genuineness,
Just like relationships can't live on
genuinosity.
when you're cooking. Nagayama, age 40, still considered young in
Bring
the
me
business.
matching
You'd like
shirts
to
to
see
the
some
blank.
changes in
We
the
need
tradition-bound
shirts.
field.
Okay, he's
Nope,
wrapping these up here,
sorry.
you can see.
And what's
Wanna
he
build
gonna
my
do
own
with
tank.
this? Boil it or
All right,
braise it?
meantime,
or...
Iron Chef here.
These are
Private
sun-dried
assembly
tomatoes.
station.
sun-dried
Yeah, fuck
tomatoes,
yourself.
Okay, looking very much Italian cuisine with this one.
And Fukui-san?
Yes.
That dude's like,
about
yeah,
this pan going into the oven,
you
the Iron
can't
Chef
play
says
here.
it's a specialty of the
And then look at
province
all
region,
this
which uses
nonsense.
sardines. I'm
Look at
using
this
Saori
shit.
instead, rearranging it a bit.
Okay.
All right, see, province style.
Interesting.
Yamamoto-san,
Yes.
you strike me as a Japanese cuisine devotee. What about French cuisine?
Wow.
I have it sometimes.
So you definitely like Japanese better.
Yes, yes. But when I first had foie gras, I was
But
in
when
heaven.
I
Well, I
first
think the
had
challenger's got some
foie
foie
gras,
for you today.
Yeah, I think so.
Do we know what he's doing with it yet?
He
Yeah, I
hasn't
think so,
touched it
yeah.
yet.
No, not yet.
All right.
These are
Nagayama
full
holding off on the
of
foie gras for
scrap.
now, and here's an interesting wrap and tie job by the challenger.
Okay, I think I know what he's doing here. He'll be stewing this, I think.
Okay, 15 minutes gone already in this battle.
I'm not bringing more
According to the
petrol
challenger, this
because
wrapped
I'm
celery
a
and celery match
scumbag.
perfectly. He says, I'm trying to create new combinations that could become the next trend.
Well, that's news to me. The words match celery and celery.
Okay, challenger Nagayama holding off on the foie gras for now, and an interesting wrap and tie job there.
Okay, I think I know what he's doing.
Interesting.
He's doing this.
Okay, 15 minutes gone already in the battle.
Well, my goal is to make petrol, so it's like, I'll take that and I'll make petrol eventually. Not necessarily today, but someday.
Celery and celery.
The Iron Chef is frying something?
Okay, well, he could be putting those fried items onto the province-style
The
dish.
Iron
That would
Chef
add some
is
body to
frying?
it.
Okay, good possibility.
Okay, now the challenger, you'll notice, is frying too over here.
Right. Is this flour or cornstarch?
I think
I
it's
don't know what that
cornstarch.
is.
Okay, cornstarch.
All right, the apparent good match. Celery wrapped with celery.
Okay, here we go. The Iron Chef is first in using the foie gras.
Yamamoto-san, it's for you, the Iron Chef.
Ooh.
The foie gras.
Right, yes.
Oh, my eyes are locked on. When it comes to food, I'm serious.
Yeah, your eyes are glaring like a watchdog. What's he gonna do with my
on laser-like. Now we're swinging over to the challenger.
See, yeah, I love the people who do the dubs. They're so cute.
Here in the food processor, the challenger is blending celery fillet, green
I also
scallions,
love
ginger, and also
Fukuoka-san.
All right.
Okay, now the question is how these fish balls are going to be used.
This would be
Like a
like,
stew
Oda,
pot, or I don't see
Ota.
anything that hints to a stew pot though. So
Where you
we'll find
been?
out.
Take it.
When asked how many dishes
Take
he's
it.
shooting for,
Yeah,
the Iron
that's
Chef
cute.
said just 4 good dishes.
4 for the Iron Chef.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, now look at the Iron Chef. He's preparing to smoke something too, it seems.
Well,
All right. Yeah, he is.
Right. There it is for his smoking effect.
And
oh, you
he's using
can't
wood
make
chips.
them.
Yeah, wood chips, cherry wood chips, I think, and sugar.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Yes, I'm told these are apple
No
wood
worries.
chips.
Actually, what we'll do
Applewood.
is we'll go back to our
Well, there are a lot of different
things real
choices for
quick.
different kinds of aromas that you'd want, so he went that way.
So, what kind of aroma will apple wood chips
I
give?
think my dog is
It'll
geeking the
smell
fuck
like apple
out.
chips, I guess.
I'm okay with that. I
Haven't
don't
burned much
care.
applewood
We
lately.
can do
We'll
that.
find out.
Fukusan?
Yes.
The filleted sorry you're looking at on the monitor has been flavored with salt and thyme.
so
Well,
these are the
actually,
ones
we
for
might
smoking.
not
Frying
have
first
to.
a bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't look oily at all.
Okay, now here's
Doesn't
the
look
challenger.
oily
This
at
one's
all.
Okay.
boiling.
Yeah, the fish balls.
Fish balls?
Yeah.
Looks like
Whoa.
it could go as a soup,
Y'all need to
maybe.
calm down.
Yeah, rather large fish balls.
Looked like a bomb to me.
A bomb.
Hey, I thought he was looking to attract the young women. These are sumo-sized. Well, he must have some idea behind the large size of these.
Yeah, well, it's just that celery is a theme ingredient, right? So
Okay.
he wants to emphasize that.
Now on the Iron Chef's side, and Sakai coughing
Are
over
you
there.
okay,
Got too close to the smoke. Yes, go ahead, Ota.
I hear that the challenger has a mix of grated daikon radish and glutinous rice powder. I think this is it here.
That's grated daikon?
Right, mixed with glutinous rice powder.
Okay, Nagayama using grated daikon with glutinous rice powder, kneading the mixture.
It's interesting because he's using like the water content of the daikon radish to knead the glutinous rice flour.
Right. It's good for digestion, and I say he made a fine match with this.
Sounds like this one will be easy to eat.
Yeah. And the Iron Chef is marinating the fish with vinegar, I believe.
Maybe for sushi?
Fukusan?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh
these
my
are being
God.
marinated in plain vinegar.
Thanks, Ota.
Okay, so with marinated fish, what's he going to do with this?
Sakai using vinegar here to firm up these filleted pieces.
Fukusan?
Go ahead.
Ms. Fumiko Takei in the Royal Box says all high-class restaurants are struggling business-wise. We're looking into different kinds of possibilities to stay in business. In that sense, I'm expecting our head chef, Nagayama, to show us some new direction in this battle. I think his ideas could help other chefs as well.
Okay, 30 minutes gone now, and at the halfway mark, Nagayama's backers unleash a little cheering for their restaurant's lead chef.
Fukusan,
Take it.
Iron Chef Sakai, speaking about the challenger, says, hey, I remember when I was in the same boat, French cuisine was not what young people wanted. It's heavy with butter and cream, and I knew I had to do something to stay in business besides relying on corporate whining and dining.
Yes.
That's how I arrived at my healthy French cuisine. I can relate to what the
Healthy
challenger is saying.
French
All
cuisine.
right, well, some kindred spirits today.
Yeah, these guys are supporting each other. Nice rivalry there. Is that curry powder?
Yeah, it is curry powder.
With a challenger.
Right,
They're
yeah.
on top of that
See?
sauce.
Fukusan,
What is
Yes.
the ingredients in this are water, tomato puree, tomato ketchup, celery, laurel leaves, and curry powder, and he's added the sari wrapped celery to it, which he had fried earlier.
that? Okay, so he put the fried items
Taking
in
it
this.
to
Okay.
a new level. Wow.
I'm surprised. I never thought he'd do anything like this.
Yeah, he's kind of straying from the traditional path of Japanese cuisine.
Yes, but it sounds good. And with some rice, you'd have a nice lunchtime offering if you want to go that route. Now let's route ourselves over to the Iron Chef, his province dish, salaries.
I wish there was a little bit more
sardines.
like, oh yeah,
And
which
there
one is
are
it?
The salary going into that
Yeah,
one.
the fried ones.
Fukusan,
Yes.
these celery that the Iron Chef is adding here have not
Right.
been gutted. He simply soaked them in milk for a while and then coated them with flour and fried them.
The innards are still in.
That's right.
Okay, and with
Gravel
onions
should
there, a
be-
southern
oh,
French
I don't have
specialty
the gravel
Sakai's
yet.
variation,
Darn.
celery instead of sardines there, and
Cool.
now
Oh, look at that, the glutinous rice flour.
The one with the radish, he's going to put these together?
with the fishball bombs, I guess, not for a soup.
Maybe he'll steam them then.
Well, he may do that once to harden them, but later on,
So there'll be another step after that with these?
yeah, it could be something along the lines of dumplings for a soup.
You
or
think so?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, we've never seen anything like that before.
Well, to be honest, I haven't either. So.
They keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's kind of like making a snowman. It keeps growing.
Definitely steal as
now
much as
on
you
the
can
Iron
from the
Chef
public
side, bubbly
stockpiles.
sauce there.
Squeeze on.
Creative guy.
Go ahead.
Just to review, in this pot, the Iron
Go
Chef has
ahead.
shallots, olive oil, garlic, red wine, and fond de veau, or veal broth. The celery in there have not been gutted, and he also added thyme and hot water flavored with Provence herbs.
With olive oil, garlic, wine.
And he's using the innards as well?
Celery innards, key for Sakai here.
I can't keep up with everything.
Well, hang in there, Yamamoto-san. We're going to go back to the challenger side
Ah,
here.
he's putting it on skewers.
Okay, he'll probably be smoking these.
These, the fillets here?
Are you sure, Doc?
That's, I think I'm right. I hope so.
This is your last chance.
Okay, I'm almost positive.
Okay.
All right, well, they do have rice on their side.
Right, yeah. Oh, and look, in the Iron Chef, he's using the marinated fish here.
All right, marinated. It's a little bit different
Yes.
color.
Yeah, I think this will be served as is.
Okay, 20 minutes left, and yes, being smoked.
Hey, what did I say?
Congratulations, Satori-san.
Well, that's a relief. Call.
Well, I'll tell you what, Doc, the shutout's over. You're on the board.
All right, thanks. Okay, now look at the Iron Chef. He's doing something interesting here. Sesame seed paste, I believe. That's what
Okay,
this
and
looks
something
like.
else
Or
in there,
miso,
too.
or...
150.
Something like that.
I have
What do you got there,
400, so I
The
can
Iron
put
Chef is
down
mixing
2.
udo, which is an edible Japanese plant, with kidney beans and peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
And white wine vinegar.
Peanut butter on Iron Chef? All right, the challenger's work in progress with foie gras here.
Okay, in this item,
It's
yeah.
got everything. Go.
Challenger Nagayama describes this tomato stew quite poetically, saying, because of its color, you can call it Japanese red maple stew.
Fair enough, color-wise, but how in the heck do you go from foie gras to Japanese maple?
Squeeze-on.
Yes.
How did the Iron Chef smoked celery turn out? He was all smiles when he said it has the color of a fall sunset. It's perfect. Back to you.
Nice imagery.
it's pretty.
And nice-looking smoked fish courtesy of the Iron Chef. A gorgeous gold and black. Pittsburgh Steelers fans would love these colors.
Okay, well, the Iron Chef here is using, I think,
Ooh, wow.
hey, persimmon paste?
This is dried persimmon, yes.
Okay, I thought so.
I'm very
Dried
excited
persimmon.
for this.
So a little sweet.
Yeah, it's the exact same type as you enjoy, just dried
Fruits,
fruit.
because that's
Oh,
going
it's
to
just sweet, huh?
Yeah,
extract it a
very
little
fruity
bit.
and sweet.
'Cause
And
next we'll
behind
do
there,
a
foie gras.
materials factory.
lots of it.
And then I'll
Well,
start
the
getting us
natural
everything
sweetness
we
matches
need.
very well with foie gras.
Well, materials
goes
and
on
some other
top of
stuff, then we can make a
foie gras matches
metalworking.
really well with sweet things.
Huh?
Cool.
I know that the natural sweetness
Eagers.
matches very well with foie gras.
What?
Foie gras goes on top of this?
Right, yeah. The foie gras matches really well with sweet things.
Huh? Would you stake your job that foie gras going on top of that?
Yeah, you got my word on this.
Are you ready to commit yourself to
Hattori's job on the line here in Kitchen Stadium, and the verdict is...
The foie gras?
Still in a job.
I'm ready to renew my contract
your
with
heart-
Kagasan here.
Your heart was pounding there for a few moments.
No, I'm cool. I'm old school.
I'll take down your bonus for setting that up, okay? Foie gras on and Doc's
Oh,
off
shit,
the
I
hook.
forget how
Now swinging
massive
back
that
to
thing
the
actually
challenger,
is.
Nagayama here.
This is the marinated item?
I'd say so.
Yeah, it's a marinated item, right?
And the challenger's not using pure Japanese techniques, is
No, he's experimenting some over there.
Yeah, he's being really creative, and you have to attract customers that have never been to high-class restaurants. And the Iron Chef, I noticed, is using persimmon paste.
Okay, persimmon paste or a persimmon puree. Is that what it is? Maybe
Yeah,
for a sauce
the
here?
item we've been looking at a minute ago
Okay,
there, yeah.
making a sauce for it.
Yeah.
For the celery and foie gras contract
beans.
renewal dish.
Right, exactly. That's the
Are you
sauce
sure
we're
you're
looking
not
at.
getting
Okay, and what's
copyright
with
strikes?
Nagayama on his side now?
Well, I saw him like torching the skin of the fish
he's
before.
done with that?
Yeah, these, see?
Right, some charred
For
spots there.
this,
This
I'm
could be
pretty sure
sashimi,
I'm
a raw
not.
fish item here.
Sashimi?
Yeah,
It's
that
like
could be
the
a good idea
company
for
that
a
owns
fish with the
this
skin
is
slightly
pretty
torched. That'd be
okay
a
with that
departure
sort of
from the
thing.
norm.
They
Well,
have
they
it
do
up
this
for
with the red snapper quite
free
often.
on
All right,
multiple
he has
different
sliced them up
websites.
bite-sized pieces.
Okay, now over on the Iron
So they're
Chef,
pretty
yeah.
liberal with
Sakai's
it
side.
No,
themselves.
this is the
I've
one with
also
peanut
seen
butter?
multiple
Peanut
other
butter. Do we
people
have that in
stream
here?
exactly
This
this.
should be so
Okay,
sweet.
and udo and kidney beans. Okay. Ota, what do you got?
Yeah, just to confirm what the
And
Iron
God
Chef has
forbid
here,
if I
marinated
am,
celery
it's like-
fillet under a layer of dried persimmon and foie gras. And then on
Placements
top
like
of
these
that,
would drive a
mixture of
builder
blue
mad.
kidney beans,
I don't
peanut
know
butter,
what I'm
white wine,
doing.
vinegar,
I'm just
truffles, and
trying
sesame.
to do like some solo stuff because it's like it seems like the funnest stuff is locked behind
No, I was just imagining pouring
having
persimmon
some of
sauce on top
these
peanut.
materials that you can only get from the player-made bases, and rather than rely on anybody else and steal from too much, like I'll steal a little bit from like community stockpiles, like, you know, rolling up on a like a salvage mine or something like that. Yeah, I'll steal fucking everything out of there. I don't give a shit. But when it comes to like a team or like a squad and they are making stuff, I feel bad going into their bases and stealing shit. It's like that's too much for me. My heart goes out. My heart goes on.
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Placements like these would make a builder go insane.
Yes.
I am an
Remember
insane
the Iron Chef
builder.
working on a tureen-like dish using cup molds with peanut butter and persimmon?
Yes.
He tells me this is his original recipe.
Oh.
Here
Yeah, I
at
have no
Kitchen
clue what I'm
Stadium, he
doing.
says you can see what I'm doing, but
But we're really having a good time.
upside down so that the tasters will be surprised with the
Very noble
ingredients
of you.
hidden inside.
I don't think it's like noble. I think that's like the bare minimum that should be asked of most people. I understand that like there's a lot of people wanting to do certain things and they feel like they're contributing, but you know, let's say this team was this close to making a much better version of a tank than the stupid fucking clown car that, you know, whatever you were gonna make. No reason to take those materials, just go make those on your own. And it's like, effectively at the end of the day, I just want to make my little dump clown cars and have a good time.
Yes, Ota.
This sauce that the Iron Chef is spooning on here contains persimmon, wine, vinegar.
Also,
white
I'm
wine,
trying to get
consommé,
kind of
and
a
soy
better
sauce.
grasp of
Combination, Nick.
so what are you going to provide to the general masses. Well, earlier today, for instance, I provided a lot of artillery. I did the whole deal. I got as many artillery cannons out as I could.
Whether he's going to finish everything in time, and he said maybe not, but I'm not going to cut corners. I'm going to do my best with a little
I brought
time
like
left left.
one artillery cannon, and then I confused myself. Mortars. I brought a bunch of mortar stuff to some front lines and played around with that for a little bit. Out of basic materials, motherfucker!
The caviar,
I'm about to smoke somebody.
Yeah, definitely. All right, partner. And the
Oh,
Iron
you gotta be
Chef, so much
shitting me.
experience, knowledge
There we go,
gleaned
it's all
from
in
working
here.
against the clock in these battles,
Excuse
very
me.
much under control now as we approach the finish. And here, the
What am I
large
gonna
bowl
provide to the
fish
general
balls
masses?
size
I
shrunk a bit,
guess
though.
Yeah, they're in the soup
tanks.
now, so they weren't for the soup after all.
Probably cooler stuff, cooler materials. If someone's like, hey, I need these building materials 3, it's like, alright. Oh, and petrol. Petrol is the biggest thing. I want a constant supply of petrol. I don't think that should be shown. I'm over on Weathered Expanse.
Fast ones right here to finish this battle on time.
Yeah, well, there's the hors d'oeuvre with 3 items, the marinated item
That's
in
what
there.
we've got him with so far.
It's like, this is a partisan. I'm talking to a Kali partisan. He's coming to kick my ass now.
Combination for Sauri.
Okay, and now back with Sakai.
Yay!
This one's the sauce with
Look
the
at
innards
this.
of the fish. Fill us in.
So
Yes,
pretty.
this is Sauri innards in veal broth and soy sauce.
Okay, well, this is going to be a good match as well.
Soury innards and veal broth, the splash of it right there being put down.
Okay, wait a minute. What's this here?
Swinging over to
Ah,
Nagayama.
shit.
What do we
That's
got?
a...
A little strange here.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be, so we're gonna
Okay,
have
that's
to
it.
go on there for a minute.
All right, 1 minute left. Now the final 60 seconds of the battle. Yes, big fella.
The wrapped item you were just wondering about on the challenger side, that salt grilled Sauri wrapped in Peking duck skin.
Ah, okay, that's what that was.
That's interesting.
Okay, grilled fish wrapped inside a Peking duck skin, but it's crunch
Does
time
that work?
squared. Only 40 seconds left in the battle.
40 seconds and the Iron
No,
Chef
it
is
is
still doing
completely out of
something.
fuel.
But while
Okay, cool.
Nagayama
But that
side
does give
struggles to
me...
scrape the fish off the cooking sheet, Sakai
Pop.
finds himself up against it at the end. He's got a soup right here at the last that he's trying to get finished. 30 seconds left now. We thought he had it under control.
My
but the
ass is
clock
full of
mismanaged things.
gas.
Could bite him here. Doya is starting to spoon it out of the pot now. And Nagayama side,
Oh,
a
shit.
last-ditch effort. Those are the grilled ones unstuck now from the cooking sheet, I believe.
I even got gas in there. This is embarrassing.
Smoke, heat, flavor, whatever. 15
Get
seconds
outta
left. The Iron Chef now getting the soup off, out into the bowl.
Excuse
That will
me.
make it a wild scramble on the other side. Nagayama has it as about my tradition, but the time
Alright, we got a little bit of gas in there. We're just gonna get it back. Are you on Baker or Charlie Charlie? Oh, I'm sorry.
You were really scrambling right now.
Early assaults. Yeah, no.
Halfway through, I knew I
Are you on
wasn't
Baker
working
or Charlie
efficiently at all.
Shard?
I see.
Baker or Charlie
And your
Shard? I
intention
think
was
I'm
to
in
create
Charlie.
dishes that cater to young women.
Yes.
Did you succeed?
50%, I'd say.
50%.
Charlie.
Confidence?
We're on Charlie Shard.
50%.
All right.
Yeah.
How'd it
I
go?
was like, I was pretty sure I knew the answer, but I don't know off the top of my head. Charlie Shard.
I tried to use them like sardines.
Yeah,
It's,
that's part of the
sardines
also
and
reason why
French
like I
cuisine,
started
how
streaming.
it,
Like
so I
I'm
thought I
just
arranged
mainly
some
doing
recipes
this
and many
for
different recipes,
fun.
different ways to
Oh,
use.
I'm sorry.
Celery this time.
Mainly for fun, but it's like hopefully eventually like gather a community, and then get, you know, people who are interested in that sort of thing. They'd be like, yeah, man, I'll be on your tank crew.
Sauri hors d'oeuvre, prepared utilizing several different techniques. This one is taken from a Russian recipe for marinated herring. Here, French mustard and caviar are put together with
Yikes.
nuts and pasted on top of a crispy Sauri cracker.
That means I will have to build a crane, but I think I have the materials for
This uses
that.
salt-grilled Sauri wrapped just like Peking
Wow.
duck. All
Okay,
three
we're
are
gonna
enjoyed with sake and
fuck
persimmon
some shit up
cocktail
here.
and beef steak tomato leaf sake. Second is Sauri ball soup. Here, he uses
Sour
powdered
ball
glutinous rice
soup.
mixed with daikon radish to mask the fishy smell, making for an overall pleasant taste. Grilled Sauri on ice demonstrates the depth of his knowledge. The sophisticated decoration also makes a statement about the challenger. Tasters dip the fish into citrus juice and soy sauce with a touch of grated celery.
Fun.
Fourth is smoked Sauri. Nagayama has orchestrated a complete harmony between the fish and other autumn delicacies. The smoking effect has turned out
I
fantastic.
hate how you have to package this. I wish that like trying to pick it up with a hook would automatically package it, but you know, fuck me, whatever, who cares.
Cuisine. Celery is used again. Here it helps in suppressing the fishy smell and the overall experience.
Fishy smell.
Iron Chef Sakai is
Ugh,
offering 4 dishes.
fishy smell.
First, smoked Sauri on crepe made from buckwheat. The
There
Iron
we go,
Chef prepared
Bobby.
a sauce with a hint
Okay.
of bitterness by adding some innards, which successfully
EMF
ties all
pack
the ingredients
meal.
together.
Resource
Sour cream and
container.
caviar also play
So does it mean I
important
can
roles
put
in
something
pulling out
there?
the
No,
natural
because that's not
flavor of the
access to
fish.
that
And the
per
match
se.
with the soup is also
Okay.
superb.
This is my first time using this, and it's like I'm perplexed on how to do
Second,
it. So
Sauri
okay,
carpaccio
the
with
flatbed
persimmon
can
sauce.
carry
In
something,
the
but not
circular
much.
combo, tasters will find
We're
kidney
going
beans,
off
udo
to get
leaves, and
some
peanut butter.
coal.
The sourness in the sauce is well balanced with the sweetness
Okay.
of sun-dried persimmons.
Uh-uh.
Roast Sauri Province style. He did the right thing to fry the fish before roasting to highlight the savory aroma. The crispy texture
Oh,
of
I
the fish
shoulda
expresses the nature of the fish itself. And the combination with vegetables also
Here's
finds
some
favor.
gas.
Last is Sauri red wine stew. The Iron Chef used an entire bottle of wine for this stew. And a new approach to French
This
cuisine,
shit's so
taking
cool.
advantage
Do
of the
you
slight
go
fishy
super
smell
slow
rather than
off?
getting rid of it completely.
You don't go too. Oh no, you do go slow off. That's frustrating. I thought there was one of these where because it has the treads, it goes faster off. So you're gonna build a refinery first. No, I'm gonna build the start because it's like this is my first like solo experience with this sort of thing. It's my first experience at all. So I'm gonna start from the beginning and try and make it like semi-self-sufficient. Because I got like coal and salvage in this area. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my fault.
To complete all 5 of his dishes. No Sauri in French cuisine. The Iron Chef adds
So I'm not gonna build a refinery first because I don't even think I have the materials to build it. I need the building materials to be able to build that.
Lower House member
But
Shinichiro
at some point I
Kurimoto.
will,
Actress
and we'll
Kuniko
do some
Osaki.
cool ass runs.
Singer Joji Yamamoto.
Joji
And fortune teller
Yamamoto.
Kazuko Hosoki. First, the dishes of Challenger
It's not the
Nagayama.
Joji I wanted, but it is still a cool
I combine
Joji.
Japanese and Western styles to enhance the Sauri's flavor.
The
This is like Peking
Sauri's
duck
flavor.
and a marinated item and a canapé. Yes.
I like the canapé
Yes,
best. Well,
he
it's
says.
soft and it spreads in my mouth.
He says
and the cashew
yes.
nuts. prepared sweet.
Whoa,
It matches
that's a
well
big
with the
ass.
fish.
That's a big
This is
ass.
really
That's a
very
big
good.
ass. That's a
The
big
miso is
ass.
very nice. This, I think,
Alright, where do I
matches
want it?
very well.
I feel the same way. And we have 3 items. They all use the same fish, but all of them were different experiences.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
use
right
Sauri in
about
this sardine
open this
recipe.
bitch.
It's wonderful. I wish I could have this after a night of drinking. You know, to
that's
clean
hilarious.
up my stomach, you know?
The fish balls, to me, are a bit tough.
Could be.
I wish they were soft as earlobes, as chefs say, you know.
The smoked
Ew,
fish
that's
using
disgusting,
pine leaves
lady.
is served by Nagayama.
Fuck. Okay, so we are betting on
When I took a
these
bite,
being.
this reminded me of paikyo, which I love. The skin is sweet,
Oof.
and the inside has a very sophisticated flavor.
I feel like I'm treasure hunting. Finding prizes
You can't
among the
get
fall
coal with the
leaves.
hammer, can you?
I really like this
Oh, you
decoration.
can. Okay.
The aroma of the pine
Not the end
leaves
of the world,
serves the
then.
fish is a very nice smell. I do sense a bit of a fishy smell remaining, but that's a matter of personal preference. To me, this dish is wonderfully finished.
That could have been a big mistake.
I'm surprised that the smell of the celery doesn't interfere with the fish. Instead,
Fully
it helps
tracked
to present the
vehicles
fish in
are
a different
faster.
context.
The tomato sauce is very well done, and all the ingredients
Is mine
are fine
fully
as
tracked,
individual
or is it
players,
not fully
but
tracked, or is it
I
like
must say that the
technically
overall experience
faster
using
in
the
that
tomato
sense?
sauce as the base didn't turn out as the chef intended.
Some of these dishes were still a bit old-style Japanese in terms of cuisine approach. I know you can be freed from that a little bit more to add more vitality to your dishes.
I hear you. Yes.
I hear
But
you.
very good
Yes.
dish-wise.
Thank you very
And now the
much.
dishes of Iron Chef Sakai.
This type of fish is tough to deal with. In French cooking, there are some sardine recipes, so I use those and put in a celery
Balls.
instead.
He's succeeded in combining the sophisticated flavor and the natural bitterness. The amount of caviar is just
flavor and the
Also,
natural
the celery's
bitterness.
fat has been absorbed into the buckwheat crepe. And the
She
sauce
said
using innards,
buckwheat crepe.
this bitterness is a splendid, unbelievable experience.
He has transformed
Huh.
the fish into some
It's
form
got a
of
stack.
art. This is fantastic.
No, it's a half
I think.
track. Okay, so it is a half track.
like
Okay,
that
cool, cool.
relish with this
So actual
fish,
tanks
and
and
I also
stuff
made
go
it sweet and
faster.
sour sauce using
When I
persimmon.
scouted out my
A
first
little
base,
bit of
I was
sourness in
actually
the sauce
driving a
and the
tank
sweetness of the
to the
persimmon
front lines, and
blended
that's
in
how
my
I
mouth.
scouted out my first base.
But the vegetables,
But I don't know if I didn't lock it up
match with
good enough,
peanuts.
or something
peanuts,
happened. Because I swear I had enough, like, of the resources that allow you to, you put it in the
This is
maintenance
what I
tunnel,
wanted to
those
eat.
resources. I swear
You
there
know,
should have been
foie
enough
gras
in there,
Sorry,
but
and the sauce. Hey, really
Yeah.
great sauce.
at least they
I
are
have
fast.
nothing else to say. This is what I was waiting for.
Sakai now serves
Oh,
his roasted
sick.
celery.
Okay, cool.
It
Wow.
contains a lot of herbs from
I didn't even
Provence.
see that it was a
When I
stockpile
went to Spain
technically.
2 years
That's
ago,
fucking
I remember a great sardine dish prepared like this.
This is like a salt-grilled celery, French style.
Yeah, so I did use a
The skin
tank
is
technically my
crispy
first time,
and
but it was only the
inside
little
is
scout
juicy,
tank, so it was nice and
And the volume of
fast.
vegetables is perfect.
The vegetables
I
are
feel
great.
like maybe one of the bigger
the
groups of
fish is
people
okay.
around me like cleared
But
everything
since you
out.
can't eat the bones, which keeps reminding me of a Japanese-style grill, perhaps that perception of mine is doing it, but somehow I'm not liking the sauri.
Sari is an
Okay.
everyday ingredient in autumn in Japan. That common ingredient has maintained its identity while trying to dress up as formally as it can. You know what I mean?
No, I don't,
I'm not
lady.
sure if I'm saying this is good or
Red
bad.
Guy wins Iron Chef.
I'm saying this is
Oh.
more than exotic.
I follow you.
But you know, it is really good.
Perhaps you could be
I'll never
right.
able to eat my wife's sour dishes again. Seriously.
I'll never be able to eat my wife's sour
They were
dishes
all-
again. Yeah, with a glowing ovation or
And
glowing,
the second, the one using
glowing. What would you
persimmons,
call it?
Those two were just wonderful.
Well, he's really
eye-openers
singing his
to me.
praises. How about that? We'll say
You
that
orchestrated
instead.
them all so well.
No
It was
repair
really
needed. I'm
good.
trying to mine.
Now we await the verdict. Which one of the chefs is going to be sorry?
All right. Good night, everybody. Oh, that killed me. Which one of these chefs is gonna be sorry? He clown. No, no, I think that you know, I can never eat another sour dish again. I can never eat my wife's sour dish again.
Today we had the challenge of a head chef from a restaurant in the
So
nation's
dramatic, too, I
academic
love
hub,
that.
satisfying the captains of industry and government. Challenger Nagayama with this everyday ingredient, delivering dishes worthy of high-class dining. The Iron Chef losing last time, needing to elevate his game. How high did he go with this unfamiliar theme? Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
Ooh, you were right, dude. Yeah, yeah, I love Takeshi Kitano. I love everything Takeshi.
Dusting the upset dreams of the highly skilled Nagayama. Sakai complained earlier about another tough
Takeshi's a cool guy.
off the win nonetheless.
I did like, of course, the version they had on Spike, what was MXC, Most Extreme Challenge, where they dubbed over it, where it was just goofy people fucking dubbing over it, and it wasn't serious. MXC used to rock. They used to catch, that used to be on G4. G4 was a good channel when like gaming media was at its peak. And then of course, gaming media started to dwindle off and start going into the digital age. G4 got canceled once, they brought it back, and then they pandered to the wrong audience, and they got canceled again. I'll always feel bad for them. A little bit left. I wonder what the theme ingredient for the next episode is. It should be the other way around, as in like the the stream for Iron Chef is like really large, and then the stream for Foxhole is super small. The moment I heard it, I was waiting for this. I knew Red Guy won. Yeah, amen.
5 years ago, a man's fantasy
Ooh, I was waiting for this. It's like, ah, shit, it's rigged from the start.
Kitchen Stadium. The motivation for spending his fortune to create Kitchen Stadium was to encounter new original.
The concept of this is so cool, though. I love it.
Creations. To realize his dream, he first secretly started selecting the top chefs of various styles of cooking. And he named his men the Iron Chefs, the invincible men of culinary skills. Iron Chef Japanese is Masaharu Morimoto. Iron Chef French is Hiroyuki Sakai. Iron Chef Chinese is Chen Kenichi.
I gotta pack it up.
Masahiko Kobe is Iron Chef Italian. The Kitchen Stadium is the arena where Iron Chefs await the challenges of master chefs from around the world.
Very community-driven of me.
Both the Iron Chef and Challenger have 1 hour to tackle the theme ingredient of the day. Using all their senses, skills, creativity, they're to prepare artistic dishes never tasted before. And if ever a challenger wins over the Iron Chef, he or she
I love this show. I like actually like going to sleep to it. It's like I will literally just put it on and then like turn over to the other side, just like knowing Iron Chef is playing behind me makes me comfortable.
What inspiration will today's challenger bring? And how will the Iron Chef fight back? The heat will be on.
Red Iron Chef is my favorite Iron Chef. He looks like a couple of my favorite, like Japanese pop stars.
Mood in the city, I went back to a top restaurant that has been refusing to send its top chef to my Kitchen Stadium. The restaurant? Heichindo. It opened in 1887, way back when Chinatown was still called Nanjing Town. Actually, it was this restaurant.
Was it called? That's oh wow! I didn't know that.
Build the grand gates that stand at the entrance. The man who is in charge of the largest and oldest restaurant said to me,
"Oh, is this the Szechuan guy? He sends his son."
Iron Chef Chen has made great progress in the past 5 years.
And I'm gonna kick his ass.
Trusted rival, and I'm sending one of my top men to beat him.
Confidence is an understatement.
Okay.
Which is understandable. The man he is talking about
is
the head cook.
I'm too busy watching Iron Chef.
And he keeps an eye on all of their branches. We wanted the head chef. We got his right-hand man. How could we not jump on this alternative offer?
Huh.
Today's challenger, hailing from the top restaurant in Chinatown, head cooking coach of Hei Chindo, Hisao Yaginuma.
Ooh, excuse
he
me.
joined
Sorry.
Hei Chindo at age 22, and after many years of intense training,
Oh,
he was
is this the
appointed
refinery?
head
Yeah.
cooking coach, monitoring all the cooking at all their branches with their head chef.
I love the music. Holy shit! It's like some fucking like
Yaginuma's
like
works add touches
90s
of
game.
innovation to the Hollywood traditions. His flexibility in
game
using
brain,
new
son.
ingredients is what maintains the restaurant's status. And he aims to take down Iron Chef Chen of Cantonese
Oh yeah, all
versus
gravel,
Sichuan
baby.
cooking war. So now, Yaginuma, you have stayed low profile for these 5 years. Come out and show us your vigor and creativity.
Submit loading. No, let's go again.
I'll show you our caliber, and you'll see.
Whee. I wonder how much the his wheels the production was for stuff like that. It's cool over there. That's where I went last time. Let's try it. Hey, there's my base. Cantonese. Yeah, I'm a Cantonese guy.
5 years for enters the stadium with entourage in tow. Hei Chinro's master chef accompanies challenger Yaginuma, his right-hand man, who's responsible for training all the restaurant chefs to preserve, protect, and serve their traditional flavors. His skill level extraordinarily high. What will he have in store for us today?
Some bullshit.
Nice to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Hello, nice to be here.
Yes. We now feel Chen-san has developed into one of our most
Oh
formidable
my
rivals.
god, this shit always kills me. Hey, I like that, whatever's going on right here. Brrr.
Well, yes I am. And I'm prepared to stick with my style.
Not really that useful.
Ascending into Kitchen Stadium, Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi for a battle of the likes of
Alright,
which we've
I'm
never
stealing
seen
from these
again.
ones.
The head man
It's
at
not
Yokohama's
against
number
my
one Cantonese
morals.
restaurant against the Szechuan Sage. Chen battling the toughest, again the toughest clan in Chinese cooking in Japan. The nation's waiting to see what this produces.
Yo, what did he say? Unable to drop off at current location. Huh. What is this? This is a problem. Oh, there we go. Thank goodness. I got a little worried it wasn't gonna work. I think the concept is the concept of their food is cool, but my dear friend is from
from Heichindo,
Hey.
the oldest and largest restaurant in Chinatown. He travels to their branches with the head chef. He is number 2 in command and the overseer and head cooking coach.
Oh, weird.
The challenger will fight the son of the
One of my best friends is from China, and he made me watch the whole Ip Man series to like thoroughly. Yeah, that's just not working. They made me watch the whole Ip Man series with them to demonstrate the difference between Cantonese and Mandarin.
The Chinese cuisine scene in Japan may never be the same again, so
He's my
let's get it
audio
on.
guy.
Opening gong, and the Iron Chef will be the first up to the ingredient stand for Shanghai cabbage. Under the gun today is Chen, taking on the challenge of one of the country's most prominent Chinese restaurants. Their top man in the person of Yaginuma. Chen will have to be clicking on all cylinders
maybe
today
just the
for what
car.
promises to be an exciting affair for these next 60 minutes. And Hattori?
Yeah.
Cabbage.
Shanghai cabbage, a very popular ingredient in Chinese cuisine.
No doubt about that. It's such a nice,
No doubt
light
about
tasting
that.
vegetable with a really nice texture.
And Yaginuma, a quick taste test there.
Yeah.
Checking out the flavor, the quality.
Yeah, this can be used boiled, stewed, stir-fried, pickled, salads, yeah.
Okay, yes, go
Good
ahead.
song.
I just spoke with Iron Chef Chen about today's battle, and the first thing he said was, "Boy, am I nervous right now. How did I get pitted against these guys? Give me a break." He's looking very stressed.
Yes, the weight of the name itself, Heichin Ro, adding more than the usual pressure. And now let's introduce our guests.
I mean, it's
for this
like,
grand battle. We've got two
I don't know
guests.
enough about like
First,
Japanese
Japan Democratic
TV.
Party Secretary
It's
General
kind of
Yukio Hatayama.
Hello, everyone.
one of
And
those
the Mrs.
things
Miyuki
where
Hatayama.
I think there's a lot of
Mrs. Hatayama, we've heard a lot
art
about your
in
fine
general
cooking skills.
where you could point at,
Well,
you know,
I just
older
love to cook.
generations
I
and
love
stuff,
to
and
cook great
I think
food
it's
that
like
can be
especially
prepared
cool.
quickly. That's
But like, yeah, the grand
Sounds
scale
good.
of Kitchen
And
Stadium,
know
actually,
that
I'm
your
glad you
favorite
touched on
home
that.
cooking Hatayama style right now in the
I
big
wonder
stores.
how much that cost with inflation today.
It's a good read.
It's called The Lost Decade. Okay, that's actually a concept I'll have to look
Commentary from you
into.
today.
That's something
that's
where
expecting a lot.
I'm gonna have to
Good to
look
have you.
I
I'm
like
thrilled to
that.
be here.
And as always, Dr. Yukio Hattori.
Always a pleasure.
I think Japan just is like a lovely
Yes, I've been to
place.
Yokohama
Like I
many
see
times.
videos
The great
online
food
all the
they serve.
time of people
Alright,
like
that's
going
where
to
our
bars
challenge
and
is from.
shit.
In fact, Challenger
And even as a
Yaginuma has the
foreigner,
title
you
of
can
head
have
cooking coach for
interesting
the restaurant.
interactions
He's
with
put together a
people
winning
as long as
team,
you
too, up in the
know
Royal
like
Box of the head
conversational
chefs of the 11
Japanese.
Heichin
And even
Ro
then,
branches around the
one of the
country.
great
And right
things
there, the
is
restaurant's grand chef and chairman,
for some
Xie Guaxian.
reason they a lot of countries like teaching their kids English. I don't, you know, I think that's cool. I think it's cool. So, you know, if you go to Germany, there's a good chance you're going to interact with someone who speaks English. And same thing in Japan.
Half a compliment, half a slap down.
Supposedly, I've heard that there is a problem with soldiers deployed overseas in Korea, and they are like kind of.
Yeah, you certainly didn't mince words, though.
No, delivered coolly too.
I don't know how to
Chen
like,
has
put
sort
it,
of
but like
sharpened the root sections of the cabbage and has put
the
them on
women
boil.
will go after those guys, like one for free drinks. That's like a big thing, free drinks, but also to like practice their English.
Didn't know that, Doc.
Yeah, it makes it even greener.
Lost
Yes,
Decade
it's
is
the
present there
strong
with
green
gross is
color,
almost
one of the
stagnant.
elements you'd want to make use of with Shanghai cabbage.
There's a lot of interesting conversations around that because it's like there's
Okay, so this means
so many different facets as to like what are contributing to that, and it's actually kind of interesting because there's certain things like for me I think the concept of hikikimori is very interesting, the like permanent shut-in, but there's a couple of YouTube channels where it's like they're ran by people who are
now for the Iron Chef, the spicy chili
like
is the key to most of its
cleanup
ingredients, right?
services.
Yeah, the Challenger, his will be
English
more
is the
subtle
language of
compared to the Iron
business.
Chef's,
Okay,
much
amen.
more
I
like
can
the
feel
Kyoto
that.
style of
I can get
Japanese
behind
cuisine.
that.
Okay, and now what kind of Chinese cuisine or dishes do the
hikikimori is a Japanese concept, but like it is showing up exceptionally in China and Korea, South Korea, with the lying down movement in China. I can't remember what the actual Chinese word for that is. And then Korea is just like the same thing. People are shutting themselves in and dying, and it's just a problem because, you know, nobody is aware that anything's happening to them. English is the language of business, though. That's interesting. That's cool.
Ooh, this one must be from Hokkaido.
I think you're right.
Yeah, judging by the size.
Okay, and hey, the
I'd like to go to
challengers also got
Japan.
fish as
The only
well.
problem
Now,
is
15 minutes already
I
gone in the
am
battle.
This is a sea bass.
Okay,
dumb.
sea bass again, the
My
challenger
diet
from
is
the top
extremely
restaurant in
restricted
Yokohama's
because
Chinatown.
I'm dumb. I'm an idiot. I can't eat very many stuff. So it's like I hate most vegetables. I hate most seafood. The average Japanese diet is very, very nasty to me. So it's like I don't think I could really survive off of white rice. Well, you know, I could like cook my own stuff. Ground beef, eggs, white rice. Not even ground beef, like good stuff, good cuts of beef. Good cheap cuts of beef.
Cooking is better suited for this particular vegetable, and he said it goes well with either style. It's a matter of personal preference, but I of course like Szechuan better. And to the same question, the challenger said this is a huge advantage for Cantonese cooking. Shanghai cabbage is used often in Cantonese, and if the Iron Chef said that he thinks it matches well with both, well, haha, he's just trying to hide his nervousness.
A provocateur.
Okay.
At the end of this battle.
Wow, look at that.
He's throwing shade.
Ice cream
Typing
on the
to
challenger side.
zombie firms.
Go ahead.
Zombie firms. I'm kind of curious about that concept, but
The cabbage was of course boiled before being blended in with the other
government debt and lost competitiveness to China. I can see government debt for sure. Well, government debt not so much, but the losing competitiveness to China is like a big thing. But government debt, like I can see that being to China in that regard.
Chinese dish that looks similar to this.
With crab and carrots. Okay, yes,
I asked the Grand Chef in the Royal Box to analyze the Iron Chef's cooking today, and he said with
They have let it ride, but I can't remember, like, where does the word laying down translate in?
Come up with items using chili sauce and hot spicy fried rice and make it work.
Okay, he's all
I don't want
eyes
it
on the
anymore.
Iron Chef, and he says hot and spicy sauces do not go down well with this vegetable.
Well, that's what he says,
Okay.
but okay, we
done
look at the
with it.
challenger here.
All right.
It was wonton after all. And also, I noticed him laying a cabbage
I'll get
leaf
it
on the
later.
skin before rolling other ingredients there as
Squeeze
well.
on.
He did. Okay, yes, Ota.
Yes, this is a perfect time to fill you in on those
Zombie
ingredients:
firm,
prawns, king
that,
crab,
like,
ginger,
sounds like
salt,
an
cornstarch,
interesting
minced Shanghai
concept.
cabbage, and also Shanghai cabbage stir-fried in sesame seed oil.
Okay, and now a slow-mo replay. Right, Doc? He first laid a cabbage leaf on top of the skin and then added the other ingredients.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
Creative approach there.
But those skins aren't really
Can
sticking
I just
together.
submit them both like this, please?
Yes, Ota.
Yes, commenting on those wontons, the challenger says with confidence that the dish allows you to enjoy the aroma of the leaves and the texture of the stems, accentuated by the wonton skins.
Okay, well, it does look good. And now, 30 minutes gone, and hearing that, the Haichin Row entourage unleashes some roars. Thankfully, no firecrackers here at the halfway mark.
Fukuyi-san?
Yes.
Yeah, commenting on these wontons, the challenger says with confidence that the dish allows you to enjoy the aroma of the leaves and the texture of the stems, accentuated by the wonton skins.
All right, well, it does look good.
30 minutes.
Now,
Yeah, it
30
does
minutes
look
gone,
good.
and hearing that, the Haichin Row entourage unleashes some roars. Thankfully, no firecrackers here at the halfway mark.
Fukuyi-san,
What do you have?
when the Iron Chef
Damn
made
it, they
comments
took my
about
truck.
hot and spicy seasoning
Fuckers.
not matching well with Shanghai cabbage, he retorted, "That's prejudice. I know what I'm doing, and I'll give you
That's
some
prejudice.
perfect
I know
Szechuan
what
style
I'm
examples
doing.
today that I am proud of."
All right, fired up as ever.
Hot rivalry, I see.
Just as hot as his cooking, and Chen's more focused than we've seen
God
him before.
damn it, of course.
Engaged in a high-stakes battle for
The
supremacy in
nearest
Chinese
garage
cuisine.
is that far
Okay, the
away.
challenger is
But
now
we'll look for
using
storage
what's it,
depot.
shiitake mushrooms?
Perhaps that
I'm
one.
starting to smell the stewed items here as well. This looks really,
Oh,
really good.
nothing
Oh,
in
it
that
really
one.
does. And this is a clear broth soup.
How
I think
about
this is
a
Shantung soup,
C for it?
top soup
Wow.
broth. It's Cantonese cooking using this type of a broth.
Shantung
Not
broth.
an either.
Yes.
Huh,
Yeah, the ingredients
fuckers.
added to the challenger's Shantan soup are garlic, shiitake mushrooms, and fried bamboo shoots.
Wow. So the
We'll see if there's
ones with
something
the
lying
stronger
around
color
here.
are the fried bamboo
Oh,
shoots
could
then.
be using this.
See, frying gives them a
Nice,
different
nice.
texture,
Ooh.
and stewing it further makes them really great.
And at the end, he'll add Shanghai cabbage, my guess.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I was with the Iron Chef when the Challenger's supporters suddenly started cheering at 30 minutes past, and he said, I fought a lot of battles, and you know, this is the kind that makes me really tense. But I've also survived many of these battles, and I'm not ready to give up to anyone.
He's on the train. I love that.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, maybe that one.
Ice cream. He's trying to pull it out. Shanghai cabbage.
I'd be an
ice cream.
asshole
No
for
idea what
taking
it
this.
tastes like.
Oh.
The Challenger says the ice cream turned out perfect. Back to you.
Okay, that's what they say. What here?
Why they're frying
Well, I
this?
thought I'd be an ass
Challenger
for taking
Yaginuma
it,
now
but
frying the wonton.
if
I
I
wasn't
can
expecting
just
this.
It's really good.
take it.
Yeah, and the shape won't change either.
You'll like this?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, the Iron Chef's doing something.
Yes, Chen is now.
Oh, look at that.
Getting his
Hobbies.
cabbage lined up, and now he's
I like
moving on to the
unproductive
sauce with that
hobbies.
one. Wonder
Gotta
what the
have
plan is
productive
here with
hobbies,
this.
though. That's always something people forget. It's like, you know,
He's got
just
it all
playing
arranged
video
to his
games,
liking
you know,
here
that's
for
great.
whatever
That's
else he'll add to it
fantastic.
remains to be
You
seen.
gotta
I
have
guess you'll
something
want the pastries to
generative.
enjoy them as they are
Do you
here.
consider working out a
Yeah,
hobby?
well, actually not. No, he'll be pouring a sauce or something else on top. When
Like, I
said,
consider it a
as they
hobby.
are,
This
bring
is
to
the one with the
side,
crab
it's not
meat
gonna
here?
cut them.
But I think, like, to actually consider it a hobby, you'd have to make it a part of, like,
Had a really
routine
nice
and stuff
accent to
like
this
that.
presentation.
So it'll be the sauce for this
Which is
one.
very
Right,
tough
and now
for
if we can
some
look at the
people.
Challenger,
They want
I
to take
thought
some
he'd be
of
steaming this, but he's
those.
frying this as well.
Yes, there it goes.
I didn't even think about this. So this means, hang on, he could be stewing this, not just frying, actually.
Okay.
Well, he could be steaming
Take some of
after he
those.
fries, maybe.
That's
too.
true.
some
There is a
of
technique like
those.
this, frying something to harden the surface and then stew it. So
Take some
Yes,
of
the
those.
Challenger Yaginuma is now juggling 3 woks all at once, and though it's difficult for most to work on 3 different things at one time, he says, I'm used to teaching several chefs at once. So
Yeah,
this is
whoever's
Well,
this
that
thing
explains why it
is, I
looks so
feel so
smooth
bad for him.
moving about inside
Locked.
of the kitchen.
at the major Chinese restaurants, they have
I ain't giving
different
it
chefs
back. This thing's
specializing in
tight.
different types of cooking.
Right.
So it's actually rare to see a guy who can
I
perfect
do,
everything all by
vice versa,
himself.
thinking about it
And they have
now,
chefs for stir-frying,
like doing the bare
deep frying, so on and so
minimum,
forth. So in that sense,
engaging in
this
productive
Challenger is
hobbies.
like an
It's
almighty
like, I
being.
want to like kind of grind it like as hard as I can,
Right, he's like me, teaching people.
Oh, the
save
educator
up
now.
as much as I can, and then
Yeah, what do you mean? You don't think I'm
be able to like move off the grid and live super cheaply. But of course, like how many amenities are you going to sacrifice to do something like that? And there is a certain amount that I'm not willing to give up.
Or pour it on top.
Well done.
Yeah, see?
Once again, Doc, you got it. You
I
nailed
told you, I called it from the chair.
it. Okay.
Bullseye.
I told you, called it from the chair, he says.
Oh, he put that one in too.
Oh,
That's
that one
this
as
truck
well.
can speed boost.
Okay, I'm
Oh
sorry. I thought that
goddamn!
this wouldn't match well with this dish.
You crazy?
But it looks great. Definitely all the ingredients in there.
Yeah, it looks wonderful.
It can motherfucking
Yeah, I
speed
told the Iron
boost.
Chef about the Challenger's use of 3 different woks at one time, and he said, wow, no kidding, he's really good. But I'm not going to copy
Wow,
him.
no
I'm
kidding,
staying
he's
on my
really
course,
good.
preparing my food my way with great
Cool. Now I
care
can
and
actually
meticulous.
watch
That's my style.
3
Iron
fires
Chef
at
for a second.
time,
We're gonna.
something similar to what you guys do in politics, except you're trying to put the fires out, right? Not keep them going.
This truck can speed boost. Nice. Well, there's also the van life option. I see a dude online who, of course, it's like he's a content creator and that pays for all of it. But he like lives in a very nice van with his dog, and he has pretty much everything, you know, dishwasher, shower.
What is that?
I don't know if he has a shower in there actually. Does he have a toilet even?
Okay, both.
Oh, both. Okay. So both of them are at
But it will sacrifice petrol with a speed boost.
When I
We'll
told
have to get
Iron
on
Chef
that
Chen
then.
that he seems to be working more frantically than usual. He
We'll have
said,
to get
"Yeah,
on
I
making
know, I'm
petrol.
really
I think there's
perspiring, but
diesel in
don't
there. I
wanna
don't
lose
think
this
there's
one today.
petrol.
Everything has to be perfect."
Nobody's gonna leave a Canute
yes, he's been
left
sweating
alone.
profusely since
That is
the
another
morning
reason
before
why I want to
What's that?
get this kind of stuff. I want to make this kind of stuff is because this is one of those things where you can't just make it. You know, you have to like have some bullshit already set up. Just frustrating. This is the first time I'm getting to drive one of these.
Does look nice right there.
Oh, pretty.
And for Guisan, he just added
so
Shanghai
pretty.
crab eggs to that.
Okay, crab eggs
That's
too
right.
are in there.
Okay, he used the greasy part of the crab eggs too, I noticed.
Wow, another interesting method here. Have these on a plate at the ready to go, it looks like, and he just dropped them into the pan.
Yeah, and he slid them onto the pan, keeping that pattern.
How do you do that?
He probably put the pan upside down onto the plate and then flipped the whole thing over.
For real?
Is that right?
I don't know.
Could be a little risky.
Nope, it's wrong.
Okay, how do you do that? We'll find out. Get the cabbage wheel in perfect formation in the wok.
The challenger has started finishing up some of his dishes here.
One more.
Yes, go ahead. About this dish, the challenger has a sprig of fried garlic on top of Shanghai cabbage, which was stir-fried in red chili, scallions, salt, Chinese rice,
Wow.
and cornstarch. Next to that is a
Impressive.
bit of
All right, got it there. And slowly, Challenger Yaginuma's dishes starting to take shape here.
Oh boy, this looks really good.
It looks so delicious.
And this is from
Honestly, I think probably the 80s for most like nations were doing really, really good. Like, I don't know much about like 80s China. I'd like to know about like if there was ever a time that like rural China was ever treated like to like moments of prosperity. But like, yeah, what were the nice moments of like Chinese prosperity is like in general would be cool to talk about in the 80s. Because I always look at most of my favorite music artists are 80s Japanese pop. Tatsuro Yamashita. I'm trying to think of the guitarist. Very similar name.
Makes a lot of sense today.
And it looks really good too.
My favorite composer is Ryuichi Sakamoto, both for his like more recent piano stuff, but also for his like older work with YMO. God rest his soul. I'm very upset that he passed away. The bummer. A really big bummer. But it's like he survived like 2 different types of cancer, so you know, this is time. He was getting up there.
What is that, chicken?
What is that, chicken? I don't know, dude. Is that chicken? Ooh, I loaded the bowl already. I was gonna go empty it.
But actually, you know, fish innards in a stew like this are perfect.
And this man today, the challenger, is quick but under control, very efficient in the kitchen. Now back with the Iron Chef. Ooh, wow. Look at that.
One for each taster.
Yeah, one per person.
Yes. To answer Hattori-san's question a second ago, that was chicken leg meat.
Okay, chicken also in this one, but now what's
Yummy,
the reason
yummy.
for this container here?
To keep it warm and maybe enjoy it shabu shabu style? No, that wouldn't be it.
Would it be a soup then?
That sounds
80s
more
China
likely,
was the
yeah.
start of Deng
Light it up
Xiaoping,
and warm
who
it that
became
way.
friends with America and liberalized the economy. Laid the groundworks of modern Chinese prosperity. Cool, actually.
Out of the kitchen, first with fried rice here.
Putting the stir-fried cabbage into it later, I guess.
What you drinking?
Well,
I am drinking
Else here, maybe will he throw into
ice,
this one?
sparkling caffeine water,
or something like that.
blue raspberry flavored.
All right, again now.
If I could be drinking anything, I'd be drinking some Colorado Kool-Aid. I want a Coors Banquet. I saw a couple of different videos of people drinking them, and it's like, if it were advertising, boy howdy, it got my ass good.
Chef 2 looking mighty pleased up there.
So,
He added something
what are you
there.
drinking?
Okay,
Yeah,
this from the
what are you
challenger side
drinking,
now.
mister?
It has been added to the rice and the wok.
Yes. This is a sesame and red chili sauce.
Okay, Malajan. This is a hot bean paste, like a red chili paste.
That's a fucking hot bean paste if I've ever seen one.
Prawn paste.
Okay, it's salt-cured minced prawns, actually, yeah.
Ooh, sounds like a perfect match.
Yeah, it should go well.
Hot chili sauce
Something
and
like
prawn
that.
paste with the rice. Go ahead.
Sounds disgusting. It's okay. I don't like most sparkling waters. It was one thing where it became definitely an acquired taste.
Now, the challenger's dishes are
It's not bad. It's like I actually stole it from somebody else who lives in the house, so it's like, you know, I didn't purchase this.
Going in for the fried rice.
I'll have to pay them back for that. I'll have to get them a case
Use the stems of
that I'm also going to steal from.
no sign yet of a reaction. Take it, big fella.
In Seattle, they were very cheap. You could get like 2 of them for like $2. And there's like a sugar tax on like any beverage with actual sugar in it. And the store I was working on like had deals on it, so if you bought like 6 of them, you could get them for like $4, which is like insane. I would rather drink Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice coffee with half a cup of sugar. Don't drink it unless you want diabetes. Yeah, no joke with that kind of stuff. That's kind of crazy. Oh, I'm running a product idea past you, and don't steal it from me, or at least give me credit if you are gonna steal me. I want part of the money. Would you purchase a soda that has like a normal amount of sugar in it? My biggest problem with soda is even a can has the majority of your day's worth of sugar in it. And if you were to get something like, for instance, a whole bottle of soda, or like a 2 liter, or not even a 2 liter. 2 liters crazy. You drink a 2 liter, you're insane. But like a 1 liter, it's like, you're a big boy. I've had friends who did that before. That is so much fucking sugar. Well, the thing is it's just a flat sugar tax on whatever you're purchasing. So it's like you don't get taxed for how much sugar's in there. You get taxed for just the beverage having sugar in it. So it's like you will just pay. It's getting more expensive all over.
No, not at all.
So a non-stir-fried rice.
Stir-fried cabbage mixed with boiled rice. Let's call it that.
This actually looks like home cooking.
Oh, too soon to build.
The ingredients in this bowl include Shanghai cabbage, which was sautéed in salt, seasoning, and sesame oil. He says cabbage rice is not particularly Szechuan, but it is a kind of home cooking.
Like a 12 pack of cans of soda is like $13, but I think it's the same here in Vegas. Cans of soda are crazy expensive for some reason. I don't know what's up with that.
Once more, his backers up in the royal box on their feet, cheering him to carry him through to the end. In their eyes, he's been the man today. How will he fare against Chen? The Iron Chef's been fighting an uphill battle with the challenger's spirit, he said. And now in this battle, 30 seconds left. We'd been trying to get this battle a long time, a wait of 5 years for the folks at Haichin Road to say yes to a battle here in Kitchen Stadium. The wait's
I don't know where I need to connect this. I might be doing it wrong. I mean, less sugar the better. Yes, it's like I'm even trying to cut aspartame and xylitol and shit like that. I try to only drink water. If I'm out, like if I ever get fast food, it's like, yeah, I'll treat myself with some soda.
You looked confident and in control throughout the hour. How about it?
Well, actually, I was rather pressed on time.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't see that at all.
Actually, I was rather pressed on time.
They
Oh,
turned out
that's
as
where I need to
planned.
connect the power.
And that can only mean one thing.
I'll win.
Thank you.
It was so difficult, Shanghai cabbage.
That hard?
Yeah, difficult. Controlling the heat. They turn out very different easily.
Huh.
I was calculating all the time.
Okay.
And your calculations were correct?
I tried to be careful. The results are to be heard. Yeah. Huh?
The challenger's full of confidence in winning.
Good for him. He's so energetic, my kind of man.
How about you?
Good lord. Okay, so that first one wasn't even necessary. I'm a goofball. Yeah, drinking water is the healthiest thing for you. If you can only drink water, you're awesome. But I need caffeine in my life. I don't feel motivated to work out unless I have caffeine. And if I don't work out, I don't feel good. So it's like I need the caffeine to feel good. Like, not necessarily literally, but it's pretty freaking close.
Flavor of which is reinforced by garlic.
Area obstructed, yeah, I
Sea
thought
bass
so,
and Shanghai cabbage stew,
motherfucker.
a classic Cantonese approach to
We
fry the
about
fish
to do
before
it though.
stewing.
We about
By
to get
frying
this
it
done.
first, it harmonizes perfectly with the
Hello, you
texture
got
of
any more for
Shanghai
me?
cabbage.
Yeah,
the
thanks.
soy sauce-based broth has penetrated into all the ingredients in this masterpiece. Fourth is Shanghai
I really could go for
cabbage
some
fried
real
rice.
ramen.
The
Some like
salt-cured
garlic
shrimp paste
tonkatsu.
prepares a platform to enhance the natural flavor of the cabbage stems and the crispy texture of the fried leaves. Last is Shanghai cabbage ice cream. Green taste? Not at all. A soothing flavor expands in the taster's mouth, opening one's eyes to a new world of vegetables.
Is it snowing in
The Iron
Seattle?
Chef also has 5 dishes.
Yeah, the last I checked it was. My friends are sending me pictures and videos of it snowing. I live in Vegas.
The jellyfish of a contrasting
I lived with
texture, so simple
roommates
glass.
in
And the third
Seattle
item in
for
which
like
pecans and Chinese pickles are blended with Shanghai cabbage.
4 years. This one.
Second, Shanghai
This
cabbage
one.
stew.
Oh
He
yeah,
put more into
almost.
the visual appeal of this dish than he usually does. The Shanghai cabbage is presented like a daisy wheel, and its flavor is heightened by the aroma of Shanghai crab meat.
Yes.
Third, stir-fried abalone and
I'm
Shanghai
pretty sure
cabbage.
it's snowing in
Looks simple,
Seattle.
but
No
truly the
promises,
work of a
though.
top pro. He steamed the abalone with grated daikon radish
We're gonna
to
fill it
soften
with diesel.
before stir-frying.
Diesel nuts.
Fourth is Shanghai cabbage balls, a creative dish demonstrating
Cabbage
the depth of
balls.
his experience as an Iron Chef. Ground
God, my
pork and
mom
shrimp come
birds are
together,
fucking going
mediated by
stupid.
Shanghai cabbage in a meatball-like fashion. They're enjoyed by letting them swim and soak for a while in a Shanghai cabbage soup. The sesame and red chili sauce, which accompanies, is nothing but perfect. Last is Shanghai cabbage rice. Counter the challenger's fried
Fucking
rice.
hell.
Chen simply mixed fried cabbage leaves with boiled rice.
And that bitch chugs power
Challenger,
or
Hisao
chugs fuel.
Yaginuma, the head cooking coach of Yokohama Chinatown's oldest, largest, most prestigious restaurant, Heichin Ro. And bringing an attitude,
Heichin
they
Ro.
deem Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi now
The smart
worthy
thing to
of a
do would be
contest
build
with
the
their man. For this Chinese summit battle,
like
Chairman
a fuel
Kaga
tank.
unveils a
What am I
standard
doing in
ingredient
Vegas?
Chinese
I
cuisine,
moved in with my
Shanghai
parents
cabbage.
because everybody in the house had decided to move out when the lease was up because we had already extended it for 1 year. And I had the opportunity to stay in Seattle, and my dad was like, life is hard. You should come live with us, and it'll be so easy. And
Japan Democratic Party Secretary
I've just been getting fucked over at my jobs, and like living with the parents has been a bitch. But my familial relationship is good. I try and keep it good. It's like I've learned that there's certain things, you know, of course you don't want to talk about with your parents because it's like one of my rules is like don't have a fight with like people you care about. Because it's like I'm not gonna try and like damage my relationship with my parents to be right about something. It's like that's not important enough.
It emphasizes the flavor of Shanghai cabbage. There are some minced ones too.
My life is about to hit a really important change because okay, so it is really just
stir frying the Shanghai cabbage.
yes.
The Shanghai cabbage and the
Wow,
garlic
it's
are working
eating
hard
through that
together,
stuff.
hand in hand.
And it is very
Damn,
pretty.
it'd be eating through it.
The presentation is an important element in dining. I really think that's true.
I had worked at a casino as a dishwasher for about half a year, and that went. We can do that. We want these now.
And now here it comes, the stew with the sea bass.
Oops, I better.
Now you probably noticed as I'm serving some smoke rose from the pot. It's a little charred at the bottom, which I wanted
We'll
you
have to go
enjoy
get more.
with this dish.
Shanghai cabbage is the star on this stage.
Preparing the cabbage
Because
lightly, of course, is
that
always
uses
nice,
less
but like
electricity,
this
but it
one,
makes
it's also
those, and
nice to have
those
it absorb all
do
kinds of
really
flavors.
crazy shit.
I believe he wanted us
We're
to
gonna
enjoy the
do
soup
this, and
absorbed
now
in the vegetable, and
we're
he has succeeded in that.
good.
On the outer side, I have fried
Bam.
Shanghai cabbage.
Pour.
And inside, stir fried, so 2 times together.
This fried rice is so nice. The saltiness
Thank
is
you.
just right. The flavor's perfect.
I
The
think this fried
49
Shanghai cabbage,
structures.
as Kano-san
Nah,
mentioned,
sir.
is key to this dish. And I like the subtle
1
bitterness
meter
left
is
in the dish.
not enough.
Among all the dishes, the stew, that was awesome. I mean, Japanese cuisine can't create that flavor. It's a flavor unique to Chinese cuisine.
Oh, so I think
Heijinro, now I know why they're so special. I'm
we'll go
motivated to go
for
there and try their food.
13 or 12
All
for
right,
now.
now Iron
We'll
Chef
go
Chen's
for
dishes are ready to be served.
15. That's fine.
Difficult, especially
Yeah,
when
that's
time
fine.
is an
We'll do
important
that. So we're not like eating. It's not being
Diameter of
eaten
puree
by like
and
a
another
bunch
one
of
with a
shit.
crispy texture and
Cool.
a stir-fried item. The leaves turn bright green when you stir fry.
Interesting. Okay.
And the texture is
And I want to
too,
like actually like upgrade this shit here
cabbage
soon
is
because
so
doing the
good.
coal will be sick.
They're all good. I don't have enough vocabulary to correctly express the excellence of these dishes.
Sick.
This one is so
This is
intricate.
fantastic. Now we're actually
I started
closer.
with the items
Does your
that
parents
look best to me.
gamble weekly?
These three
Once
are all different in flavor, and how
so
do you say
my
they're
mom actually
fun to
does
eat?
have a problem with
Different
gambling.
flavors, I think.
She's
With
like
obvious pride in the visual
what I would
presentation of
consider
the
an
stew item,
addict.
Chen displays it to the tastiest before serving.
It's not necessarily a problem right now because we have let her
Crab eggs in this?
start a hobby. And the hobby is like a big deal. She's keeping quails, legally of course, so it's like even if we were like really upset and wanted to do something, there's nothing we could do. And there's not anything I would want to do because it's like, you know, it's her hobby and passion and she's having fun with it. But it costs a lot of money. She got a fuck ton of quails and then got quail eggs and then incubated those and then got even more quails. So it's like, I don't know if you can hear it through my mic, but every like couple, hey, I can boost, can't I? Oh, okay, I need petrol for it. I got diesel in there.
And I love this.
I can see it like
subtle
low
soup, too.
gear over there or something. That'll be cool. So like the condition of her getting the quails was like you can't gamble anymore. But of course she's done that like a couple of times. It used to be really, really bad before she got her good job. It's like,
Odd how you suppress the water content to this level.
yeah, it was really, really bad at one point. We did get the car repossessed. We've had like bills always like piling up, and my dad's credit has been destroyed multiple times. Nothing really like has ever affected me because my mom actually does have a really good job. She works pretty hard and she makes good money, especially now after she has gone to school. Huh? The clan turned these off. Oh, it's the fucker. Okay. Okay, I see. Some asshole. My dad doesn't gamble. He's actually in like a weird position. The reason, of course, why I moved to Vegas is like because my dad, he has a fucked up back. Yeah, like really, really bad. He's like very dependent on opiates. I say dependent because it's like there is definitely like, you know. Damn, Iron Chef twice in a row. Yeah, he's not crippled, but it's like if we go out, he has a cane, and it's like he can't really do much. Like he's not. Yeah, it's hard to elaborate. Like he's not crippled. Like there's certain days is better than others, of course, but there is a very strong dependence on painkillers because of the amount of pain he's in. And some days are like, of course, like I said, better than others. And some days can be really, really bad. And because of like the insurance companies and how they operate, they oh my god, I'm an idiot. I didn't take all that shit out.
His dishes may not have been pure Chinese, but I say they were beyond ordinary
It
Chinese.
might not have
That
been
was
pure
the difference.
Chinese. We'll get one more stack
did a
of that.
great job today, but
Oh, fill up my. Oh, you can't.
is not finished yet. We'll be back.
We'll see what stack of coal does. Someone else will fucking have that over shit. Oh, okay, maybe I can carry it. Nope, nope. Bam. Ooh. Damn it, now I have to carry 3. Pink. Pink. Motherfucker. Okay, at least I can drop that. And it's too much. Okay. So yeah, weekly gambling, it has definitely been reduced a lot since we've gotten the quails, so that's a good thing. That is a really, really good thing, and I'm grateful for it, to be quite frank. I'm very, very grateful. Do I have siblings? I have, 3 half brothers, a half sister, and a full-blooded sister. My mother had a marriage previous to my father, and technically I'm actually a bastard child, I think, because they tried to do some like really funny shenanigans that I can't elaborate on. I've said I cannot like give away this secret, but like the most I will say is I am a bastard child, and some funky stuff happened, and I'm the one, like, you know, that was, of course, happened during the transition.
Iron Chef French is
I can't.
Iron Chef Chinese is Chen Kenny.
Okay, I was like, I can't hear anything. I just can't hear the truck. That's fine. I don't really have a relationship with any of my like half siblings because they're all adults and are living their lives. 2 of them have kids at this point, and then of course 2 of them are like actually getting like really deep into careers and life, so it's hard for them to consider kids at this point. My sister lives in Vegas, like close to my parents, and honestly, what we did was we kind of switched. I moved out first because it's like I couldn't stand my parents, had to get away from them. Had a great time in Seattle that ultimately like ended up amounting to nothing. It's like I didn't save up a large amount of money. I didn't really get anything amazing. Like I guess I got my computer, so that's really cool. I paid for my computer, and it's a good computer. I got an e-bike, but I don't use that e-bike. I should, but there's an interesting dynamic in my family that I have. I want to like go out by myself and do stuff by myself, and my dad inserts himself. Hey, I'm not even going over there, am I? I'm like running over there, like, here we go.
Which is much talked about. Because of his career and his looks,
okay,
people call him
I forgot what we got.
Prince of Japanese cuisine.
We got lots of coal. What we got over here? We got 21 of those. How many was it for that? 100? Or sorry, 100?
And after 40 years, Rosanjin's philosophy passed on by Ueda has come to life again.
It does last a lot longer though. Like the diesel doesn't last very long, or at least comparatively.
But I don't do that. My belief is to enhance, not to kill the natural flavor of the ingredients.
Oh yeah, he has a lot of respect for that. I can respect him.
Carrying on the
what do we got over here? Ford. This is all like crazy stuff I haven't looked into. Most bastard children have a great relationship with their parents. Most bastard children don't have great relationships with their parents. I guess I could understand that. I was like pretty much like to articulate it as simply as possible. I really didn't know the like other guy, the other kid's parents very well. It's like I was too young and he was cut out of my life at a point, so it's like there's no attachment, absolutely zero attachment there, none, zero. Hey, Staff Sergeant.
His works are strictly Rosanjin school, enhancing the natural flavor while being
Godspeed, brother. I'm working on like making materials. I'm gonna try and set up a refinery and shit here.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Oh yeah, yes. I'm gonna set up like a fence. I'm gonna set up a fence. So.
The thing is, overnight we lost 6 vehicles. Not camouflage, the trophy collie heavy truck with the...
I'll work the way I usually do.
Like the tanks trucks, yeah. And 2 fire trucks. So I'm on the lookout, I'm trying to find them. And if you're gonna keep people away, build the crane, pick the thing up, lock the crane, and disable the power to it so they can't use it or rewire it.
Oh, that's so smart. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you.
Right now, literally have 2 trains up in the air because some fucks keep stealing it. Like, fuck. Beware. Be careful.
Hey, yeah, if I see any of that kind of bullshit, I'm gonna report them. Good luck out there, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good luck. Sell you the e-bike. I do want to use it, and then also I couldn't sell it to anyone in good faith yet because there was a hole in the back tire. I had been using it for the longest time with a patch on the inner tube, and something happened and the patch is no longer holding. It is a very specific inner tube because the bike has a weird size, and the air nozzle needs to come out at a specific length. It's not expensive, but like the company that makes it, it takes forever to ship their shit out. So it's like I have 2 inner tubes, thank goodness. But the problem is the wheel that has the hole in it is the hub wheel motor, and taking that off isn't so much of a problem. It's putting it on and like figuring everything out, because the chain is a little bit fucked up, and so you have to like be able to get the gears properly. Well, what you just heard is the resource war. Yeah, it's kind of a frustration. Look at all that Russian. Holy shit. There's so much Russian. I would totally understand if it were... Huh, my sound must have been turned off or something. I'll have to figure that out. I would understand a lot better if it was like a partisan that did something like that. Like, oh man, this partisan, these assholes. Like, I saw a partisan genuinely earlier, and it was like, holy shit, this far back, and they almost got my ass too. They almost just rocketed me, but I was just speeding past, so thank goodness it just kind of deflected. That was lucky. Partisans are a thing, but like if it's somebody on your own team, I genuinely feel like that needs to be like you should be able to... I feel like reporting is fair, but you know, I don't know what I would do. I feel like having more mechanics defending like that sort of thing, like the thing is where it's like I can lock materials, certain materials and certain stockpiles for like 2 days, and you can do that with like vehicles, but not all vehicles. Yeah, Charlie and Baker's shards are still... Aren't Charlie and Baker the only shards that exist? It's like... Oh yeah, no, the amount of like other languages I hear is pretty crazy. Though I don't really have a problem with that. I like, the older I get, the more I appreciate people from other countries. I think it's diversity is very important. Like the true diversity in like the ultimate sense, but also being careful to preserve like what identity we have as well. Like there is one of those things where, you know,
and seeing as they're so
how do I
rare,
articulate
I've heard that a lot of people don't tell others where they found it, even amongst their own family. And naturally grown ones are a lot different from the ones from farms. The texture, the aroma, it's not even a comparison. And expensive for sure.
Like I like having people coming from other countries and stuff like that, but unless the experience is like objectively like ruined. Like for instance, I remember the release of the Starship Troopers game that came out most recently. I was not fond of it, particularly because they don't have servers for Oceania or Asia. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
And he's a famous artist and gourmet that we all know very well. So in a sense, the Challenger is like a grand apprentice of Rosanjin himself. Okay, I guess you might say one of the brand...
I gotta turn that off. I'm sorry, could you say that one more time? I barely understood you. I had to turn off something to like be able to like hear you. One more time for me, Chief.
Could I borrow this truck just very quickly? I just need to fill up the container and it's taking
Yeah. If you bring it back, I'm more than happy to lend it to you. Let me make sure it's empty real quick.
Sure thing, I can do.
Give me just 2 more seconds. Alright, Godspeed, brother. Good luck.
Of the Rosanjin family tree in action today. Right.
Able Alpha Shard. I think they only had 2 shard options, which but I think I did have the Alpha Shard as an option. It's considered main war, so it's for the plans and trials. 2G giveaway new content vehicle.
And with that, let's introduce our guests for today's battle.
He said he's gonna bring it back, and I'm gonna hold him to his word.
Last time,
If he doesn't, I'm not gonna cry, but I hope he does.
Maitake mushrooms, you ever had them before?
No, this will be my first time.
No, this will be
Everyone
my
in my
first
family loves
time.
mushrooms.
One happy mushroom family.
Yeah, in our fridge we always have all kinds of mushrooms, except for matsutake mushrooms, and we have them just once a year.
Of course,
I might actually set up a second one of these. That looks like a smart idea.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
And first time
Yes,
here,
I
we welcome
will. Thank you, she said.
Pleasure to be here. Now I hear
Pleasure to be
you're
here.
from Naples.
That's right.
And how long you been in Japan?
10 years.
So which do you like better now, Italian or Japanese cuisine?
Oh, tough question. I was born in Italy. Of
Yeah,
course.
also
I
he
still
asked
love
politely.
Italian food.
I don't think he said please, but he said
But
we'll
I love
bring it back.
Japanese
So
food
it's
too.
like,
Today
you know
I'm
what?
looking forward to today's
That
ingredients.
fine gentleman
Never
can
had it
play
before.
with my
I
car
wanna
for
try
a
it.
little bit. I
And
don't
I feel
care.
lucky because I wanted
Also,
to try
that's one of
Kobe's
those easy
Kobe's
come, easy
cooking.
go
I guess I
things.
wanted to
Like
try it.
somebody else
You know Aitake Kinkyo's reputation?
Well, that's a famous place.
Sure is.
Yeah.
left that
And since
unlocked.
Kobe was trained
How did
there,
you join
this should be
Warden's
interesting for you today.
Italian? Yeah, I know a real Italian.
And
Can you
of course,
believe
our
that shit?
commentator, as always, Dr. Yukio.
That blows my mind.
Now, right now, the challenger we see is working on soft-shell turtles.
Oh, that's a turtle.
In this pot
That's
here.
a turtle.
I presume he'll
Yeah,
be making a
bitch.
broth
What
by
do you
dipping
think
the
it
turtle meat
was?
into sake and ginger juice.
Interesting.
And that's the
Oh,
shell
not the
in there.
ginger juice.
Right, yeah, the shell For a second, I thought it was some kind of tropical fruit. And you see the Iron Chef starting on a risotto. Ah, maitake risotto. Sounds good.
Kuitan?
Yes.
Yeah, inside this pan, the Iron Chef has olive oil, shallots, and maitake mushrooms simmering in consomme. And next to it, he has another one which has pretty much the same ingredients, but a little different approach. Olive oil, shallots, and maitake mushrooms.
I'm having
on
too
top
much
of that,
fun.
scalloped liver blended in a food processor.
I'll play
That's all
for
mixed together
like
and
30
big
more
sausage.
minutes, but I have work,
Maybe the makings of a
and I
pizza
gotta
sauce,
go to
a
bed
pasta
early
sauce?
tonight.
That could
Not
be an
early,
idea.
but like earlier than I wanted to. Last night I wanted to be doing this, but I was too tired, so I actually fell asleep. I want to try and make time for this like every single day, but I'm going to struggle with a new job coming up. I have.
Well, his restaurant has all the top
Yeah,
brands.
my first job was a dishwasher. I said my second job that I'm like currently at is a GameStop. I'm an SGA with GameStop, and it's like meh. It's so meh. It sucks.
All right, again, the theme ingredient, maitake mushrooms, not cultivated, but out in the wild. Yes,
What I
we have
am
some
really
mushrooms
excited for,
here.
my buddy got me in as a white collar job as like a revenue auditor at a nice little place,
And these are kind of
and it
soft.
pays better than entry level in Seattle.
Much firmer, yeah.
Is it a desk job? It is a desk job. It is a white collar desk job. I literally went out and bought like a suit and tie today.
Thinking about taking home the leftovers, Akino-san?
Why not? My souvenir today.
Okay.
My buddy
was
was the sous chef. Do you have GameStop shares? I do have GameStop shares. I lost a lot of money through GameStop.
Oh my, dessert.
Something sweet, definitely.
Well, I'm ready for that. A dessert
we
made from
have
maitake mushrooms.
100,
I'm back on the
132.
challenger side now, and in this pressure cooker, besides the
232.
mushrooms on top,
It's
he
not
has
enough.
sake, ginger, and
It's
lightly
not
boiled
enough.
soft-shell turtle meat
But-
underneath.
All in the pressure cooker there. This is a classic process of stewing something in a turtle broth. Wow. Okay.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Yeah, asked why he chose the
Fukusan?
soft-shell turtle in this, the challenger said the thick turtle broth and flavor are a perfect match for the noble aroma of the maitake mushrooms.
Structure
Well, what do you
location.
know?
Yeah, I fucking
Maitake
bet,
mushrooms
homie.
and soft-shell turtle, a good match, so says Sasaoka.
And Fukusan?
Yes.
Iron Chef Kobe, commenting on today's theme ingredient, was saying that the Japanese use mushrooms in ways that are rather plain, but today I'm going to show you some sophisticated ways in Italian cuisine.
Sounding confident. Okay, we'll look forward to it.
What's that? Is the challenger making soba?
Buckwheat noodles, yeah.
Temporary same with us being on remote basis. I think that's what I need. Oh shit, I did the same thing.
Iron Chef Kobe commenting on today's theme ingredient was saying that the Japanese use mushrooms in ways that are rather plain, but today I'm going to show you some sophisticated ways in Italian cuisine.
All right, sounding confident. We'll look forward to it.
What's that? Is the Challenger
I
making
could just do
soba?
that.
Buckwheat noodles, yeah. Now the Challenger will be serving soba noodles at the end of
Those
the course
birds
instead
are
of
so
boiled rice.
fucking annoying.
Is that right? What a
Is he gonna start this now?
I think so.
What the fuck was
for the
that?
dough.
Definitely.
That killed
You
me.
know, I'm into making homemade soba on weekends.
What?
And,
Yourself?
Yeah, I
What?
prefer to
Yourself?
serve soba to our guests as a closing dish to our courses.
Bitch.
Now the Iron Chef here.
Oh, pasta.
Yes, he breaks it out.
Pasta.
This will also take some time.
Yes, I'm gonna be a revenue auditor, and I'm really excited.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so my buddy was the sous chef at a little casino,
Okay, now the Challenger is mixing water
and it's
into
like we
the
worked there
flour.
together, and we had a great.
Yeah, here on this side, the Challenger is mixing buckwheat flour with a bit of regular flour.
We had we had a
is
great time there together. We were always like booling, shooting the shit, being absolute clowns.
Soba? Yeah, that's a
We'll do it
traditional way of making
here.
soba noodles.
Okay, now up
Yeah,
here
we were
below
always
box,
being
Sasoka
like
supporters,
fools.
that's
We were always being
Yoji
absolute
Yoshihara, head
clowns.
chef
It
at
was
Ichiraku
great.
in Ginza. Sasoka
Ichiraku.
apprenticed under him, and there another person he was influenced by, Takayuki Hishinuma, owner and chef of his own place in Mita. And Akino-san, you know him quite well.
Yeah, actually, I go to his place quite often. His dishes are really delicious.
A battle for him someday here?
Maybe. Good idea.
All right, and also up there is a man who looks a lot like the Challenger. Let's pan right. There he is. That's 'cause it's his twin brother.
He had a friend
Older brother
that's like the trainer for revenue auditors of a large company, of a large casino,
You know, they're feeling some nerves
and
tingle. The only thing they can do right now is watch and wait. And
my
the
buddy
Challenger
was
continues
waiting
to
for
pound that
ages.
soba, and it's looking good.
Yeah, very nice.
No, it's entry level.
Yes.
Do you have some economics or accounting background knowledge? It is purely entry level. I do have, like, you know, I've taken an entrepreneurship class, if that counts. Anytime, brother. I hope you have a good one.
Good.
The Iron Chef's risotto.
Nice.
Yes. Updating the ingredients the Iron Chef has in his pan: olive oil, shallots, maitake mushroom stems, consomme, rice, parmesan, and salt.
Kobe on the offensive.
Oh, and he just added butter to that.
Look at the Challenger now. He's stretched this dough out now.
It's perfectly square.
Yeah, well, that's all fine and dandy, but my question is,
Godspeed.
who's going to have time for the other dishes here?
I had no idea what the fuck he said. I have no clue. I didn't hear a single fucking word of any of that bullshit that just came out of that dude's mind. So yeah, my buddy does not have an economics background or anything like that. His buddy got him in here, and my buddy with no economics background, and he doesn't even own a computer. So this guy doesn't even own a computer, and he says he's excelling at this job. He says they love him. He says it's fantastic.
See that knife? When you lift it, you twist it to
Can
the
I
left a
upgrade
bit.
it?
Yeah.
Where'd you pick this stuff up at?
Well, I asked a chef to teach me how to do it, eh?
Aggressive, aren't you?
All right, so that is the action right there.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can see him shifting the knife a bit to the left, yeah.
See, I told you. That's why
Crane
the noodles
railway
can be
track.
cut, you know,
Oh, that's really
clean.
cool.
The Iron Chef looks like he's ready to cut it.
The Iron Chef.
Iron Chef Kobe.
That's a guitar.
What's that?
Oh, you press the pasta on it.
Using that to make
Yeah,
pasta?
so
One shot.
I've pretty much just been waiting for a position to open up at this same place for the longest time,
Interesting.
and I've been lucky, and it's finally occurred.
Oh, yeah, you can see it just taking care of it all at
For
once.
a little bit
Wow,
more.
amazing. What a heavy
Italian
tool.
ingenuity on display.
We'll actually go fill this bad boy up with gas real quick. Well, actually, I want to
never
look
seen
at
anything like
something
this. My
real
Mother uses this
quick.
quite often.
For real home cooking, huh?
So
For
every
real
home would
home
have
cooking,
something
huh?
like this in their kitchens?
Yes, in their home.
Okay, and
Don't
the soba
say
looks to
that.
be ready here, folks.
All right, yes, check it out. Noodles precisely cut by the hand of Sasoka.
This is
Does
so
it need to
interesting
be,
to watch. There are similarities between soba and pasta.
Right.
A
Yeah.
new battle within a battle. Yes, Ota.
Iron Chef Kobe tells me that for
Must
a
be
change, he's
built on
preparing long pasta
foundation,
steak. He says, I know
understandable.
I've been making a lot of ravioli lately, but in Italy
I
they
could
say long
probably
pasta
put it
matches
like
better with mushrooms.
here.
The mushrooms shouldn't be too small
Would
so
that
that they're easy to
count?
eat.
I see them
and they
all
also
the
make good
time,
balance in
but
texture.
I think they're just
Pasta alligatala, we call
something
it.
else. Okay.
Okay, it's
That's the name.
Alligatala.
That's the name.
So they use the name of the tool that you use.
Yes, exactly.
There's
Okay,
a
brought to you
bunker
by the Iron
somewhere.
Chef.
This one's a bunker.
Now passing the halfway mark, 30 minutes gone, 30 minutes left. A little rumble
Does
from
he even
upstairs.
is he a
In
boomer?
this
Does
battle
he
between the Prince
does
of
everything
Pasta
on
and
the
the
phone?
Prince of Japanese
No,
cuisine.
it's like he's actually I think a year younger than me, which is the crazy thing. He plays like on an Xbox. It's like, you know, he just doesn't you know, do normal PC stuff.
And then he's coating them with white sesame seeds before frying them.
Oh, sesame
White
seeds.
sesame seeds.
All right, Japanese flavor.
Not pure Italian.
Yeah.
This is the Iron
You
Chef.
see it there?
Yeah,
Yes,
where we
here.
are.
What's he
Well,
gonna do with this?
Maybe a sauce to go with this deep fry?
Maybe.
A tempura dip?
Possibly.
Tempura, yes.
Well, I saw him making several kinds of sauces, so this is one of them.
Oh,
Right
okay,
now,
never
the
mind.
real tempura
Whatever.
deal about to be cooked up by the challenger.
Yeah, so it's like he just has an Xbox. It's like he
This is
just,
so
you know,
exciting. I'm really
it's nothing
interested
like
to
really
see how
too
their
weird
different
about him.
tempuras will stack up with each
In fact, he's a hoot and a holler. He's a hilarious guy. I think he's funnier than I am, for Pete's sake. Oh, God damn it. Did I check to make sure it was empty?
tempura, I don't know.
And the Iron
Yeah,
Chef
it is
has
empty.
spumante
Cool.
in it, and also sesame
So he
seeds.
definitely does
So
most
those will
things on
probably
a
be the
phone.
finishing
Probably.
touches.
Like, you know, he's big on TikTok. He really likes TikTok. He sends me shit on TikTok all the time, and I'm just not a big,
Okay, and we
like,
shall see
if
what
I
they come
am
up with.
consuming
That could be key
media
for both in the
and I
scoring.
have the opportunity to like sit down and watch something, it's like 9 times out of 10 I'll try and like consume something mildly generative.
This one.
Or, you know, like more tailored in an entertaining sense. I don't have to lie and say it's like,
Yeah, talking about the sake
the
grilled
much
dish, the challenger
better
Sasoko
stuff.
said only that it turned out, quote,
What
pretty
was
good.
it?
Wild
It is
maitake
a.
mushrooms.
Wow.
Now what's the Iron
It says,
Chef doing?
wow.
The throat of the veal here.
What was it? I think it was a. Ba ba ba
Looking
boop
good,
beep
wild
beep
maitake
boop
mushrooms.
bop.
Oh, wow.
Now what's the Iron Chef
I think it
doing?
might actually be an assembly station or something, so no big deal. We'll
Yes.
fucking
Yes, this is riz de veau, and it has been coated with semolina flour and salt.
Okay, semolina
There's
flour
the
and
liquid
salt
container,
coating the
yeah.
throat of the veal
Nearby
here.
structures and things. Yeah, we need that. That's what we
Don't
need.
ask me,
But,
Doc.
All right,
no
now on the
big deal.
challenger
We'll
side,
just get a bunch
scallops
of
being grilled in
these.
shell.
Ooh, scallops.
Grilling is the best way to do
Ooh,
this.
Yeah,
scallops.
just a little bit on fire is
Whoa.
really nice.
Yeah.
You know, at sushi bars, I always
Oh.
order one shellfish grilled.
So he'll
I
have one
forgot.
dish
I might
matching
not be
maitake
able to do
mushrooms and
that.
shellfish.
Fukusan,
Crates.
yes, commenting on his use of turtle and bonito broth when cooking this
Okay,
mushroom, the
the
challenger
crates
said,
are
actually, my
NBD.
mentor Rosanchin also used to add chicken to his broth, but today, because I'm using such naturally flavorful mushrooms,
Wow,
I
okay.
intentionally omitted the chicken, judging that it wasn't necessary.
Full flavored maitake, scratch the chicken broth.
They got all kinds
Now,
of crazy
checking
shit
in
up
on the
in
Iron
here.
Chef. This is
I got a lot more
pasta.
gravel.
Starting to boil it?
Yeah.
On boil
So we'll take
already.
as much basic
it too
materials as we can
Normal
get.
dried pasta and homemade pasta are different. Homemade pasta takes less time to boil.
Uh-huh.
Right, just like soba.
Right.
Okay, and as we saw in
Opinionated
replay,
stuff.
yes, Kobe's pasta has been
Opinionated
brought
stuff,
to a boil.
not too bad.
Now the challenger has sprinkled some
He's a
salt
cool
over his
guy.
fried maitake tempura, so salt only maybe.
Well, I'll tell you what, it seems like
Opinionated
Sasoka's
stuff.
aim
I don't even
is
remember
to
what I
not
said.
smother the natural flavor of mushrooms, not kill the flavor.
I got
Just
too
keep it simple.
involved in like pulling the stuff out of there, so I don't even remember like what the context was for that. Something having to do with Doug. My buddy Doug. He's a cool guy. Really cool guy. And he's helped me get a job. And the craziest thing is yeah, he's helped me get the job. His buddy's the trainer, so I'm gonna go train under his buddy, and then they saved the spot in his cubicle for me. So I get to like work like directly with my buddy, and supposedly he excels. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah, supposedly he has like not many problems.
In one frying pan, the Iron Chef was
Okay,
sauteing
so
maitake mushrooms
the
in
easiest
garlic,
thing-
red chili, and olive oil. In another pan, he had a mix of olive oil,
What's
shallots, and maitake
smarter,
mushrooms.
a
He combined
bunker?
the two, and that's what he has here.
Blended and
I'll try
sauteed,
bunker.
put together right here.
Oh, a very clever way of doing it.
I didn't do a
Kind of
bunker
condensing the
last
flavor.
time.
Wow, what a bold stroke by the Iron Chef.
Oh, the pressure
Shit.
cooker.
Yes, here from Sasoka's side.
There's bases
The
and
one with the
stuff in
soft
here,
shell
so it's
turtle
like
in it?
Right, yeah, turtle broth. And he had one huge piece of mushroom in here, too, I noticed.
So the turtle's just used for taking the broth, then?
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the pot.
Just for the broth.
Broth only.
That's my
Okay,
guess.
so it does need to be.
Here it comes.
Into the bowl. Ooh.
Looks good.
Maitake mushroom pasta zooming in. That is torture.
My mouth is watering.
McCrate must be submitted to
I
a
asked the Iron Chef
stuff.
about his pasta and he said perfecto.
Yep,
Mr.
yep.
Girolamo
Not
will
one of
probably
those.
think
I
so
understand.
as well. He was full of confidence.
Let's try the bunker.
Just wait a little longer
If we're
now.
talking
Less than
about
10 minutes. And
TikTok,
here.
The Challenger is now
opinionated
working
stuff,
on the skin
TikTok,
of the
opinionated
They'll
stuff.
be using the turtle meat after all.
Something, TikTok is stinky.
Gorgonzola, the Iron Chef with mushrooms.
Opinionated stuff, YouTube.
On top of something?
Like
I don't think TikTok is bad, but I think that like YouTube and other sources of media offer a far more generative content.
Wouldn't you say gorgonzola is too strong to go with the mushrooms?
I have to go
Well,
and
this will be his antipasto.
I would think so.
find a goddamn shovel.
Dishes to be served. Then what do we got here? Is
Let
this
me look for all the
balsamic vinegar?
bases.
Going down.
Flamenco, yes.
And Girolamo-san, as
So
an
we got a
Italian native,
base
a true
there.
pasta
You
gourmet,
got
what do you have
a
to say so far
shovel
about
for
Kobe's
me.
maitake pasta dish?
I don't
Looks
see
okay
a
to me.
shovel.
But I'll have to try it to judge.
A hardcore judge here.
Up
Sure,
close,
when it
though,
comes to pasta.
looks like a great
There
creation
was
say that, yes.
Now look at the Challenger.
there. Okay, swinging over to Sasoka
really
side.
cool
He's wrapping
base.
tempura.
The maitake tempura.
Wow, no
What's going
shovels
on here with
anywhere.
this?
What is he up to?
Is this for grabbing them by hand, maybe?
Keep hearing that dumb bird.
Okay,
Makes
being
me wanna
wrapped in
throw
paper.
up.
Okay, not really a surprise here.
Using
Shovels?
your hands?
That'll be different.
Oh,
for
is
sure.
there fucking
hands to
stockpile
eat.
there?
Oh, I see. He's going to display them on
Two
this little
shovels.
centerpiece.
Alright, we're heading to the bunker base, baby.
This is a typical Japanese style in presentation.
Okay, and now.
Do you know
over
if I
here,
should be
the
building the
Rideau.
bunker base or
And
like
the
the field
result,
camp?
right
The
you
little
I asked the Iron Chef why he
tent
went on
FOB.
to grill his risotto, and he said,
I don't
mushrooms and
know
rice
what
may
I
be a
should
little
be
too soft
building.
together in terms of texture, so I wanted to add a touch of crispiness to it.
I want something that's semi-permanent, so I think I'm gonna do
Sorry to interrupt, he
the
also
bunker
says that this
base.
Rideau contains
So I
the
tried
natural
the
aroma
other
of the
FOB
mushrooms
and someone
presents a nice
fucked that up
harmony
pretty
to
bad.
complement the dish.
Now, how
TikTok
about
with
that?
posts
He's saying
in
the mushrooms
YouTube
will
via
have a touch
shorts.
of bitterness,
They
and
do,
they'll use
and I've
Rideau
actually
to
seen
override
some
that.
YouTubers try and like reach out through
No, scallops.
Oh, scallops.
what do you call it?
Okay, yes.
Over on
Damn,
the
this
Challenger
thing's so
side,
slow.
he
It's
has
got
the
so much
grilled
shit.
maitake mushrooms,
I've seen a lot of
which he is now
TikTokers
sprinkling
try
with a mix of soy
and
sauce
tent
and top
FOB.
brand sake.
Is that really the
All
better
right, this one
option?
keeping with Rosan Jean's
I
philosophy,
wouldn't
not
even need to
overdoing it
shovel
in
down.
seasoning.
Mm-hmm, right. It's simple and sophisticated.
Pure Rosan Jean style.
Great. This is perfect for drinking sake.
Elaborate as to why.
And the presentation, too, in line with his mentor's beliefs.
Only 3 minutes.
3 minutes left
Only
now.
3 minutes.
And his backers once more sound the battle cry as he moves to finish off his soft shell turtle pot here.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa, go ahead.
The
bunch of
Challenger is
those.
keeping his soba noodles refrigerated instead of room temperature. When I inquired why, he told me losing water content is what you need to avoid with soba. That's
I'll
why.
take
Back
some
to
of
you.
that.
All right, more indication of the
Oh,
great care he takes.
It's gonna take a
You
little
gonna
bit
make
of
it on
time.
The soba noodles are out of the fridge now.
As far as I can tell, he's not boiling them during the battle.
He didn't?
No, I think he's going to boil them just before serving.
All right, yeah, they are not cooked yet.
Yeah, I've heard his restaurant
looks
is quite
delicious.
strict about the timing of preparing things before serving.
Just
Man, I can't believe I've been doing like solo
Okay, now what's the
logi
Iron Chef
for
doing?
This
so
was the
long.
item he was frying.
Another 15
Right,
minutes or
frying,
so,
now it's
so that's
soup.
cool.
Served as a soup.
Okay, so not a tempura dish.
I mean, depends on
No,
how
and I
close
know
to
you
the
want me
front
to
line.
admit it, I
I'm
was
not
wrong.
that close to the front line.
Now, Sasoka's maitake stew pot, which we just saw boil over
Yeah,
moments ago.
I'm pretty
This is simple
isolated
yet
from the front
profound in
line.
taste,
Like,
with
there's
the
still
turtle broth.
partisans,
Another
they
no-frills
exist
approach.
out here.
Just straight ahead, offering the natural flavor of wild maitake mushrooms in a turtle broth.
Now that I say that, I'm like, oh damn, I don't really have that many defenses for my base. So I'm thinking about like trying to work on that, but we'll see.
But he continues to stay composed. His movement steady, not rushed. The man in control.
I just like building that and then having
Okay, this is the dip
a
to
place to
soba noodle.
store a lot of shit. It's like I was able to store so much there.
Right, he's gonna serve soba cold today.
The dish will be cold, but the cooking's been hot all the way through. Less than 30 seconds
But I
now,
think
and
it'll
Sasoka soba
accomplish
is
the
ready, and his
same
other
thing.
dishes are complete, visually appealing as well.
Yeah, the Iron Chef's dishes are pretty too.
Yes, Kobe has spruced up his
shit.
presentation in the last moments of this one. Two young men
Should've braked.
cross-cuisine battling different approaches, but some similarities evident in their handling of the silver of the forest. No restaurant could possibly offer what the panel's about to feast on. Maitake
I keep
mushrooms from
hitting
the wild
the
as the final
important
seconds tick
button.
down. And that's it. The cooking's done. The Maitake mushroom battle is over.
You really adhered to your mentor's philosophy. How did everything turn out?
Your mentor's philosophy.
Well, I think I succeeded in emphasizing
I don't
the
really
natural
like how
flavor in all
I
my
did. I
dishes.
think I fucked up
I
pretty
succeeded in fulfilling the
bad.
theme, I
Great.
think.
Oh
And that means a
yeah?
win?
Yes, I'll win.
You must
Well,
have
we're gonna get the
really
coal
been confident
generator
working
here
with mushrooms.
soon.
I didn't say I was confident.
Oh,
No? Japanese mushrooms are tough to deal with. The flavor
tough
seems
to
a
deal
bit too
with.
subtle compared with mushrooms.
It almost
you
sounds
find
like
in
Yuri
Italy
Lowenthal.
or in other countries, and you have to deal with the mushrooms'
Build a
bitterness.
tent, then I think. Yeah, I'll build a tent.
Really?
I think
So
that sounds
how
like
are
the
your
plan.
dishes?
What is
My dishes? Well,
necessary for
I first tried to
300
condense
basic
the
materials?
flavor,
Soup.
then
Got 'em.
expand it in various directions. They're good.
Challenger Sasoka is offering 6 dishes. First, maitake and seafood hors d'oeuvre. A simple dish with the mushrooms dipped into sake and then grilled. A wonderful
Some
illustration
asshole
of
like
not killing the
fucking
ingredient's
being
natural
a
flavor.
silly person out there.
Second, maitake and buckwheat crepe. Here, bonito broth and citrus juice meet in the bowl,
Crepe.
maintaining the noble
Holy
flavor
shit.
of maitake
Literally,
mushrooms.
her quails are fucking freaking out.
Our masterpiece, presenting the
I hate
sweetness of
those
lobster.
dumb, stupid
Soy
fucking
sauce
birds.
with ground maitake mushrooms heightens the tasting experience. Maitake tempura. The thinnest possible batter keeps the natural texture of the mushrooms. The
Holy
result?
shit.
A profound
Yeah, if you don't know
just a
what
magical
a
sprinkle of
common male quail sounds like, so not the one with the little like dangly ball on its head, or like common quails. They're a little ugly. They look like permanent chicks, kind of. Google the sound of like a male common quail. It is like this disgusting, like guttural, like it sounds like something's throwing up to me. Sounds like something small is very angry.
The Iron Chef counters with 5 dishes.
God damn it, there's not enough.
Maitake and beef carpaccio.
And I'm hearing
Grilled
this
and raw
sound like every
mushrooms are
couple of
matched here,
seconds, and
presenting
I'm
contrasts in
just, I'm
both
over
texture
it.
and aroma. And Gorgonzola cheese is a
Yeah.
surprising partner in this dish.
It used to be like once every, 20-30 minutes, and now they're like calling back and forth to each other. Oh my god. That is insane. I wonder how fast this thing goes on. Can you?
Italian cooking tool Gitala was used to make the pasta.
Oh, you
The
can.
mushroom's
We gonna
texture
do that.
controlled
That's gonna be
just
so
right
funny.
enhances the taste of homemade
beep.
pasta.
Hello.
Risotto with maitake. Several ingredients and
Can I
techniques here
actually
accentuate the
upgrade
flavor
this?
of maitake mushrooms. Riz de veau sautéed with the flour coating. Risotto enveloped in a parmesan aroma, and mushrooms braised in red wine are the players in this
No.
dish. Last is
Yeah, that
maitake
fucking dumb
tiramisu.
bird.
It's an amazing dessert using mushrooms with an espresso flavor. The level of sweetness is controlled with precision. Persimmons and raspberries make surprising companions with maitake in this original dessert by Kobe.
Huh. Oh fuck. Maybe I should actually put it over here. I want to keep it like kind of protected.
And the mentor for today's challenger,
If it's the harder it is to actually get to that thing, the better.
who's earned the moniker the
But we'll
Prince of
see.
Japanese cuisine. He'll do battle against the Prince of Pasta, Iron Chef Italian
Okay, cool.
Masahiko Kobe.
We're building it.
Chairman Kaga unveils a theme ingredient fit for royalty. The
Yeah,
silver
that
of the
fucking bird
forest,
just keeps
wild
going off, and
maitake
it's like it
mushrooms.
was so funny.
The challenger, adhering to the simple is best philosophy, produces 6 superior dishes. Japanese mushrooms
Oh,
for
does this
Italian
game
cuisine,
have
the Iron Chef fights back with
game
5.
filter support? No. Sucks
And
to
now, the
suck
moment
me.
of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today are lower house member Shinichiro Kurimoto, actress Yoko Akino, essayist Panzetta Girolamo, and
Panzetta
culinary critic
Girolamo.
Masato Kishi.
That name's fake
Dishes
as
of Challenger
fuck.
Sasoka.
I gave you a bigger portion to emphasize the richness and beauty of this natural ingredient.
I gave you a
You
bigger
don't have to
portion
finish it all.
because
Save room for the
I
other
hope you
dishes.
like a lot of food.
I like the firm texture of this. Sasoka-san, at your restaurant, do you ever serve naturally grown maitake mushrooms?
Well, it's a very rare item. Yeah.
So this is different
Nope,
from what
we make
you're
them in a
used to.
lab.
Yes. The aroma is very distinctive, I'd say. Yeah.
Oh, well, it does have a bit of bitterness, so I guess that's
Goddamn.
natural.
Ooh.
It's not unpleasant in any way, but I'm getting a nice bitterness as an aftertaste.
I can't stop eating.
I can't stop shitting my pants.
Yeah,
I
this
can't
is
stop
so
eating.
nice. The
No, I
texture
really
and aroma
can't
is
stop.
wonderful.
When I was given the ingredient, tempura was the first thing that came to mind. It's simple in process, but skill makes all the difference.
Oh, does it?
I like the way you eat.
Penzetto Girolamo. That made me fuck.
Right there.
Yeah, I forgot. It's the Italian guy. It's like, that's real for an Italian person. They live in a different world than we do.
I think he really succeeded in presenting this in a straightforward manner, just by sprinkling a little salt over it. This is really very good.
I wonder if that can be
Now the
upgraded.
turtle-flavored stew is served by Sasuoka.
What is it called one more time? Encampment? I'm gonna
They really
Google it
taste
real
different in
quick.
the stew.
Wiki Warrior.
It's a wonderful aroma. When I first enjoyed this, I mean, when I first saw it and smelled it, how should I say? I thought it was going to be very subtle, you know? But this has a very profound, strong flavor.
Yes.
I feel like I can go out and conquer the world now.
After tasting this, I'm getting the spiciness of the red chili, yes. I agree with this strategy. And he did well in using the body of the turtle soup.
I'm ready, miss.
Italian men, why are they all like this?
The last dish, handmade soba noodles, are boiled and iced down in front of the panel and served with maitake mushrooms.
So tactful. Even without the mushrooms, this would be so good.
Even without, you said?
So good.
Oh, I'm in heaven, everyone.
Maintenance supplies. Okay.
Everyone who's watching.
May I recommend borrow this vehicle?
I didn't know so.
Let me take everything out of there, and then yes.
It's not in the way at all. I love this.
We often use phrases like cooking to accentuate the ingredients, but his approach was cooking not to kill the ingredients. You were right about that. And your mentor up in heaven is probably proud of you today.
And now the dishes of Iron Chef Kobe.
Alright, it's all yours, buddy.
I tried using techniques that Japanese chefs won't employ. Sorry, it's a bit difficult to eat compared to the Challenger's dish.
The mushrooms at the bottom, floating in the
Why do
soup,
I feel
seem
like there should be
tempura
more
and
diesel
soup
there?
noodles with soft batter. I see an interesting combination in the flavor.
Is a crate just one? He wins Iron
I
Chef.
enjoyed the aroma, but when dipping it into the soup was probably a little too salty, and I had
probably
to
a little
crunch
too
it to eat
salty.
it.
Okay,
I guess
buddy.
that's the negative aspect, I think.
This is called gitala, the oldest way of making homemade pasta in Italy, long pasta. It's called gitala because one of the parts looks
Yeah,
like
okay, so a
guitar.
crate really is just
I like
one.
this.
Okay, that's lame as hell.
I like this.
So you say
Oh yeah, of course Panzetto likes the pasta.
Yeah, this is very, very good.
Oh yeah, this is Italian, alright. I know what that
Italian home
is.
cooking, dining at home. Mama's flavor. Mama's flavor, sorry.
I want to mix it up.
Mix it up?
That should be better.
Oh, okay, I see. Like this. Oh. The Iron Chef told me to do
Flag
it.
disruptive placement. She said, great!
Unusual, but great.
Unusual.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Right, it's hard to explain.
It is
Okay,
good.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
come
it's
over
really
here.
good. But as an Italian, I wanted to
build
enjoy
that
the
little
aroma of the mushroom. You know,
coal
but
power
you see,
plant.
we don't have this mushroom in
Modifying
Italy.
structure,
It
super
must have been
easy.
really tough to do this.
He
Oh
worked hard on
shit.
this one.
Takes
This is
diesel
good.
and
He was
also
able to
takes
kill the
coal.
mushroom's aroma while leaving the
So we can go
texture.
grab a big
and the
old
mushrooms
pile of
absorb
coal.
the flavors, so as you chew it,
Hi,
the aroma
friend, how are
comes
you?
out. This is really a success.
I really see the depth of the Iron Chef's skills.
Doesn't mean she's realizing that today, especially today.
I was opening the door to my cat.
Smiles at the end for Kobe,
Godspeed,
but will
brother.
he be
You have a good
smiling
one.
after the verdict?
Mamma mia, there's a new Iron Chef. Yeah, they get replaced every time. That'd be hilarious. Be so fucked up. Boop. And now we have a stockpile there just in case. But we gotta get scrap.
一人だけでいいのです。それでは発表します。
Requires coat. I think that has a byproduct. Actually, we gotta change it over because it has a byproduct. I think.
Challenger Sasoka doing right by his mentor. The ingredients' natural flavor conveyed in his cooking. Iron Chef Kobe, difficulty with the theme. Pride on the line one more time. How'd he do? Which prince takes it?
I might be wrong. There's one of these that is like a coal reburner or something.
It's the challenger. Sasoka wins it.
Oh, he won! He shit! He pantsed! He fucked!
He's found gold in the silver of the forest with his simple as best formula. As the men shake hands, preserving, enhancing the natural flavor of the wild maitake mushrooms, that carries the day for him defeating the Iron Chef. We've got to take a look at these scores now. Check it out. Oh my, it's based on points. Kurimoto, 1918, the Iron Chef. Akino, 1917, the Challenger. Girolamo, 1917,
So we'll
the
build
Challenger.
another one of
Kishi,
those.
1917, Iron Chef. Judges split 2-2. The decision on total points 73-72. By 1 point, Sasoka dropping the Prince of Pasta.
Oh, okay, I thought that was the guy. Damn it.
All smiles upstairs.
Fine.
This man validating his philosophy today against the Iron Chef. Long live the Prince of Japanese cuisine, Takatsugu Sasoka.
Yeah.
His dishes were simply superb. He took advantage of the natural flavor of the ingredient and the last soba noodles.
Okay.
Yep, that stole my heart. It did.
The Iron Chef's tiramisu was not good, but the others, he showed his originality.
Shift not
And
working?
Overall,
What the
his
hell?
approach was really very good.
When I dine, I want to feel good. If dishes don't give me that, they don't qualify. Today, the
If
Japanese
dishes
chef
don't
did
give me
to
that, they just don't
The Challenger's
qualify.
dishes tasted wonderful, but he
Oh,
lacked
damn,
creativity,
okay,
in my
you're right,
opinion.
brother.
I wanted to see another twist to his dishes. The last
Shit.
soba noodle dish was probably why he won.
Really? I can only take 60 at a time. That's some bullshit. You see how long it takes? That's okay, we got this. That way we can produce these materials twice as fast. Also, didn't we have gravel? Didn't we have a decent amount of gravel? What happened to our gravel? Yummy. The Italian love the Iron Chef. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. It's like he's literally Iron Chef Italian. He's cozying up to that guy, I bet. Damn, it is 131. I'm gonna probably build a very simple wall. Or at least start on a
5 years
wall.
ago, a man's fantasy became reality. In a form never seen before, a giant cooking arena, the Kitchen Stadium. The motivation for spending his fortune to create Kitchen Stadium was to encounter new original cuisines, which could be called true artistic creations. To realize his dream, he first secretly started selecting the top
I'm actually
chefs of
getting tired
various
too,
styles
so
of cooking.
we'll be on for. We'll finish this, and I'll probably.
The invincible men of culinary skills. Iron Chef Japanese
What
is
will I do?
Masaharu Morimoto.
Put scrap in both of them for sure.
Iron
That's
Chef
what I'm
French
thinking.
is Hiroyuki Sakai. Iron Chef Chinese is Chen Kenichi.
Chen Kenichi.
And Masahiko Kobe is Iron Chef Italian. The
Italian
Kitchen
love, yeah.
Stadium is
I
the
love
arena
seeing
where
that.
Iron
It's
Chefs
good to
await the
be on.
challenges of master chefs from around the world. Both the Iron Chef and Challenger have 1 hour to tackle the theme ingredient of the day, using all their senses, skills, creativity. They're to prepare artistic dishes never tasted before.
Yeah.
And if ever a challenger wins over the Iron Chef, he or she will gain the
Oh
people's
yeah, I'll build a
ovation
crane and bring it
forever.
over. Or
Kitchen Stadium
is a
the
crane
arena
something
where you'll
else I
meet
need
the
like the
master
refined
chefs from
fucking
around the
shit
world
for? We'll
and
see.
their artistic creations. What
Sick.
inspiration will
We
today's
did it.
challenger bring?
Crane is
And
10.
how will the
It's
Iron
not
Chef
much.
fight
Okay,
back?
that's cool. At least,
The heat will be on.
yeah. Okay.
If memory serves me right, in Italy, the homeland of pasta, there is a legendary pasta contest held only once every decade.
Every decade.
The champion of this contest of contests
that won't
spoke
work.
to us.
For perfecting pasta, you need to choose the right kind of water.
Oh, sorry. I should have warned you.
Temperature is also critical.
That's fucked.
These are the three
My bad.
conditions. If these are perfect, I never lose to anyone.
That was rude on my part.
But that was the only secret
That's
he
what I get
chose
for
to
smoking
disclose.
the bowls.
This champion of pasta
I don't think the guy's gonna bring the
opened a
truck
restaurant
back this time.
Here in Japan. We must check out his talent. Today's challenger, the genius of pasta, from Museo in Nishiazabu, Marco Molinari.
Cool. Both are connected.
Marco, a fourth-generation chef in his family, started cooking when he was only 7 years
So
old.
I want to do that.
And at
And
age
that's
13, he was already a chef at a
milliwatts,
3-star restaurant.
which we
Genius is his middle
can't
name.
accommodate.
And in the World Pasta Contest held in 1995, his name was forever engraved in the Pasta Hall of Fame. He beat big names when he was still only in his 20s.
Oh, that would have been smart to
And at
build.
age 32, he opened his own
Holy
restaurant in
shit.
Nishiazabu, Tokyo, a place always full of people wanting
That's
to try the
insane.
world's best pasta.
I started studying about pasta since I was 7. So now I have 25 years of experience.
Do that.
But I feel I still have a long way to
Yo,
go.
fuck you.
Truly a perfectionist. He strives to place pasta as an art form on the table.
Yeah, we gotta
adding
get
touches
the
of worldwide
shit
cuisine.
down.
So now, Marco, we look forward to see your talent in action and tasting the world's best pasta.
Pasta.
I'll prepare pasta that you have never seen before.
Oh yeah, those are big words. Those are really big words. You better take them back. This tastes like shit. He didn't chew. Now he's chewing. Okay. Woohoo!
Alright, thank you so much. That helped me move like commentary DMAX down the process.
No worries, no worries. I'm about to go do a coal run myself too, so good luck. Literally, like, every time he talks, I have no idea what he says, and I feel so bad about it.
シェフが応募し10年に一度開催されるという伝説のパスタコンクール。その世界チャンピオンの座を獲得した若き天才イ
Yeah.
タリア人シェフがやってまいりました。さあ皆さん大きな拍手でお迎えください。
Anyone want to do some island adventures?
Entering Kitchen Stadium, Pasta's Man of the Decade, winning the World Championship title 3 years ago at age 29. After working at several top restaurants around the world, he's opened his own restaurant in Tokyo. Italian cuisine experts, even the top chefs, will be watching him show his stuff today.
Okay. And we can probably just boop, boop.
Yes.
Actually,
This
can we
is the
just...
diploma of the contest. Well, I got one, but it was really heavy to bring all the way to Japan, so I left it back in Italy.
Boop.
Yes.
Boop. Boop. I don't think I have that many on me. Nope, I guess I have a lot on me.
Do
Enough?
my best.
Nope. Excuse me, this thing,
Ascending into Kitchen Stadium, the 3 Iron Chefs. Truly seasoned
My
men of culinary
balls.
skills. Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi.
Man, I have to
Iron
cough.
Chef
I'll
French
mute my
Hiroyuki
mic and just
Sakai,
cough my
and
brains
Iron
out,
Chef
sorry.
Japanese Masaharu Morimoto. The 3 leaders of the culinary scene in Japan.
それでは伺いましょう。誰と戦いますか？
Morimoto-san, please.
Morimoto's the choice. The Pasta King goes for the Iron Chef Japanese. Masahara Morimoto heads the kitchen at Nobu, the famous Japanese restaurant in New York. From there, he spearheaded the neo-Japanese movement, establishing his own philosophy of Japanese cuisine. He's beaten his detractors recently, but today, a champion Italian chef takes...
Okay, those are some good coughs. Oh, wow. Oh, kind of a bummer, but we'll figure that one out. Fine. We got lots of gravel we can take. Or no, we'll just
Today's
take
battle,
all of these
another
we can
tantalizing
carry.
matchup.
Oh
Molinari,
shit,
an
no,
Italian
we'll have
world
to salvage
champ when it
too.
comes
We'll
to
take
pasta
all the
against
salvage we
Iron
can.
Chef Morimoto. Porcini mushrooms the theme. Advantage seemingly
Yeah,
with
we'll
the
do a
challenger,
couple
but
runs of
don't write
these. This will
Morimoto
help out a
off yet.
lot.
No problem for him with unfamiliar themes.
Oh,
Opening gong, battle begins, and hey, Morimoto imitating Kobe, Iron Chef Italian Kobe, sprinting up to the ingredient stand. And the challenger, the world pasta champion, against the man who produces a world version of Japanese cuisine, the theme porcini. And the word porcini is a combination of a couple of words.
If I can take
Porca,
that, I'll
pig,
take that real
and
quick.
cini, which means small, so tiny pig is basically in Italian. Right. And that's from its appearance, I presume? I imagine so, yeah. All right, now Molinari is checking out the taste and doing a little sorting. Iron Chef's already made off with his, and now the challenger getting back to his side of the kitchen, and here's Morimoto. Yeah, he's taking off the stems. Taste test. And now the challenger first orders to brush the dirt off him, and he's doing that now. And let's introduce our guests for today's battle. First, he's judged numerous times. Today, he'll sit down here. Lower house member Shinichiro Kurimoto. Nice
Like
to
how
have
this
you.
thing has some serious power to it as well.
All the times you're here,
Oh,
you're now known as the most discerning politician when it comes to food.
But I
He
won't
said
deny
that.
that.
And you like porcini?
Well, yes, I do. It has a bit of a sweetness, and the section near the root, the stem is bitter.
We'll have to
Also, I
cover
think the
this again.
matsutake mushrooms with the crispy, well, crispy could be the wrong word, but a firm texture.
Okay.
Looks like they're going to use that here.
And you're big on pasta as well.
Oh, I love pasta. I'm the pickiest politician about pasta I am.
With good reason.
Well, the challenger's been the pasta champ for a decade, so this is a real thrill for me.
All of us. Okay, and we've got actress Chizuru Azuma.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Nice dress.
Hey, what's up,
pasta
dude?
color.
It's always
You're
nice to
wearing
see
an
you.
Italian
I hope work goes
cameo
nice
instead?
and smooth for you.
Yes, it is. It's antique.
Yeah, I
right?
hope actually
Well,
work
check
is
this
nice and
out.
easy
Today, a
today.
famous cameo artist is here, Azuma-san, and he'll be joining you and
For both of
Kurimoto-san
us,
for the
genuinely.
tasting.
I'm not looking forward to work for myself,
And here he
but
is.
you
He's
know,
what we like to
can't
call
be
in
that
Japan
bad.
a living national treasure.
Only suck a little
Francesco
bit.
Esposito. And he'll be on the tasting panel today, sitting in judgment of both men's dishes.
Yes.
And thanks for joining us. And of course, expert commentator Dr. Yukio Hattori.
Always a pleasure and a privilege. You know, I noticed the Iron Chef started boiling some wheat and rice together.
Rice and wheat?
Yeah, I was watching him do this earlier.
Fukuisan!
Yes, go ahead, Ota.
That's right, in the rice cooker, the Iron Chef has normal Japanese rice with 20% rolled barley.
All mixed in. Okay.
So he's going to pour porcini sauce over it.
I think you're hitting the nail right on the head there, yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a great mix of ingredients.
Yes, and there is slow-mo replay, but of course no porcini in the rice cooker as of yet.
Fukuisan?
Yes, Ota.
The Iron Chef also has a pressure cooker in the works, which so far only contains dried bonito broth and porcini.
Okay, with porcini in the cooker. Bonito broth and porcini.
And
What's
Fukuisan?
going down here? Yes.
And
I asked him why he's
Fukuisan.
using a pressure cooker, and he said simply it's just to condense the taste and the aroma that'll probably
we got
produce
power
better
coming
results.
from
Okay,
there,
getting started with that,
coconut.
but it doesn't have that long.
That's the last of the
mushroom
coal.
to cook it that long, right, Azuma-san?
Well, yes, you want to preserve the nice texture, but I'm sure it'll be great stewed like that as well.
Oh my Lord, have
Okay,
mercy.
so perhaps a stewed item under consideration by
Oh,
Morimoto,
Lordy.
and now on the challenger side, Marco
Wow,
Molinari, the last
produced all
world
the
pasta
materials we need
champion.
to.
Go ahead, Ota.
About today's porcini mushrooms, Chef Marco said some are great, but some are not so good. They've caught a cold. Now, what he meant by that, I'm not quite sure yet.
What the
Must
heck
be
does
standing
that
to
mean?
retrieve something. I am
And
standing,
Fukuisan,
sir.
take it. Yeah, sorry to interrupt again. The challenger noticed that the Iron Chef was rinsing
Crazy.
the porcini in water, and he said to me, you know, he's not supposed to wash this mushroom. When you do, you wash the aroma down the drain.
You know, he's right. It's just like matsutake.
Yeah, you're right, like matsutake. Huh?
He should not have rinsed them quite so hard.
All
I
right,
don't
well,
think,
we'll
in
see if
water.
it affects the taste of his dishes.
Okay, I think he's working on a risotto here.
Risotto from the youthful challenger,
We will
Marco,
still
32
put it
years
there.
old.
This just by itself looks good enough to eat, doesn't it?
And the broth here from Fond de Veau or something as we move in for an up-close look.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
supply
I
consumption
told
for the next
Morimoto about
24
Marco's
hours.
comments that he shouldn't have rinsed the mushrooms, and he quipped, "Objection, Your Honor.
put some in
Mushrooms are
there, too.
mushrooms. They don't have that strong a flavor. It won't hurt a bit."
All right. That's him. I'm with Morimoto here. Mushrooms washed quite all right with me. He did it his way last time with Natto, beating the Ota faction's
No, you
second
don't need to.
DH.
Okay, I noticed that the Iron Chef has started preparing a pasta here.
All right.
Wow.
Morimoto preparing pasta. He's going to put his up against the world champ.
Yeah, I saw brown powder involved.
Nothing to refuel.
Let me
Yeah,
catch you
this
up
one,
on what he
please.
has in his pasta dough: flour, brine, a kind of salt water, eggs, water, and grated porcini.
Okay, grated porcini mixed in then.
Already prepared that way.
Yeah, you can actually buy it in that form.
Cool,
Okay.
actually.
Fukusan, take it. I asked Morimoto what his strategy was for using an ingredient that he's
All
not
cool for
familiar with, and he
Christmas.
simply
Yeah, no
says
joke.
elite Italian cuisine, explaining that he's going to express himself using these mushrooms with non-Italian techniques, but we also know that he has a pasta dough, so he's being sneaky.
That's a lot.
Italian cuisine, but he's got the pasta menu.
That's
I
right.
like that
Yeah, well,
one
he's
too.
covering
But
something
that's
up there.
actually
Maybe a
nice.
misdirection.
Fukusan?
Yes.
I went back to Marco to inquire what he meant
I'm
about
gonna park
porcini
this
catching
one when I'm
cold,
done
and
with
he
it.
kindly explained that porcini raised in a fairly dry environment show spots when they are sliced sideways, and they're fairly bitter. They've caught a cold. On the other hand, those that have enjoyed a lot of rain are very sweet.
Yeah, they took all the
A
scrap.
man could teach a course on
Fuckers.
mushrooms.
So we will
Enjoying the rain.
grab fuel instead.
Sounds like a song title.
Well, this is an educational experience, that's for sure.
And then we'll go back to
Can you
the
see the frying
scrap
pans
here
that the
soon.
Challenger is working with?
Okay,
The
yes.
one simmering on his right contains porcini sugar and water so far.
A dessert, then.
Oh, amazing.
And then we'll make a
Fukusan's
small
caramel, yes, take
fence.
it.
Yeah, what's a popular porcini dish in Italy these days? Chef Marco tells me risotto for sure, and he's making one. But the highlight of today's dinner will be his dessert. He can't wait for you all to try it.
Okay, and in the pan, what he just poured out, that's going to be the base of the dessert. He says it'll be the highlight of his meal.
See, Marco appears to be moving slowly,
Okay,
but
this
when you look
thing,
at his
I'm gonna-
hands, he's
I'm gonna
really
park him
swift,
over here
very efficient.
Yes.
The Iron Chef, it's soba noodles?
Can I
Or
sneak through here?
porcini soba, we
Oh,
could
hell
say.
yeah.
That makes sense to me.
I'll park him right
So
here
maybe
like
dipped into a
this.
sauce?
I'd guess so.
Fukusan,
Take it.
originally I thought this was a pasta, but the Iron Chef says no, they are ramen noodles. Back to you.
Ramen, okay.
Porcini ramen, then.
Well, soup using
Porcini
porcini is really
ramen.
nice, so I'm sure it'll be wonderful.
With good body as well.
Okay.
Now, I think the champ
Yeah,
is
you
moving
got
on
a
to
good body.
his pasta now.
Marble?
That's a golden rule. If you want to make gourmet pasta the right way, yeah.
He brought it with
Look,
him?
he's torching the marble.
What a scene. Look at that.
Wowie. We can smoke a bowl for that one. Actually, I think it's
Look,
time
I
to take
think
a
the champ
dab.
is moving on to his pasta here.
Is this
And
marble?
before that, I'm gonna eat a
It's
piece
a
of
golden
chocolate.
rule if you want to make
Dark
gourmet
chocolate.
pasta the right way.
Oh, you mean he brought it with him?
Sorry.
He's torching the marble.
Look at that.
Yeah, like I love the reaction.
Hattori, what's the idea?
It's so
He's trying to
funny.
get it up to a particular temperature. You need to be really, really experienced with this.
How about the spray?
Ooh, it's open.
Alcohol?
Right, alcohol, yeah.
Heating up the marble.
And it's not good if it's too cold. You got to keep it a certain temperature, and marble's great for that.
You got porcini singing in the rain and marble on fire. It's too poetic. Then again, the Challenger looks
Hilarious.
slow, but actually, you see his hands, he's very fast.
Yes, he is. And now look at this.
Oh, my, what's he doing there?
Wearing a mask?
I'm gonna be doing a dab.
What's this
I
about?
maybe if
wonder
I start
if he's allowed
coughing,
to
I'll mute
inhale
my
the
mic.
flower?
That could be, yeah.
So that he doesn't sneeze in
It's
the
his
middle?
comedy routine. This is unreal.
Do all Italian chefs do this?
What now? Goggles.
Maybe he has hay
Man, this
fever.
is just too much
Stop now. He's
fucking
got the
fun.
gloves.
Hey, Doc, do they really do this in Italy?
I'm just as shocked as you guys. I've never seen this before.
He looks more like a worker in an anti-radiation suit.
Yeah, threw a torch in his hand. Look at the
First
seal.
fire and now smoke here.
What's this, dry ice?
It's like from another planet.
Okay, he's cooling it down now.
With dry ice.
If this guy's a comedian, he's really got
I'm
us.
starting to really like this guy. And porcini powder.
It looks like it's through the smoke, yeah.
Close encounters of the pasta making kind, and even Morimoto's come over to check it out.
Just a spectator.
This is just too much fun to view from a distance.
Iron Chef goes back now. The dry ice man continueth.
Whoa.
Okay, now the water he's using.
Probably set up a switch.
Go ahead, Ota.
The Iron Chef just won. What was
Damn.
that all
about? Hey, don't ask me. I haven't got the foggiest idea.
I can't blame him. It's getting close to rocket science.
Actually, it looks kind of expensive to be able to do that. Sorry, I said I would not cough.
Oh boy, I know the temperature makes a lot of difference in the texture that you wind up with, but this is a unique way to go about it.
Go ahead. In answer to my question about this mad scientist look here, is the mask
Oh
important
my
for the
Lord,
preparation?
have
He says, no,
mercy.
I just have hay fever.
After winding us up, you know.
Oh, it's good to hear, actually.
I don't feel disappointed.
So nothing to do with the cooking.
I thought all
Golly.
serious chefs do this.
Like a chef's
I thought all
Hey, you wanna
serious
be a
chefs
pasta
do this.
champ?
That's hilarious.
Oh, I'm starting to settle down now. Oh, so the Iron Chef is.
Yes, back to the Iron Chef.
Oh, is he going to make tempura?
For matsutake, this is a rather common approach, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I wonder about the size, though.
I'd like to try a whole piece.
Matsutake.
I know that's a lot to ask.
So he'll fry them for
So after this, we'll
boy.
Well, I'm
scrap
going
it
to
up
slice
to make
them.
those
Cut 'em in
things.
half.
Because they're so big,
We'll
maybe.
start
Make 'em
getting
easier to
multiple
cook.
walls
I
down.
agree with his decision, though. They're just too big.
Nothing too crazy.
What do we have here?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know, but they won't disclose it, though.
Corporate
That's
secret.
the thing, yeah. Well, the secret's passed on
think
inside of a
it's
family or
already
to
at
an apprentice
500,
fully
so
endorsed by
we're
his
good for
maestro.
the most part.
Oh, right.
That one's full, so that's
Oh, he
nice.
puts them in his mouth to check the firmness, right?
Taste test of his pasta dough.
If I was
by
intelligent,
Challenger.
I can still
just
like
like a
break it,
craftsman's family.
but I don't know
Yeah,
if I want to.
they,
Well, these
they
are
do
cheap.
keep the
They're not
secret
no
very
big deal.
close.
His father was a chef too, right?
Right, yeah. He told me that his late father finally disclosed his secret
pretty
just about 2 months before he passed
Unbelievable.
away.
Unbelievable, he's pounding it there.
Isn't that careless?
Right, we can't tell whether he knows what he's doing or not.
Hey, he's the champ.
Now I'm wondering, do I get my materials back? If I don't get my materials back, it's not that big of a deal.
Confided it was
I
something that
don't
he
care.
decided to use after 25 years experience pasta making, but he said, I can't tell you
But definitely
what.
having to refuel
Well, he
these
can tell
mostly
you, but
by
then he'd have
hand
to
is
kill
kind
you.
of
Oh, I
a
can't
bummer.
wait to try this pasta.
3 years ago in Naples, the World Pasta Championship won by Marco Molinari. The championship held only
The
once a
frickin',
decade. Today, he and Iron Chef Morimoto are
Coal is
locked in
not
a
that hard to
porcini
come
battle.
by,
That
so it's
lid
like
on the pressure
upgrading to that
cooker
might be
locked
fun.
on.
But I do
Now they got
want
it off. As we are
the
nearing the
other
halfway
thing.
point in the battle, there it is, and now into the second half, and we've
That
already
goddamn
seen some
thing.
incredible plays by both men in this porcini battle.
Wow, this looks good
Hang on.
too.
Oh, wow, it looks so delicious.
Right here from the Iron Chef, and
Cool.
whoa, you see that? Marco, hearing the cheers for him from upstairs, just dusted them with some flour.
Marco, you've got to clean it up yourself.
He's like a sumo wrestler with that salt.
Yeah, Sosa.
Iron Chef Morimoto just spoke
They're
to me
all so
about the
cute,
challenger's
they're all
pasta
so
making
funny.
process, saying, you know, I thought
Let's
I was
grab
always the
grab
one
them
everyone
instead.
said did
I don't
weird
wanna-
things, but here's a real champion.
Cool, so those are all
I'm
filled
learning
up.
a lot from him.
Good deal.
Yep, these guys are on even footing.
Most certainly.
Now we gotta
And
go
that looking
see.
good right there.
Oh my lord!
Very good.
Let me see.
Nice broth from the
Something
IC,
wrong.
and now
Oh,
Let's
he's
click.
frying them.
Oh,
deep
here we go.
fry job.
Tempura.
Salvage mine.
Anything else besides porcini there?
Salvage
No, I don't
mine.
think so.
That
Okay,
might be a
this
problem.
is not tempura. It could be
We'll
another
run
form
by
of
him,
frying.
see what's up.
Katsuta frying, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's stuff.
With
Right.
cornstarch.
A pure cornstarch batter here.
Now, that's meat, right? He's
Was there a
got
piece of meat in there?
No, that's meat,
Okay,
right?
yes, maybe
No.
beef, a single solitary piece of beef in the pan.
Fukuisan,
Yes.
I asked Marco for some tips
I'd
on
love
making good pasta, and he
if
said
someone
pasta's
made
history
like a
goes back to the
show
Roman
where it
Empire,
was just
so one
constant
important thing is to
gaslighting.
enjoy cooking it, just like the Roman did.
It's like, is that
Much
meat?
of a tip
No.
there.
But it was deep.
Is it
What
better
do you
to
mean?
dry it like
Uh-uh.
this? You know, he's
It's
hung
not.
them up like laundry.
They
Oh,
always
'cause
dry
it's-
it right.
Oh, interesting.
Fuck.
Unlike soba, which you need to boil right
I'm an
away.
idiot.
No, it's not
man.
anything like soba. Pasta, you have to wait a little while.
But what about the time factor?
Well, he's got to dry them first.
Blow dryer, huh?
That'd be the perfect gadget for the spaceman, yeah.
Fukuisan,
Yes.
you'll notice that Challenger
Yes,
Marco is
he
cutting the
says.
pasta without folding it or
It's best
rolling
to
it.
go
And I
up
asked
there,
him why
then.
he did it that way, and he replied, I've seen many chefs roll up their pasta before cutting it. That's
We'll go back real
unnecessary. By
quick.
folding it, you are actually ruining the texture that
oh,
you've
shit,
just
sorry,
created, and
sorry.
I won't do that.
Let's see if someone's left some salvage in there.
That's right. He's very serious about his pasta.
Some
But
goofball
Doc,
left
the
it in there
noodles,
for
I
too
guess, don't
long.
necessarily have to be the same width.
Yeah, I noticed that. They're a little uneven there.
Yeah, that's not his concern.
No, being handmade, it's
Parked
really not
properly in the
Chance to
lane,
chance.
wait
But it
your
does
turn
take
in
time.
line.
Yeah, and actually an
Yes.
uneven width is something nice when
Right.
eating it. It gives a nice
Oh,
texture.
yeah.
It's not going to matter once it goes in.
Yeah, well, you know it's handmade that way, in the real sense.
All right,
One.
15 minutes left now, and looking at another one of his dishes.
Lots of basic materials, so
some
if I'm
cream
heading
on
back,
it,
guess what I'm
maybe a Mont
thinking?
Blanc, yeah.
Right you are, sir.
And these are
That and
chestnuts, I
iron
believe?
alloy, kiss my
Chestnuts high.
ass.
Color like porcini.
Fukuisan,
Go ahead.
I think I can help clear this up, if you will. The bottom layer is a chocolate sponge cake, and on top of that is a layer of cream.
I also
made from
do
egg
want
yolks,
to build a
granulated sugar,
crane
milk, porcini
soon.
oil, and porcini
We are
powder.
going to build a
The
crane
noodle-like frosting
eventually.
smothering it all is actually a
Not
chestnut
tonight,
paste
but
made from
we are
porcini oil
going
and
to
steamed
get
and strained
a
porcini mushrooms.
All right.
Okay, so not just
thing
chestnuts
to
and
just put the
similar in
fucking
color, though,
liquid
isn't
in
it?
so we can
Okay,
roll
now
up,
back on the Iron Chef side.
put some stuff
He's got
in,
some yams there.
and
All right, the
that'll be
sweet
the
tater,
easiest way to
that's
take
it.
some
So
out
I
and
guess
like
right,
have it
boiled
there,
rice
so I
and
can
wheat
just
with
always
gravy
have
yam sauce
diesel
on top.
Okay,
or
let's go put the
petrol when it
rice in the
comes
cooker.
by.
The sauce has
Because
porcini mixed
petrol's
in
the
probably.
bomb.
Yes.
Yeah, he
It's
did
the
that.
best.
Oh,
It's
right. And the challenger,
schliggly.
what's that red meat?
Poultry of some sort, isn't it?
Pigeon or
Fukusan.
Yes, Ota.
Yeah, a
The
lot of
meat that
gravel
you see
there.
on the challenger side is quail. Now each quail is being
Quail,
stuffed
kiss
with a mixture
my
of
ass.
porcini, Italian
Blech.
rice, white wine, chicken, soup broth,
Gross.
and onions. Basically the risotto that he was making before.
Oh, okay, so that was a
Yeah,
stuffing then.
now we have to
Stuffed
go
quail,
get full
full
of
of it.
salvage.
Fukusan.
Yes.
The meat
What?
that you see on the challenger side is quail. Now each quail is being stuffed with a mixture of porcini, Italian rice, white wine, chicken, soup broth, and onions.
are all
Basically
delicious
the risotto that he was
things.
making before.
Oh, okay, a stuffing then, I see.
Okay, stuffed quail,
Okay,
full of it.
stuffing then, I
And
see.
Fukusan,
Take it.
I asked the challenger
Take
why
it.
he's drying
I
his
love
pasta,
that.
and his reply was, drying pasta
No.
is very important. If you want to make pasta right, make sure you dry it for a certain amount of time. That's the only way to make pasta with good body. And he was very emphatic and very confident.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Same here.
But somehow he can't have enough for everyone there.
Gotta make them count, each and every one.
Okay, I was looking at the strips there. 3 per person.
I was worried someone's
All
gonna be
right,
like,
now,
yeah,
at this point, the
great
question is,
job,
what kind
dude.
of sauce will he have to go with the pasta?
Oh, I see on the challenger side.
Yes.
Foie gras?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Good observation.
Now, how he's
Cool.
going to use it, though, that's the
Fukusan,
question.
Yes, I'm
Take
wondering
it.
about that.
Okay.
speaking of that foie gras, the challenger has already added it to a pot filled with fond de veau or veal broth.
Let's
Already
go
in there.
to
Yes, it
the
is.
thing.
Yes, it is.
Oh
This
shit,
one here, the
okay.
veal
I
broth.
want
So
my
this is the
hammer,
quail we checked out earlier
The
then.
quail?
To garnish it,
my
maybe?
big boy
Are you
hammer.
sure about that, Doc?
I have no idea. Don't
I just got excited.
I'm just your humble food commentator here. I'm just,
Give us a
guessing.
break. All right, here's Morimoto's noodles.
Humble.
Okay, yeah, he said this was his ramen noodles.
Eaten like with a dip, or?
I don't think so.
Okay, and here, rice cooker's open.
Looking good.
We gotta go
Enjoyed,
up
we
here.
presume, with the grated
Wow, they're
yam
really
sauce.
taking that shit out.
Very nice.
But porcini, not a player yet in the dish, and right here now,
Ramen, the ramen.
Yeah, the Chinese noodles in the soup. We got the ramen.
out and out ramen.
Got the ramen.
Porcini ramen.
Right.
Is he adding anything
I like
differently?
just jumping to different
What is that?
seasons.
Fukusan,
Go.
what the Iron Chef
Those.
is now pouring into this bowl is porcini broth with soy sauce and salt added.
All right, thanks. Sounds tasty there. All right.
Well,
The other
and
side,
The quail goes.
the stuffed quail into the oven. They're stuffed with risotto and porcini risotto at that inside.
Now, I think I can state unequivocally that this will be combined with the foie gras sauce.
That sauce.
Sure.
I didn't know quail meat was this red when it was raw. You know, as
Yeah,
red
it's a
as
very bright red color.
Okay, now we see on the Iron Chef side another of his dishes coming near completion here.
Oh, the Tatsuta style fries there.
Fukusan,
Of porcini, yes.
getting back to the ramen noodles the Iron Chef made, he says he wants them nice and firm, so he says
I
he's
love
not
this
boiling
thing.
them until right before the tasting.
It's
And
slightly
more good
bigger,
news,
that's
he
all there
says
is
he
to
has
it.
second
It's
helpings
just
for
slightly
everyone.
bigger, no big deal.
Seconds for everyone? Hey, gee, some of you folks have all the luck. What about us? We'd like to get some
Exactly.
first. And now, Marco, what's he doing here?
chocolate, or what else
Fukusan,
could it be?
Take
Oh, wow.
The balsamic
Plating.
vinegar that Marco is using here, he says, has been aged for 60 years.
60?
Years
That's
old.
disgusting.
60 years old?
Right, yeah.
Look how thick it is.
Yeah, it's made by, 3 or 4 generations before.
Yeah, thank you.
And you know that comes
Look
at a
how
price.
thick
Go
it
ahead.
is.
Yeah, to the question why 60-year-old balsamic
I hope
vinegar,
you're
the challenger
impressed.
responded, it's thick just like condensed milk, but the flavor is very mild, so it can be used as a sauce as is without doing anything to it. You can't
Hey,
beat
how's
it.
this looking, guys?
Incredible. Balsamic vinegar, aged 60 years.
And it's probably not that sour by now.
All right, the birds are out.
Oh yeah, here it comes. Look at him.
The sauce will be the key here.
He's like, I'll get out of here.
No, Marco, use the foie gras sauce. Come on, please.
I wish it stayed a little bit longer in the oven.
Longer?
Yeah.
Want him to put yours in?
Yeah.
Okay, still all smiles. Last 5 minutes. Go ahead.
I mentioned to the challenger that he hadn't boiled his pasta yet, and just like the Iron Chef, he said, I'll do it during tasting. Champions never serve pasta that has been boiled and then cooled off.
Well, that makes total sense.
And for Kuisan,
Go ahead.
yeah, I told the Iron Chef that the challenger is using 60-year-old balsamic vinegar.
Oh,
and
you
he
can't
whined,
do that.
Hey,
It's
that's
against the rules."
unfair. That alone could make a big difference. He didn't look too happy.
I'm
fair, he didn't really mean that.
Hey, listen, the Iron Chef's got to make his case. All right, now
Oh, the goal is to make diesel so I can just roll up and power these things 24/7. Be like, yeah, oh, I got some iron out of that? That's sick, actually. That's kind of rare.
You got it. The sauce is
That's the first time I've seen some shit like that.
Oh boy, thanks Marco, appreciate it.
A thick foie gras sauce onto the stuffed quail.
Should taste great.
And now this?
Yeah, this is it. This is for boiling the pasta.
Okay, off the stove, salt in it.
Only this much water, though?
Well, think about the sheer volume of pasta involved. though.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot.
Fukusan,
Go ahead.
the pot of hot water you see on the Challenger site also has salt in it. Marco says I found out that pasta can be perfected when boiled in hot water with the same sodium content as that of the Mediterranean Sea.
Well, of course, the Mediterranean.
Well, the salt content of the ocean is about 3%, so I've heard that's why they put salt into the hot water.
Interesting, huh?
And for your information, the best salt water is about 1,200 yards offshore.
Huh?
Did they really say that?
Now that's getting out there, literally, figuratively. And here's the dolce with the figs as well, and a motif leaf pie, and a minute left now in the battle.
Fukusan.
Take it quickly.
Yeah, the sauce the Challenger just spooned onto this glass plate is made of egg yolks, cornstarch, granulated sugar, milk, vanilla essence, and porcini mushroom powder. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Ota. The Pasta King with his dessert says it'll be the highlight dish in this battle against Iron Chef Japanese Morimoto. The last minute ticking away.
I'm tired. It's 2 a.m. We're gonna pop off.
No kidding. He managed to finish a lot, though, in the second
We're
half.
gonna get back to the base, get everything ready, and then we'll go
30
bed.
seconds are left, and there are the pasta noodles hanging, ready to be boiled.
I'll just leave this
prior to
thing
serving.
locked, but I don't think I'll do some
Champ
crazy
won't have
much.
it any other way, and there's the sauce that'll go with the pasta. Very thick, rich, chunky porcini
We'll
creation.
make a squad or something.
Look at that one up close. 15 seconds left now. The Iron Chef
Great
challenge down.
squad.
More than just a taste test. He's worked up
what
an
are they called?
appetite, satisfied there. The Challenger, seeing him make that pasta was like something from a science fiction movie. And
Oh,
now how will it
skeletons.
taste? The final seconds
Nope.
ticking down, and that's it. And Marco, let's fly with the flour. The cooking's done. The porcini
Skeletons
battle
with a
is over.
Z. Kiss my ass.
It seemed like you were extremely relaxed during that hour.
Yes, I really enjoyed myself in there.
Really?
I'm really satisfied.
Do we have a new champion?
Of course, yes.
Thank you. How was it this time?
I didn't really have enough time.
Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way.
But you
Oops.
finished early.
That'll
The
take some time.
broth took less time than I
This will
thought.
go. This will
and
go
I
to
was
the
able to
same
taste
place.
everything like the ramen.
So I think
How is
doing
that?
that enables
Pretty
me
good.
to.
Really?
Yes.
Can ramen win over pasta?
You want me to say I'll win, right?
Yes.
I'll win.
Challenger
I'll
Molinari is
win.
offering 5 dishes.
I can't even
First,
see what
porcini
that
quiche.
emote is.
He presents the texture of
It's
porcini
cute.
in a crispy pie.
Whatever it is, it's cute.
Visual appeal comes from the
Holy
artistic
shit.
presentation of 60-year-old balsamic vinegar onto the plates.
Yeah, creating the squad, I think,
Second, porcini espresso
will allow me to
fettuccine,
get back
a
and
dish
say, hey,
indicative of the
this
depth
shit's,
of the world
it's
pasta
only for one
champion's
squad.
skills. He prepared a sauce made of sliced porcini with butter, white wine, and
Wow.
fond de veau. The pasta has espresso powder mixed in it. The harmony it finds with the porcini sauce is something to behold. And the world champion insists on boiling the pasta just prior to serving. Third, porcini soup. To emphasize porcini's natural flavor, he used as little salt as possible. A minor masterpiece expressing the gentleness of porcini.
Oh, great
Fourth,
job.
quail stuffed with porcini risotto.
15
A dish
basic
offering 3
materials.
different
Awesome,
textures of
dude.
porcini mushrooms.
I'm so proud of
Porcini
you.
and risotto served together with shredded and fried porcini and sliced and fried porcini. Last is what he calls the highlight. For dessert, porcini Mont Blanc. The porcini was first steamed and strained before being blended with mildly sweet chestnut paste noodles.
Would you call me?
The Iron Chef also has 5 dishes.
1,
First,
2,
sweet and sour
3,
porcini and
4,
duck.
5,
A luxurious broth using dried bonito shavings and over 20 porcini mushrooms. That is what accentuates the aroma and flavor of the duck meat. Second, fried porcini with tartar sauce. A bold offering using large pieces of porcini, the mushrooms chopped in half. Garlic expands the natural flavor of the mushroom. And it's Morimoto's creativity at work
This'll
in
power both
proposing
of
a
them.
tartar sauce for this dish. Third, wheat and rice with porcini
These are
sauce.
multiple.
The rice boiled with wheat
Specific
matches
squad.
perfectly with the grated
Yes.
yam potato sauce, which also contains strained porcini. The porcini garnish is also a
10
splendid element of this
structures.
dish. Fourth is porcini ramen noodles, his answer to the pasta by the
Cool.
world champion.
Makes me happy.
The soup was made from porcini and duck, and porcini was used in the noodles and garnishes. The ramen will be served with
Yeah,
a piece of
making
porcini
these
roasted in the oven.
reserved for
An artistic
me.
creation by the Iron
That is
Chef,
the coolest
revealing
thing.
porcini's natural sweetness and texture.
Is it going?
Last
Oh,
is
they need to be
porcini and
submitted.
cream brulee
Duh.
with thinly shredded porcini inside. Porcini and vanilla merge in a
Wasting
pleasantly
gas.
complex way in this mysterious yet attractive dessert.
Oh, this isn't the one with the byproduct, sadly.
Winner of the last World Pasta Championship 3 years ago, a competition held once a decade, is today's challenger, Marco Molinari, who now cooks in Japan. He'll cook in Kitchen Stadium against Iron Chef Japanese Masaharu Morimoto, who leads the Neo-Japanese movement. Chairman Kaga says he wants to provide an exotic theme ingredient. He delivers on that score. It's porcini mushrooms. A mix of space age and old world techniques employed by the challenger, who produces 5 dishes. The Iron Chef, feeling some pressure with the theme, comes up with 5 dishes as well. And now the moment of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today are Lower House member Shinichiro Kurimoto, actress Chizuru Azuma, cameo sculptor Francesco Esposito, and fortune teller Kazuko Hosoki.
Interesting.
First, the dishes of challenger Molinari.
And that should get us into a
I
good
was
spot.
born near the Italian Alps. It's rich in porcini, so I tried to express the flavor of the Alps in my porcini dishes. I used many different ingredients from the mountains.
So
Wow.
delicious.
The sweetness is so
That
pleasant.
was overboard, lady.
It has so much depth to it. There's sweetness from the Alps, perhaps. This is really very good.
This is really very
It's like
good.
okonomiyaki in Japan, but a very complex version of that. But that's what I feel.
The pasta with espresso is boiled at tableside by the world pasta champ.
This
My
dish
Lord
will
have mercy.
entertain your nose.
Nose?
Yes.
No, but what did you add?
Caffeine?
Espresso?
Espresso's caffeine. May I have your
Okay.
comments, please?
I never
Espresso
thought
is
pasta with
caffeine.
coffee would taste good, you know, but when I tried it, it was really good.
This is a bit different from the al dente finish
Fuck,
that we
it's the
know.
wrong one.
It's
That's
closer to
okay.
thick Japanese noodles in texture. The porcini is firm, and this is fun to eat.
The porcini pasta is another success. At any rate, the texture, the size of the piece, and the thickness, the flavor is just
Ooh, the
perfectly
thickness.
balanced.
This dude's on
Very
something.
good.
Potatoes and onions and also leeks.
After the first mouthful I tried, I didn't like it. But the third time I started to sense a nice aroma. And as I was thinking about
Is
stopping,
this really just 15? Wow,
I couldn't put
that's
down
insane.
the spoon. Such a mysterious soup.
The porcini broth is quite strong, with a rich and deep flavor, and the porcini piece in it almost melts in my mouth, while the stems maintain a firm texture. I'm hooked.
It's best when eaten together with a risotto.
This is perfectly prepared, and the matching with the risotto is just so nice.
Foie gras, truffles,
This won't be very
quail,
much. This
all
won't be very
strong
long.
elements, but they harmonize perfectly.
I like the presentation of the dish. Wonderful it is. I like this very much.
He's using the ingredients cleverly. I mean, by that I mean he knows how to interconnect the roles of each ingredient. He's like drawing a rainbow with 7 colors. And it's not just because he had an advantage with the porcini. I mean, this is
Okay,
just
so
how I
that's
feel.
not bad.
I want one more bite of that pasta.
Want some
I want to
more?
try that once again, that pasta.
And now the dishes of Iron Chef Morimoto.
It doesn't have much aroma, if you ask me. But I arranged them in many different ways. I do my best. This
I
is
did
quite
my
big
best.
porcini.
That's all that matters,
You know,
man.
the sourness is almost pleasant, and the texture is nice too. He's controlled the amount of flavor absorbed in the porcini in a really clever kind of way.
Getting my own
It's
squad's
softer than the
nice.
stewed porcini. I'm surprised. The fried one is.
I keep
First,
staying up
please use
later
some
than I
lemon,
want to. This is
and then
crazy.
some tartar sauce.
When I first put this in my mouth, I was struck by the really strong impact of garlic.
That's so nice. And it doesn't kill the porcini flavor at all.
May I be a little critical?
Oh, sure.
This is a little too
Yeah, bitch,
straightforward. This tasted exactly as I imagined. I'm pleased to have eaten this, of course, but I'm a bit disappointed at the same time. Mixed feelings.
Please, don't be shy.
Someone's gonna smack her.
This is your best porcini dish in terms of aroma. The slight bitterness is nice, an acquired flavor. You know, this is a dish to be proud of.
The yam potato sauce is perfect. I like the porcini garnish a lot as well.
Morimoto finishes his porcini ramen noodles in front of the panel, his counterpunch to the pasta dish prepared by challenger Molinari.
I wanted to make some porcini chopsticks to go along with this, but I didn't have enough time.
I want Marco to try this. I don't think Italians would comprehend his approach to this. Everything is porcini. The topping, the ingredients inside, everything. It's all porcini.
I can't stop. I simply can't stop until I finish it all.
The soup, the porcini, the texture
The
of the
soup, the
noodles, the
porcini.
matching of the scallions. I'm out of words to express the flavor.
The
I'm
shitting of my
enjoying.
pants is
It's
just
really
too
delicious.
much to believe.
I've been coming to Japan from about 13 years ago. I've never had such great Japanese noodles like this with perfect texture before. Very good. I like this a lot.
The rice and the noodles that didn't have any pieces
bust
of
it down at
porcini
some
were
point.
better among his dishes today. This is a funny way to put it, but I feel like I've learned about porcini together with the Iron Chef.
Oh, I fell over. Oops.
Well, shortly we'll learn about the
Hold your
verdict
hammer.
together with both chefs.
It's not one. Could be. She put your what in her mouth? Yeah, they say some shit that's out of pocket sometimes. It's hilarious.
果たしてこのキッチンスタジアムのレベルでは
We're just doing a basic little defense here, so that when I log off, I don't have to worry about too much bullshit.
Japanese who works in
Little
New York,
bullshit, I
battling an
understand.
Italian world pasta champ who cooks in Japan. Challenger Molinari trades secrets to his golden pasta still in his pocket, captivating all with his techniques. The Iron Chef unfamiliar theme hasn't looked this vulnerable in a long time. Can he pull through? Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
Whose cuisine is better? Wow.
Challenger Marco wins it. Marco Molinari, the
Marco
world
won.
pasta champ, topples the Iron Chef, and they are jumping for joy upstairs. He has come into Kitchen Stadium and dusted Iron Chef Morimoto.
Dusted.
Tremendous battle.
Holy shit, don't say that, dude.
And dusts them. Wet and fly with flour. Let
Oh,
the
literally
celebration
dust.
begin.
That dude's like, Jesus,
We've got to check the scores in this one.
that's my one weakness.
1918 the challenger. Azuma 1918 the challenger. Esposito 1817. He goes for the Iron Chef. But Hosoki 1817 the challenger, and that decides it 3-1 for Molinari. The last world pasta champ of the 20th century is the first porcini champ in Kitchen Stadium. And draped in the Italian
Crazy
flag,
thing
all
is like, even if you're like win the Iron Chef thing, it doesn't really like mean anything. There's several dudes who it's like they win, and then it's like their life goes on, and you know they're just a okay chef. And there's a dude who had to like come back and like re-challenge them because his restaurant failed. And of course, you know, he wins both times, which is like very wow, very cute. I like that. Thank goodness.
I'll never forget that dish even after I go back.
See, yeah, having two running at once is so much nicer. I will have to consider building some more of those, the maintenance supplies. I went to Google maintenance supplies actually. I think I did. Acquisition, basic materials, materials, oh yeah, you can just make them. I forget, you can just get a crate of them, like NBD. Okay.
5 years ago, a man's fantasy became reality. In a form never seen before, a giant cooking arena,
Oh.
Kitchen Stadium. The motivation for spending his fortune to create Kitchen Stadium was to encounter
See
new
what's up.
original cuisines, which could be called true artistic creations. To realize his dream, he first secretly started selecting the top chefs of various styles of cooking. And he named his men the Iron Chefs, the invincible men of culinary skills.
I'm hoping
Iron
you
Chef
just like
Japanese is
whack them or
Masaharu
something.
Morimoto. Iron Chef French is Hiroyuki Sakai.
Because this base isn't nearly big
Iron
enough.
Chef Chinese is Chen Kenichi. And Masahiko Kobe is Iron Chef
Actually, I do
Italian.
want to look up real quick.
The Kitchen Stadium is the arena where Iron Chefs await the challenges of master chefs from
Does
around
that
the
show
world.
up? Yeah, it does. Okay,
Both the
Foxhole.
Iron Chef and Challenger have 1 hour to tackle the theme ingredient of the day.
What the
Using all
fuck?
their senses, skills, creativity, they're to prepare artistic dishes never tasted before. And if ever a challenger wins over the Iron Chef, he or she will gain the people's ovation and fame forever. Kitchen Stadium is the arena where you'll meet the master chefs from around the world and their artistic creations. What inspiration will today's challenger bring? And how will the Iron Chef fight back?
500 health.
The heat will be on!
Not bad.
If memory serves me right, 50 years ago,
Still the
there lived a
hammer.
gourmet as
It's
accomplished
linked
designer. His name was Saiji
cheap,
Hazama.
big see-through.
In 1929, he went to Europe as a painter, but he didn't do much
construction.
painting. He spent more time visiting top restaurants with a Michelin guidebook in hand. After returning to Japan, he built a large Western-style building near Tokyo. There he served his own food to his guests and held tea parties in the garden while
ask.
enjoying hunting in the fields. And on his vast property, he built a Japanese garden with tea houses and small temples. He was playing the ultimate prodigal. It doesn't end here. His son Takeo took a whole year to travel around 16 countries in Europe.
Wow.
He wrote a book about this and did
Aren't you
nothing
supposed to be
but
going to
cook,
work?
trying to
No,
combine
I'm supposed to be
cuisines
going to
from around
bed.
the world. And the third generation has not failed to make its contribution to
I will be
gourmet
going to
food.
bed soon. If somebody
10
gives me a
years ago,
solid
he
answer
began
there.
collecting famous wines from abroad, and his giant cellar was filled in no time. It's in the DNA of this family, their attraction to gourmet cuisine. We must check them
Region
out.
team. Was it region? Not
Today's
region.
challenger,
Team.
the third generation of the famous gourmet Hazama family. Owner and chef of Terakoya in Musashi Kogane, Mitsuo Hazama. With the ultimate gourmet as his grandfather, his upbringing itself was an intense training as chef-to-be. Now he follows in the footsteps of his grandfather, serving nothing but homemade dishes. And at age 25, he was deemed eligible to succeed his father. He has invented new menus at this mansion of
Car.
gourmets.
Run them over with
When
a
you
truck.
want items in season, the very best items, orders mean nothing. I now see myself using ingredients from Japan, from Europe, or from China in my dishes.
His family's blood never fails to urge him to look for the very best ingredients. Hazama's works are a harmony of the very best recipes from around the world, made possible by his inherited taste buds, inventing 1,500 original dishes. This will be a battle between a hardcore gourmet family and the Kitchen Stadium.
Yeah.
So now, Hazama, you have the opportunity to engrave yet another mark on your family's 50-year-old monument.
I'll be using all of what I have to win.
you should build pillboxes if you can. Yes, I will build pillboxes at some point. There's some pretty close to me, like a lot around the area. So it's like, I'm more afraid of players on my own team rather than partisans. Like, if a partisan wants to fuck me up, a partisan's gonna come and fuck me up. That's all there is to it. But I'm trying to keep like my own team from coming in here and fucking ruining shit, because that's what all they're good for.
その美食のメーカーの3代目がやってまいりました。ついに実現した狭間家とキッチンスタジアムの共演。さあ皆さん大きな拍手でお迎えください。武蔵小金井寺子屋オーナーシェフ狭間光雄。
A third-generation chef of the famous Hazama family entering Kitchen Stadium.
Nice.
It started with his grandfather traveling the world, sampling the dishes at the top restaurants. This family has gourmet cooking in their blood, and today we'll see how far Hazama's advanced along the path first blazed by his grandfather.
Very nice to meet you.
こちらが初代の写真ですけど。
Yes.
50年前に初代が志した料理の世界。今日はどうぞ披露してください。
I'll do my best.
はい。それでは、
Oh,
狭間家と
it's
戦い
not
に
good.
ふさわしい、うちの鉄人たちを取り立てましょう。よみがえるがいアイアンシェフ。
Okay, that's not gonna happen. We go run into it with the car like they said. Let's go see how well that works. Wow, that is incredible.
And Iron Chef Japanese Masahara Morimoto. Week in, week out, the dishes they create here break new ground.
さあ、伺いましょう。誰と戦いますか？
Sakai-san, please.
All right, it's Sakai, a French battle. Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, famous for his skills in combining ingredients and his artistic use of color. He was one of the first to incorporate Japanese techniques with French cooking. But today, a challenger with 3 generations worth of knowledge of gourmet cooking in French cuisine. Well, that proved to be too much for even Sakai.
Okay, yeah, that's... if it's literally that easy to just back up into it and blow something up, it's like, well, we may have to reconsider a couple things.
挑戦者のおじいさんもよく取っていたというあの鳥をフランスから取り寄せました。それでは発表します。今日のテーマはこれです。
10 structures. Maintenance tunnel.
今日のテーマはカモ。
The Hazama family, well known by those in high society for their gourmet cooking, a third-generation Hazama here challenging Iron Chef Sakai. The themed duck, a favorite of Gramps. Hazama has studied different cuisines inside out. What bang-up dishes will he create
The more
today?
I fuck with that, the more fucked up it's gonna get. I always forget.
All right, opening gong, a French versus French cuisine battle. Duck is the theme, and Sakai battling Hazama, the man born into a family of gourmet chefs,
That's
not
the
under a
next
bad
thing we
sign.
can make.
Both men at the ingredient stand, and Doc.
One of these bad
The heads are
boys.
still on these things.
Right, and you can see the feathers are a
We'll do
blue-green
it
color.
like
These are
this.
all male. We call these blue heads here in Japan. And in France, they say male tastes better during this season.
Well, it depends on who's doing the tasting, I guess.
Fukui-san?
Yes, go ahead, Ota.
Cool, so that's
I
locked.
asked the Iron Chef what he
All
had in
this
mind for
stuff's
today's
locked.
ingredient, and he said, I'll have a roast duck for sure. I don't think I'll be able to use the feet, but I do wish to use the innards if possible.
I'm sure he'll find a way. And these are wild ducks. Well, not
These
so
are how you
wild
do
now. To be
the-
precise, though, they are mallards from France.
Like
Now
he's
the
shit
challenger is
like
writing
that.
down something.
Yeah, hazelnut soil, what is that?
It's a menu.
Does it say grilled?
Stewed.
Stewed, okay, I see.
All right, now let's introduce our guests for today's battle. First, always the dapper one. I'm going to start calling you Dapperoo, actor Masumi Okada.
Hello there. I'm so excited today.
Hello
I can't tell you how
there.
excited I am.
Okay,
Duck,
that's
always
gotta
big in
be it
French
for me.
cuisine.
Yes, that's right.
And I understand your wife just gave birth to a beautiful baby.
Yes.
Congratulations.
From this corner, too, and thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Quickly
Thank you.
switch to these.
And actress Keiko Saito.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Last time's Konyaku Sardine.
Yeah.
A little low on the theme ladder.
But today's a luxurious ingredient.
You like duck?
Yeah, I had it yesterday.
How about that?
Yeah, duck and
You
wine.
keep
Sounds
producing
good.
that,
Good to
that's
have you.
fine.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And of course, Dr. Yukio Hattori, our commentator. Doc?
Always a pleasure, thank you.
Okay, now what's this?
Keep those
Laying
in.
cards? No.
Challenger side, Hazama. Better get with the cooking.
He's
That's
taking his time.
artistic, but you can't eat that.
Wine
Stamps.
labels,
Yeah,
no?
they look like stamps, don't they?
What's it for?
Is it okay for him to kill time this way?
Well, his grandfather was a painter.
Right, but the clock's ticking.
Okay, well, this is a canvas for oil painting.
He's given away a few precious minutes to making a nice-looking menu. Artistic talent also passed down in the Hazama family.
Exactly. The family's history is very decorated. Of the 47 warriors that are featured in the nonfiction drama Chushingura, they are Hazamas, 3 of them. And they're all related to this family. And that took place on the 14th of December, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but
so
he's got
maybe
his own battle right now.
Maybe his ancestors are behind him today.
That could very well be.
Okay.
Kuzan?
Yes.
The challenger tells me his strategy is to follow in the footsteps of his grandfather, creating cuisine from around the world portrayed by those stamps on the menu.
Okay, so he's not going to stay within the confines of French cuisine today. For this battle
But we're
on Iron
doing
Chef,
a
nodding
team
his head there,
show.
hearing that.
This is
I asked Iron Chef Sakai whether he knew of the Terakoya restaurant, and he said yes, of course. They are well known historically for their unique dishes. I've always wanted to go there, so he's the grandson, huh?
Iron Chef
So
Sakai.
I think that's what happened. Someone ran up and was like, "Oh, cool," and just like emptied it out, and it's like all my shit decayed.
Hazama, the grandfather of our challenger today, Mitsuo
I
Hazama,
like this.
challenging Iron
I'm gonna
Chef French
try and
Hiroyuki
hide it.
Sakai. Go ahead, Ota.
A quick update here on the challenger side, where he has a pot containing what I believe is hazelnut oil.
Okay, well, stewing it like this is very delicate. Like, for example, if going over 100 degrees Celsius, the taste would change dramatically.
Door
So it's
blocked.
perfect when doing it around 50 degrees Celsius.
Got to be
Kuzan.
careful. Yes.
As Doc said, he is trying to get it up to 50 degrees.
All right, Doc. Good call there.
Well, that's a general rule of thumb. If
Well,
over that, the
hopefully people
protein
won't
starts
fuck
to
with it if it's
coagulate in
like
the
that,
tissues.
but
Make
you
it
already
tough
know.
and chewy then.
Kuzan.
Exactly.
Go.
The challenger reminiscing about preparing duck in general says,
Hey,
my
yo,
father and
I
grandfather
gotta
loved to go out
watch
hunting
out
together.
for my
They used to
truck.
come back with wild boar, duck, etc. Grandpa loved
that's
duck, and
it.
I remember that
I'm
he
done.
built a hut specifically for cooking game birds.
I'm done.
Wow, that's great. Sounds like a wonderful
I
memory for any
had
young
a
man
good
to
time
have.
streaming. I will do this again. My schedule will change severely here in like 2 weeks, so don't expect this, but I hope to see you again over the next 2 weeks, and there will still be streams in the future, so yeah. We're going to finish this up. We're going to do this. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a good work. My guy, I hope everything goes smooth and easy. And
The pot
I
with the foie
hope
gras, which the challenger sprinkled with salt first,
today
contains
goes
not
by
oil, but
super
pork
fast so I
wine.
can come home and keep
And the
playing
temperature once
Foxhole.
again is 50 degrees Celsius. He's cooking it for